bam, don't talk shit now.
Everyone.
Oh, perfect timing. Bryan Callen walks in. Right,
I know you didn't bring fucking wine.
Yeah, we brought.
It's about to get weird.
We have 2 bottles already, but you'll probably tell me they suck. And what you brought us. Have a sit down, and so people can hear you.
Well, that's stevia.
We're doing the podcast.
Wine and condoms.
It's the worst stevia ever, right? There's no
Thanks for
juice
nothing,
to it.
Steve.
There's no nothing. You could really shake it in there like it's less strong than sugar. I think they watered it down or something.
God damn it! This
Jamie,
that
lock this
organic
bitch
shit.
down. Lock this bitch. Michael Johnson versus Benil Dariush.
Ooh, I think he loses.
That's a good fight. Johnson loses?
Yes.
Really? I think Johnson
Dariush is a fucking
He is.
monster.
He is. He's
And on the ground.
But you know what? So is Johnson.
Not on the ground, he's not.
But good luck getting him there.
Watch.
Good luck getting him there.
Watch, son.
Okay.
Yeah, good
I'm
luck.
calling the underdog.
Good luck.
Okay.
Does the Darush, what's his name?
Dariush.
Did he wrestle over 8 years in
No, but he's
college?
really good jiu-jitsu.
No, but he's world class on the ground.
It's pronounced Dariush.
Yes.
Dariush.
But how is he going to get him there? Michael Johnson
will
is
see, my
very
man.
hard to take down.
Oh, and his
Yeah.
stand-up's better than Johnson's. Wait for
Oh,
it.
wait a minute. What are
no.
you saying?
Hey, bro,
I think
hey.
Benil is really good, but you're underestimating Johnson's stand-up. It's not Johnson's stand-up. I don't think you could say one guy's better than in that situation. And if anybody,
Wait.
I'd kind of lean towards Johnson in the stand-up a little bit.
Should we do a taste
Not
test?
me.
Should I open?
Well, didn't
both
he
ones?
get stopped by
Delarouche?
no, Benil Dariush? Didn't he get stopped by Ramsey Nijam?
No.
No?
No, he knocked him out cold.
He knocked Ramsey Nijam out. Who did Ramsey Nijam beat that's really good? Ramsey beat somebody that was really good.
Ramsey's,
Hold on.
he's off and on. Great guy.
Oh,
He's
he's a
young.
great guy.
Young fighter.
Ramsey got robbed. in
He
his
got
last
fucked,
fight.
man.
He
Holy
got
fuck. I
robbed.
cannot put enough Steve in this goddamn coffee.
Yeah, it's really
Bro,
sad, man.
Stevia?
I call it Steve, Callen.
Oh, all right. Hey, bud,
you
how
need
you
a
doing?
little Steve? What's up, brother?
No, he beat Benil Dariush, dude. I'm right. He knocked him out.
Ramsey did?
Yes. Yes. Ramsey Nijam in UFC Fight Night Nogueira versus Nelson. It took
What?
place in Abu Dhabi. That's the one in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Ramsey's had some tough losses, but he's a bad motherfucker.
He's
a tough dude.
Very
he's a tough
tough.
dude, and he works hard.
He was so relaxed too. That guy was a beast that he was wrestling with.
You're saying his last fight?
Yeah,
Yeah, his last
that guy was
fight.
a killer, and he
Andrew
stayed with him.
Holbrook.
Relaxed.
Andrew Holbrook. He got robbed. He
Completely.
got robbed. That's
Completely.
just bad fucking judging, dude. Really bad judging. Ugh. There's so much bad judging.
Yep.
But that Holbrook kid's a tough kid too. It was a great
Really
fight.
tough, really tough.
A lot of fun. But Ramsey tagged him. Ramsey did way more work, I thought. I just didn't think
Ramsey
it was a
won
good
for
decision.
He's also got a
But I'm
really big frame for 55. Like if
Yeah.
you look at him up close, tall, long,
Ramsey?
and really
Yeah,
big. Yes.
yeah, he's a
really
long guy.
big
He's
guy.
long.
Yeah.
He's just a tough dude and a smart dude. I just really like him, and I really like that Holbrook kid too. No disrespect, I thought that Holbrook kid's a bad motherfucker. Good wrestler, real tough kid, and he took some good shots too and came back.
Eddie, are we going to bet on any of the fights tonight, my man?
Fuck yeah, you want to bet? You want to take
Crazy,
Tashara?
boys. Let's
You
not
want to
get
take
crazy.
Tashara?
Eddie's
I'll take
looking
OSP.
sexy as a
No, I got OSP.
motherfucker.
Oh,
Look at Eddie in his tank top.
Let's not talk over people,
Sorry,
Brian.
Sorry, I got excited.
In the middle of
Unrelated
conversation,
shit.
in the middle of negotiating some dollar bills here.
Who's that?
They were negotiating at the bet.
Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I got excited.
For
Look at his
anybody
shoulders.
who's never heard one of these podcasts before, you're like, what the fuck kind of podcast is this? What's a fight companion? If you just started downloading the podcast, what's happening right now is the UFC is on TV on Fox Sports 1. We watch the card. We get fucked up. We talk over each other. We talk nonsense. We make a lot of ludicrous statements that get blown up in the MMA media. We write 3 or 4 articles for them. 3 or 4 articles for these journalists, and we have a good time.
They're just all on standby
Yeah.
like this, and go.
Go. And so we'll let you know if there's when the fight starts. We'll let you know at the moment it starts, because if you're trying to watch it live, we're like 5 or maybe even more seconds behind you. How many seconds, Jamie? Like 10, maybe?
Yeah, at least
Hey,
because we got to watch it when they do. And
Joey.
this goes to the internet.
Yeah. There's
Joey, really quick. Hold on.
Joey's calling. We're,
Joey.
Yo.
We're on air right now on the fight companion. What's up?
No, I was switching around, but I forgot you were up there. No worries.
You watching
Joey!
the? You hear Joe?
What happened?
You hear Joe?
What you saying?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, we're doing a podcast. Let's just do this podcast, Eddie. Jesus Christ. Let's do it. So,
What did you say?
nothing. We're doing a podcast, Joey. We love you.
We love you.
Okay,
We'll let you
having
go.
red wine.
Right.
Stay
Okay,
black.
so yeah.
All right, so when the fight starts, we'll let you guys know at the moment it starts. We'll say ready now. And if you can, like, just pause your DVR and sync it up with that. There's no good way to do this. The only way to do this really is if, like, you watch it afterwards and you watch it on the DVR and you got the laptop there and you sync it up. Otherwise, just
Just
We'll be sipping on
enjoy.
a 2010
Yeah.
Chianti.
Well, the
San
good
Lorenzo.
news is we're not ahead of you, so we're not going to notice some shit and go, "Oh shit!"
fuck.
And then you go, "When's it coming? When's it coming?" That would suck.
Yeah.
That would suck. But it's all good. These I discovered these. Never going to eat regular pistachios again. They're already shelled.
Ooh.
Makes pistachios seem like nonsense.
That's
This
brilliant. It
stupid
seems to be the
game.
fad these days because I found Starburst the same way, unwrapped.
Ooh, Starburst unwrapped.
Unwrapped, guys.
Oh.
Really?
How do they keep them from
Look
sticking
at,
to each
Candy,
other?
look at Candy Boy over there.
What'd you say?
How do they
candy.
keep them from sticking to each other? They put talcum powder on them?
Yeah. a lot of
They
baby
kind of
powder.
stick together. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's
But
a
so
reason
what?
those wrappers are on there.
Yeah, but so what?
Well, they're not as tasty. I feel like the wrapper kind of seals the flavor.
juices?
Yeah, for reals.
That makes
Take our time
sense.
with this wine, guys. Somebody
That
made,
makes
spent a lot of
sense.
time making this.
So what is this wine? You're a connoisseur.
I got
Bryan
ourselves.
Callen.
I got us a beautiful Chianti, a 2010 Chianti, and Castello di Amma San Lorenzo. Don't know what that means, but it's an earthy piece of work here. There you go. Now the difference is you're going to get some earth in your wine. You're going to get some leather and some.
Please don't make me hate you.
dirt. Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Just don't do it.
don't start
okay,
this
Ray
off.
Borg, Ray Borg, and boy, how do you say this gentleman's name? Geane
Jean.
Herrera.
Jean.
Is it Jean?
Jean.
Gene, Mr. Herrera. We'll call him Mr. Herrera.
Beautiful body
Ray
on him.
Borg's a bad motherfucker though, and really good on the ground. This should be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that guy's got a great body.
Both
and
of
the
them
skin
do.
on him.
Shredded. You have to be. They're fighting 155 or 45.
No,
Is this
that's,
45?
that's smaller. I think that's.
You ever seen a
45 or-
fat 45er? It's a bad sign.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
good.
that's true.
That's danger.
No one's
that
like, God,
true?
this 45er's out of shape,
He's a
everybody.
chub. Yeah.
Check out
Yeah.
the love handles
Or,
on that
I've seen a
45er.
few 55ers that were like a little on that body fat side.
Really?
Are featherweights too big for you,
A
personally?
little bit. A
They're
little bit.
too big.
I mean, my type.
Dude, these guys
Yeah.
are
You ever
125.
date lightweights?
Well, you're in my pocket. You are in my pocket.
What the fuck are you talking
Too
about?
light in the ass
Sorry.
for you, Count?
I'm very happy with Bravo's hair
Me
and,
too,
and
man.
shoulders.
You look
Beautiful
good.
man. It's a beautiful
He's a
man.
beautiful man. He's a beautiful
Thank
young
you.
man.
Thank
Eddie
you.
Bravo's a beautiful man.
45, son. 45.
That's young to me.
Wow.
That's young to
You
me.
don't look it, man.
Thank you. I just shaved.
45 and
He doesn't look
six.
45.
I had a gray beard an hour ago, so
Yeah, he doesn't look 45 at all.
Not at all.
thank
No.
you.
You
look
look
beautiful.
every bit of 28.
Jesus.
Really?
20.
I would say
I'd be
28.
cool with
I give you
29.
32, 33.
Dude, they're trying to fuck you. Okay, I've been there before. I
What
just
do
want
you
you
do?
to be
No,
careful.
that's bullshit. Come on, we're going to this party. You should come with us.
Bro,
Joe's
for
busy.
real.
Trust-
It'd be
dude,
just the two of us.
I know that you think that you can just be friends with guys.
Have you seen this?
you
Have you
can't.
seen the moon at 10 and 11 on the beach?
You know, there's a sushi restaurant at the top of La Cienega.
We've got
You
our
gotta
own
go up.
place.
Yeah, you ever seen the Sunset Marina? We'll figure it out, man.
The moon.
Have you ever done like one
Okay,
step
here we
sparring?
go. All day. Ready?
Oh, shit.
Fights 4:57 on the clock right now.
Yeah.
So here we go. First fight of the night. 450 right there. Bam. So sync that bitch up. Oh, right hand.
I'm just going to start.
Look at this.
Ooh,
Damn. Borg with the big takedown.
Terrible wrestling.
Borg is strong as fuck, man.
Bro, in every fight, I know you guys, you let me know what you think, but their trunks drive me fucking nuts. White and black and white. Hey, how about we
Right.
switch it up? Why not red and blue? The corners, red, blue.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
It's confusing.
They had a whole warehouse of shit that they had to get rid of, and that's the first stuff that we're going to, because they have to supply them. How cool is it for the UFC? Reebok steps in and they give them all this cash, and it doesn't cost them anything. They're like, they give them cash, and they get to dress their fighters.
Well, did you see that
You know what
the
I mean?
Reebok guy?
What a
Did you
great
see
deal.
the interview, Joe?
No.
I think he's the president, or he has something to do. He's like the head of something with Reebok that deals with the UFC. He said your ass is next in line to be wearing Reebok.
What does that mean?
It means that he basically said they rush to get things done because they said, you know, how come some fighters' names are misspelled? You know, and he goes, listen, there's over 500 guys. What do you expect? Well, for sure, spell people's names right and have everyone on there. That's what I expect. And then he goes, you know, we didn't think far enough ahead. We just want to get this out. So we didn't think about the ring card girls or Joe Rogan.
It doesn't matter. I don't have a contract with them.
Well, you're going to be
This is
wearing
all-
pumps, my man. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm going to wear what I feel like wearing.
Well, you better
That's
like
what I'm gonna
pumps
wear.
then.
What if they give you money?
Or I won't
What if
do
they
it. I
give you
don't have
money?
to do it. Like, unless I
just
had some
fucking
sort of
with
a
you.
deal with Reebok, I'm not going to wear their stuff for free. I'm just not. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm not a fighter. I'm not in the same situation where you get paid for it. And I would have to decide whether or not I would want to do that. The problematic aspect of this. There's many, but that's one of the big ones.
But if they
is that
offered
don't
you
have
a
decision.
contract and are like, hey, we
I have
need
to
you to
think
wear
about
these
it.
UFC Reebok pumps for every show.
You know what I like, dude? I like Chucks.
Me too,
I
brother.
wear them all the time.
Fuck
I
yes,
like 'em. That's what I
Rogan.
want. If Converse wants to come with some cash,
Yeah,
I got you. You know why? Because these are what I like. I wear these all the time. It's all I wear.
There's been amazing jiu-jitsu going on, man, and we're talking about Reebok.
Occasionally, I'll wear Nike.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would wear Reebok if they were cool sneakers. I don't have like a brand that I love. Some
Both
serious
of these
inside heel
guys,
hook.
both of these guys are really good on the ground. Both are really good, man. We're seeing a high-level jiu-jitsu match right here. Seriously, these guys are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of jiu-jitsu and thrown in with punches and shit too.
And I don't know either of these guys.
Did you see the Jake Shields here? Speaking of which, because he's going for this Kimura, did you see the Jake Shields Pajaras fight?
Yes, I did.
Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
What the
How fucked up was that? Poking his eye 8 times and stuff like
Yeah.
Is Paul Harris the most dangerous guy in the world? I
He's
think
scary.
so.
He's scary.
Because he's going to poke you in the eye and rip your fucking arm off.
Well, he's also taken stuff to some crazy different primal level. You know, like the eye poking and the holding the submission. Even after all he's been through, he's been kicked out of the UFC for it, and he still holds submissions.
You know, they warned him in the back. That's why he got banned, because in the back they go, listen, if you get a submission, do not hang on to it. We're not giving you another warning. This is it. What's this motherfucker do?
Yeah.
Hangs on to
And
it.
Jake Shields was just owning him, just controlling him on the ground. Then he started poking him in the eye. You know, it was just really fucked up. And really messed his eyes up, by the way.
Dude, yeah,
Really
his,
jacked
his
his
eyes
eyes up.
His eyes look really bad. He's just a scary dude, man. But he did catch
a
that
bad
submission. He legitimately
Clean.
caught Jake.
Clean.
Legitimately
Super
caught him.
clean.
So the end of the fight is not in dispute. But how did he
Jake
get
couldn't
there?
see.
Yeah.
Jake
that's-
couldn't see in round 3. He could not see. He was like, I can't see.
In the corner,
and
they asked him.
Tarek wanted to call the fight,
Yep.
and he goes, "Don't call it." He couldn't see. He was.
my
He
God.
literally was fighting at blurs.
Yep.
That
You know,
guy's an
so
asshole.
You know, Jake Shields is one of the best passers in MMA, period.
Right.
He's one of the best passers in the whole game, if not the best. If not the best. He's awesome at passing.
Yes.
And he passed Husamar Pajaras' guard a few times, and that itself was impressive because Pajaras' jiu-jitsu all the way around is top-notch. He's not just good at leg locks. He's good. He doesn't have any holes in his game.
He's world-class.
He's world-class everywhere. And the one thing that I was really impressed with is his side control escapes, his guard recovery. If you watch that, it was beautiful.
You're talking about Paul Harris
escapes.
or
Yes.
Paul Harris.
Paul Harris, the way he dismounted and the way he, because Jake Shields was passing his shit. It wasn't easy.
But he
It was
ruins
not
all
easy.
that. He ruins all that being a fucking moron.
This is what I'm saying. Look at this triangle attempt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is that like it's very primal when he's fighting. It's like it's animal shit.
Yeah, man.
Did
It's like barely
Jake
can hang on
Shields'
to the
shoulder,
rules.
did it get tore off? Is rotator
He has some
cuff-
damage, yeah.
There's damage in
Yeah.
there?
Oh, it has
There's
to
got to
be.
be,
Yeah,
right?
His shoulder and his eyes are all jacked up.
What about
Both eyes.
Mazzagatti?
Mazzagatti.
What wouldn't?
He's just not good. Mazzagatti just look. Dana's been saying it for years that he's the worst referee in the business. I don't know if he's the worst, but he's made some fucking
He's up there,
giant
bro.
errors. He made a big error in the Frank Mir Brock Lesnar fight. That's one of the big ones because Brock Lesnar was completely locked up in a submission and he took too fucking long. There was tap, 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 and then he's moving in. He doesn't train, and if he doesn't train, he's never been tapped. If he doesn't tap, especially to a leg
has
lock
no
like
idea,
that,
man.
he doesn't know how close you are to getting your shit destroyed.
Well, that's what Big John McCarthy was saying. He trains every day jiu-jitsu, and he goes, I train to
As
keep
does
up
Herb
with the
Dean.
kids. Yeah, he
As
goes, I
does
train to
Herb Dean.
keep up so I know what's going on. A lot of these guys don't train, so they don't know what the fuck's
well,
going on.
Mazzagatti was in the wrong place too. You don't tap the guy's back.
Hell
The
no.
guy's got a fully locked Kimura. You get in between them. You let him know without any question that the
It's
thing
done.
touching his back is not the it's not the fight.
Tapping on
'Cause
his
he doesn't
back?
know.
No.
Look, Paul Harris is a fucking gorilla, right?
Yeah.
He's destroying. He's in the middle of yanking. He's in the middle of winning, and he feels something touching his back. He doesn't know what the fuck it is.
Right.
I mean, it's almost not his fault. He knew that Jake Shields was tapping for sure, but Murilo Bustamante, who was his coach, almost lost to Matt Lindland, tapped him and then had a tap again. I shouldn't say almost lost because he dominated the fight, but he got fucked because he tapped Matt Lindland. He caught Lindland in an armbar. Lindland said he tapped, but then let go, and then he caught him in a guillotine and finished.
Mazzagatti's what
Joe-
we call
Joe-
les incompetents.
You know what? You can't blame that on Mazzagatti, man. That was Husamar Pajaras' craziness.
It's both. It's a combination
it
of
was his
both.
craziness.
It's both. I can guarantee you, if John McCarthy was refereeing that match, it would have been different.
100%.
John would have bowled him
but you
over.
gotta
He would have
remember,
got in
tackled
between
him.
them.
He also
Right.
probably would have taken a point away from that blatant eye
Exactly,
gouging.
as would Herb Dean.
Yes.
Yeah,
as
they
would
were
Herb Dean.
shouting.
Herb Dean
They were
took the
shouting. They were
point
going,
real
he's
fast.
gouging his eyes, and Shields kept going, and his eyes were
Well, did you hear
bleeding.
what Mazzagatti said? He said, "I'll take care of it." And Jake
Yeah.
said, "No, you won't. No, you're not doing anything. You're not taking. No, I'll take care of it." What does that mean? You're going to talk to him? He's going to smile at you and poke him in the eye.
That was one thing. That was one thing for sure. Maybe Mazzagatti fucked up really bad there. But if you watch that Kimura, that was in transition. It's so nasty. It was a huge transition from the bottom to the top, and then he switches and. There's just no way he could have got there in time. I think the pat on the back was like, this is the quickest I can get here. Not, I'm going to bypass trying to stop him and go around and try. He was just not in position.
Look at this. Mounted guillotine. Mounted guillotine. Ray Borg.
Ooh, that's nasty, too. He has his legs locked up.
Oh, dude.
It looks like it's over, kid.
Yeah,
it looks like it's over.
This guy's battling
Clear
it out.
the legs, son.
Isn't it amazing?
Clear the legs.
All you have to do. All you have to do is get out of that fucking mount, get those legs separated. That mounted one, too, when they're doing like a guard from the top, when they cross their legs like that, God damn, that's nasty.
Joey Benavidez style.
Which one?
When Benavidez, when Benavidez, right there with the mounted guillotine, when Benavidez tapped Tim, who the fuck was it? Tim Means?
Yeah.
No, not Tim Means.
Tim
Elliott.
A mounted arm and
He
guillotine?
had to tap with his feet. Both his arms were trapped. He was getting guillotined. Both his arms were trapped, and he's slapping with his feet like a dolphin. He had to tap with his feet. Benavidez got a nasty one.
These guys have very good jits, man.
So let me tell you about being in Brazil, watching Ronda Rousey walk out into the arena with 16,000 people. Originally, they were chanting over her fucking song. Like, she's going out there with her song, and they're going, "Who vai who vai
saying you're gonna die."
Yeah, that's that "You're Gonna Die" song that they always sing.
Been there.
And then people they're like touching her as she's walking.
One dude slapped her in the face.
Flag at her and stuff.
Kind of like slapping at her. I mean, they have to reach really far, so they're trying to touch her. You know, that she's not close enough for them to just, know exactly how to reach her. So they're trying to reach like a white guy jumping up trying to touch a basketball rim. Yeah. Like you can't really do it delicately.
Yeah.
There's
no passive way to do it.
You gotta do your best to try to touch her. But dude, she walks forward with this fucking stare of death. Like she didn't give a fuck about anybody else. Amazing. All that stuff was just nonsense. Total tunnel vision. And while it was happening, I was like, whoa, we're seeing some crazy history shit here. Like there's something about her right now where she's kind of transcended this sport in some crazy way.
You're emotional.
Dude, I almost cried. I almost fucking cried.
I
almost cried when I was interviewing her because I felt like, when I always say that if you could tell your kids, like I was there when Muhammad Ali beat Sonny Liston.
Yeah, Rumble in the Jungle.
There.
That was Ronda.
What did you say though?
I was there when Mike Tyson beat Trevor Berbick and won the title, the youngest heavyweight ever. I was there. You know, if you could say that, like wow, like Dom Herrera always talks about Michael Spinks. He was there for Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks. He goes, Joe, I was in the audience. I saw him in the eyes. There's like it was a historic event.
You know, the only difference is when you say those names, and I'm not hating on Ronda, but when you say like Evander Holyfield or Tyson, I was there for that. Yeah. Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, I was there for that. I was there for Ronda versus Betch Correia.
No, listen, Betch Correia is the best chick in Brazil at 135. They couldn't.
No, she's not.
Well, why
she's
is
ranked number 8?
There's Brazilians ranked higher than her?
No, she's ranked number 8.
No, but Eddie said the best chick in Brazil.
Cyborg's the best chick in Brazil.
Listen,
yeah, but she can't make the weight. Yeah. But that's a different story. And she just recently got signed by the UFC.
This is Ronda's first time in Brazil. You know, it's her first time in Brazil. It's that when Ronda came to Brazil, that's what he's talking about. It could have been fucking,
it's different.
Whatever.
It's different. I think it's different.
Listen, it doesn't have to be equal. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it is without a doubt an historic event.
When she fights, for sure.
1.5 million Instagram followers in a fucking day.
How many?
1.5 million.
That's
dude,
significant.
This pay-per-view is going to be bigger than UFC 189. It's going to be bigger than the Conor McGregor fight.
That's insane.
She's
by far the biggest star.
There's all these memes all over the internet saying, don't be a do-nothing bitch, because that's what she said. She said, I'm not some do-nothing bitch that sits around waiting for some millionaire to fuck her. And like everybody's like, holy shit. She's the most gangster chick of all time.
She's not just she's like the walking example of feminism, like or meritocracy. Like she does it.
Exactly.
She doesn't talk it like Gloria Steinem. She does it.
Asking to be judged on a curve at all.
No.
Dude, she walked out when she knocked her out. She KOs her, and then she goes, "Don't cry," and then walks away from her and struts around the ring.
She's a different demeanor, bro.
Strutting
Did she really
around
shit
the
in her
octagon.
pants?
No,
that's
fake.
fake. Oh, that's fake. Okay.
She's strutting around the octagon, and the audience has to give it up. They have to cheer for her.
Oh, she's destroying these girls. And now you're gonna give us Misha Tate 3?
But in Brazil, Captain Negative over here. In Brazil, even in Brazil, they're cheering for her at the weigh-ins.
Amazing.
They were booing Betch Correia in Brazil at the weigh-ins.
She's
And it's
by
not-
far the biggest star.
But it's not like
She's
Conor
transcendent.
McGregor.
She's transcendent.
It's not like Conor McGregor flying Irish people over.
Yeah.
This is actual Brazilians. This is actual Brazilians booing one of their own countrymen, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
an insanely
she's-
proud and nationalistic country.
I think she's undeniable, and there's a human example here
Yes.
of triumph over all odds in a way. Like, just to be a woman and in such a short period of time to be the biggest draw. Where I was in where the hell was I? I was doing stand up in Dallas, and I was in this bar. It was just packed, and the minute she walked out, just on screen, everybody went crazy. If you told me that a woman could garner that kind of attention as a fighter, I would have told you 3 years ago.
Well, she's
whatever.
just not like anybody we've ever seen before. When you say a woman fighter, you're judging on the women fighter that you've seen up until her.
Right.
Even the girls that were really good as like boxers, like Christy Martin was kind of fun to watch, and Layla Ali was fun to watch.
Even Gina
and
Carano.
Lucia Riker and Gina Carano's fun to watch. But this is another
Different.
level.
Another level.
This is some Mike Tyson shit.
Yes.
She's the female version of Mike Tyson.
Did you
These
think
girls are
in
fucking
any-
terrified
She's
when they
even
get in
more
there with her.
dominant than Tyson.
Did you think that she would dispatch Correa that easily? I mean,
I thought she would submit her.
Right
I thought
before-
she would ragdoll her and maybe beat her face in with elbows. That's what I was thinking.
I think if they fight 100 times, that fight goes like that 100 times.
Yeah.
It's
I think
no
she does whatever
competition,
she
man.
wants.
She does whatever the fuck she wants to that girl.
She does whatever she wants
Yeah.
standing. She does whatever she wants on the ground.
I called UFC
Oh, a lot
190
of blood,
honey
man. Look at
dick.
that. Oh my God! Look at Ray Borg's head. It's squealing blood. Look at that. It's flying out of him. That is crazy, dude. That is like a broken faucet. They're stopping it because of the blood.
It's on his eye.
What is? Yeah, it's on his cheek. But
I think it's
all his
above the eye, bro.
Blood is pumping. It looks like there's
Is
something
it on his cheek?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Can you tell?
It's like the slit of that eye, huh?
Yeah. Oh, it is on the eyelid. Oh, it looks like more. Yeah, it's the eye. It's like at the slit.
That's at the bottom. You're good because it goes down.
They shouldn't have stopped that. He's in a really good
No,
position.
that's bullshit.
Well, they better put him back in that position. That's one
They
thing
are.
Herb
Oh, they
always
are?
does. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's good.
Think about what you're saying about Ronda right now and how this is such a historical time, and what Callen's saying, and then even the fact that Brendan is like saying like, well, she's not really getting any competition. Put all that together, and then you look at Cyborg. You know what I mean?
Different
You're
level.
talk-
Cyborg's nowhere near Ronda's level.
Yeah, but
No, no, what I'm saying
Cyborg's in the CFL.
Cyborg is
mean as a
nowhere
fighter,
near
she's not?
Ronda's
Yes.
level.
Not even close.
Wait, wait, you just
wait a minute.
wait a minute.
What do you mean?
Cyborg is
What do
nowhere
you mean,
near
as a
Ronda's.
fighter?
As a fighter, yes.
What?
Because if Ronda's not facing, if we're gonna make fun of Ronda's competition,
I'm not making fun of Ronda's competition. You are.
And I'm saying Ronda's competition is nothing. That's how much better she is than those girls. And it's not Ronda's fault. It's not the UFC's fault. It's the state of the female fights right now. It's just that's what it is. It's so new.
And Ronda's pretty
Cyborg's-
fucking badass, dude. You know what I mean?
She's the best we have ever.
I don't
We won't
think
see
it-
another. But Cyborg's, she's just not in the same realm as Ronda.
Well, that's just because she doesn't get any fights. I mean,
No.
she's fighting these girls.
Oh, you're talking about popularity wise.
Everything across the
But
board.
physically-
hold on,
physically.
dude. You know,
Everything.
she had a
Oh, come
kickboxing.
on.
She had a kickboxing bout with this chick. Her name was J.O. I know how you say it.
Yeah,
I think
she's a world
Jorina-
champ, and she
Jorina
lost?
Bars.
And the one she lost?
She lost.
Yeah, yeah.
She fought like one of the best female kickboxers on the fucking planet. A chick that can't get a fight. Nobody wants to fight her. Bars is badass.
She fought her to the distance,
and
too.
She went the distance with her, and which is not her sport because she's an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
There is a big difference,
Huge.
especially with the big gloves on. The fight, it's just not the same. She can't take people down. She can't. There's a lot of things you can't do. But that chick, she got in there with one of the best in the fucking world. She's trying to fight people, but there's all the allegations of steroids.
Well, she's failed test.
Yes,
There's no
she failed
allegations.
one test. She failed one test. Yeah.
Look at her physically.
No, you're right. Absolutely. Look, I'm a Chris Cyborg fan. Let me just say that right now. As a fight analyst or a fight fan, she's fun to watch, man. I mean, I don't know
She
if it's
can
fair.
bang. I mean, isn't her striking and her jiu-jitsu
She's
world
tough, dude.
class? I mean, as far
Well,
as in
she's a brown belt level on the
Yeah.
ground. She's really good.
I wouldn't say
really
she's
good brown
world.
belt.
She's not as good as Ronda on the ground.
No,
not
but
even
she's
close.
fucking way bigger.
she hits.
Way
She looks
bigger.
like she hits
Like a
harder
Mack
than
truck.
any
Yeah.
woman like, and that's unforgiving, right?
Yeah.
So if
Oh,
she,
yeah.
But
then again,
now get her to 135.
There you go.
Let's see her
There you
hit
go.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that Robin Black had a really good point. Robin Black, who's one of the best fight analysts out there and good dude. I had him on the podcast. Very, very knowledgeable and a huge fan of the sport. He's like, it's bullshit. All she has to do is eat less and run. Everybody does it. You want to lose weight, you can lose weight. Fucking 50 Cent did it for a movie. He lost like 100 pounds.
Look at fucking Matthew McConaughey.
Exactly. Matthew McConaughey
Looked
did
like he had AIDS.
People can do it. You can do it. People do. What about Homeboy with fucking Batman? What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Christian
yeah,
Bale
but can you
in the
fight?
Machinist?
But can you fight it that way?
Well, you
can fight it anyway.
Dude, you
Just
can
get down
fight.
to a weight
She
and
can
fight.
fight even better if you don't ever cut weight. How about that? How about you let her fight at 170? That's what she walks around at.
Right.
No, it's bullshit. There's a reason why you have to cut weight. You have to cut weight because they're trying to figure out some way where you can both agree on even terms.
I don't think she has
you
the bone
can't be
structure.
any heavier than 135.
Well, 5 pounds,
24.
5 pounds. Any athlete, if Dana called me up right now, I was like, "Hey, Brendan, listen, we need you to get to 185, and you can fight the champ at 185. I'm going to try my fucking best to make that fight." I'm sure it's fucking like, no, we got to do it at 190. No, whatever they want, I'm going to do. Especially if I'm Cyborg. I want to become relevant.
Yeah.
I have to make.
Okay, but
yeah,
we're
lose
talking
35.
about
Just
Cyborg.
lose it.
Cyborg, they asked how much she was walking around at. She goes, about 175. She did.
Well, here's the
she did an
thing.
interview. That's
First
a lot of weight.
That is a lot of weight, and it's very unusual.
A lot of weight.
But here's the other thing.
It's not normal
One of
either.
the things about steroids, and this is not saying that she's on it. I'm not making any allegations. But one of the things about the people that compete on them is that they find it very addictive. And it's not just a matter of the fact that it allows you to heal. It's not just a matter of the fact that it gives you, this ability to train harder. But it also, there's a confidence thing where you're on this shit.
Yes.
And they all talk about it. They all talk about it. Like when I was on it and I was fighting, I felt invincible.
Especially
They
if
would
a
all talk
female. You
about
put
it.
testosterone in a female's body,
Yes.
it's going to change some things. Bone
Exactly.
structure.
And
but-
attitude, the way she fights.
What?
She fights like an angry dude.
Yes.
She mauls
So you
bitches.
take that away, and again, I'm not saying she's on testosterone.
Right.
She's failed a testosterone test
Yes.
before.
If you look at the two factors, the fact that she's failed the test before and the way that she looks,
Her voice.
especially
How about
the
her
way
voice?
the way she used to look when
Yes.
she was in Strikeforce and she fought Gina. Okay, all that nonsense aside, I think it's worth when we know what we know about the sport, it's worth considering the possibility.
I agree.
Right? That's fair.
That's fair
about
as
fair
fuck.
as you can get.
Yes.
That said, she's just bigger. She's way bigger, and this idea that Ronda has to move up, like. She doesn't.
Why would Ronda move up?
Why does she have to do anything? She's the champ.
Because to the common folk, to the common fan, no one knows who Cyborg is.
This is not a matter of her not being able to do it. It's a matter of her not taking any of the steps to attempt to do it. Like, if you really want to do it, what you do is you make that weight.
Hire Mike Dolce.
You hire Mike Dolce, you make that weight, and you put up a fucking video of you making that
Yes.
weight. Here, I'm weighing in, 135. See, I can do it. Ronda, let's do this, bitch. I want my title.
Boom, biggest
Bam,
biggest women's fight ever.
Biggest fight ever.
Ever.
Biggest fight ever.
Ever.
What do you
Ever.
think
I
would
said
happen?
that shit back at JRE 1 whatever when Ronda was on Joe Rogan's show. Before the UFC even had chicks. You know what I thought? What freaked me out is when Cyborg fought Gina Carano and Strikeforce. I worked for the UFC for 8 years.
Yeah.
You're used to the crowd and what it sounds like. I never heard a crowd like that ever. In all the hundreds of shows I've been to, that sounded like a Beatles concert. When Gina Carano came out, it sounded like it was a Britney Spears concert.
'Cause she's
and I
hot.
thought, wow.
Multiply that times 100,
yes,
and that's Ronda in Brazil.
yes,
They were
yes,
screaming
yes.
like Justin Bieber was on stage.
Yes, Damn.
Girls
exactly.
were screaming. It was like Elvis was there. in the
I think
60s.
Ronda
Damn.
beat Cyborg even at 145.
Really?
You might be right.
But I don't think Ronda has any reason to. What? I'm the champ.
Reason? That's the biggest fight of all time. That's the biggest fight of all time.
It's a
for
dangerous
everybody.
Cyborg. For Ronda, it's dangerous.
very
For everybody.
dangerous fight.
Not for Ronda.
It's a
very
dangerous fight, but that's
dangerous
what
The
Ronda.
public doesn't know who Cyborg is, so they don't give a fuck.
Hey, listen. If Cyborg fought, if signed right now in the UFC, how long would it take for them to blow that the fuck up, and everybody knows who Cyborg is, and they'll
It'll take a while.
Oh, it will take fucking 1 week.
Nope.
Okay,
A better
let me ask
idea.
you this. Let me ask you
Come
this.
on.
Let's look at this rationally. Let's say we know for sure, because we don't know anything for sure, right? But let's say we know for sure that Ronda is not juicing. She's not doing anything.
Guarantee
And
she's
then,
not.
Okay, I believe you. But let's say we know for sure, okay? And let's say we also know for sure that Cyborg might be on something. And she might be on something to make 145. Then are you okay with it? Are you okay with it if they both fight at 145 and one person is naturally bigger and might be on something?
No.
I don't
fuck
care
no.
when they.
Hell
I don't
no.
care
No.
where they fight.
But
145,
this is my question.
135.
But hold on a second. This is my question. Do you have a different opinion about this with women than you do with men?
Not really.
I don't at all.
Here's the thing with Chris Weidman. Here's a perfect example. Chris Weidman's dominant champ, just like Ronda. If he was going to fight Vitor, and we knew that Vitor might be on TRT, I still wouldn't have a problem with it, and I don't think Weidman would have a problem with it either. I think Weidman would be like, "I'm going to still."
The reason I wouldn't have a problem. The reason I wouldn't have a problem is that because I think Weidman's already bigger.
Trouble.
You're right.
Weidman's already got a bigger frame and all.
But that's the point. It's a different fight.
It's a completely different fight. That's the problem. You know how dangerous Vitor is?
Oh,
he knocked Bisping's eye into fucking the next level. Bisping will never be the same.
KO'd Dan Henderson in 1 round.
Dan Henderson. Look at all these dudes. He was, what, 7 in a row, 6 in a row, just KOing dudes. Take him off testosterone. What the fuck was that?
His body doesn't look the same. He doesn't perform the same.
It's not even remotely close. It's like going from a Ferrari to a Civic.
So that's the question. Is like if she's capable of doing something.
Lexus.
I exaggerate.
If she's capable of doing something that's not natural to stay at 145 or to get up higher than 145 in the 170s, then what? How do you feel about the fight then? Because then it becomes a different fight.
And then what's the UFC do? Let's say the UFC. Let's say they do that fight, and Cyborg knocks Ronda out.
Yeah,
knocks her out.
Dead. Yeah.
And then what do we do?
It's a beautiful thing. It makes everything beautiful.
It's not.
It doesn't matter if
really?
she loses. It makes it better. It makes it better.
What if she loses? What if she loses and then Cyborg tests positive?
It makes the sport even more interesting.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Because then we don't have our star. We don't have anyone crossing over into pop culture.
Oh, who cares about
transcended.
that? That's all extra shit. We don't need that shit.
Eddie,
The fans don't need that shit.
You don't mind if someone is on the shit and they knock somebody out like that, and then you find out that the reason why she got knocked out like that is because the other person was enhanced?
I think it's cheating.
This is the thing. This is what the sexist in me. I have more of an issue with it for some reason with women.
Well, maybe because
I'm not comfortable with it.
right?
Yes,
I'm not comfortable with it at all.
What I'm saying, I'm not even comfortable with my opinions on it. Like I'm like, why do I have a different opinion if it's women and the woman was on something?
I agree. It's different.
Why.
When me and Ronda, when me and Ronda were hanging out, I would tell her, unless Cyborg agrees to the strict testing, you are not fighting her. There's no way.
It's you.
No, I'm not, I haven't talked to her in forever. But you know what I'm saying? When I was with her, and I still care about it. But the thing is there's no way you're taking this fight against fucking the Brazilian Drago if she's on shit, unless she's gonna unless she's gonna enlist in VADA testing. There's no way.
At 145, she's just a way bigger human being.
It's dangerous, man.
What you guys said before, just lose the goddamn motherfucking weight already.
Yeah. Lose the weight. Yeah.
I would
Stop
also
with
say
this. It's a fucking journey shit.
For her to get,
what the fuck is going on? Just lose the goddamn weight.
Yeah,
it's the biggest fight of all time. The fuck you doing, Cyborg? Let's do it. I want to see it.
In a way, getting down to 35 would cancel out, in some ways, the idea of testosterone. In terms of, I think it'd be hard to do it.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to do it when you've lost literally 45 pounds.
Well, she would also have to guarantee that she actually made the weight. Because another sneaky fucked up thing that people do is they just don't make the weight.
Yep.
Like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in his last fight. They contracted, the first fight was supposed to be at 168, then they moved to 170, and he didn't even make 170.
That guy drives me fucking nuts.
170.8, came in, he was out of shape, didn't fight well, fought like through just a few punches per round, but he was way bigger than
way
the guy.
bigger. And the guy would land 30 shots and he would land 2. And would wobble the guy.
And
you can't do that,
and
man.
Won the round.
Yes.
With just a few body shots. It was like literally like a guy
disgusting.
eating punches, getting close, and swinging with clubbing blows.
It looked like you and me in the ring. Swear to God. Julio Chavez Jr. was a big dude, and was a tiny guy.
Wow.
That's like Ronda and Cyborg. If they didn't agree to 135, you're gonna have some shit on your hands, man. That's not gonna be good.
It's gonna happen at 135. It's gonna happen, and imagine the fucking audience. Every niece, grandma, aunt, your girlfriends, everybody's gonna watch that shit. The whole fucking world in Africa and Latin America.
But
Eddie,
you don't know. The regular person has no fucking idea who Cyborg is.
What I'm saying
is,
no
idea.
But doesn't matter.
It's not a smart move. The smart move is Misha Tate versus Cyborg at 140.
This is brilliant.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
It becomes a gigantic fight. The world
kill Misha
sees
Tate,
it.
though.
No, you're not right. You're not right.
Happen immediately. I
you
said
never
let's
know.
do that. I'm not disagreeing with that.
It'll be the toughest fight that Misha Tate has ever had.
And Cyborg.
Or the toughest fight, rather, that Cyborg has ever had.
Really?
Misha Tate would be.
Yes.
100%.
Why is that?
Misha Tate's gangster.
Misha Tate is bad as fuck.
Gangster.
She's tough as fuck.
I'll tell
She's
you,
the only girl that's taken Ronda Rousey into the third round.
Yeah, but
and she's destroying every other girl.
Cyborg hits. All due respect to Misha Tate, I believe Cyborg hits a whole lot harder than Misha Tate does at 45.
I think you're right, but I tell you right now,
She's not fighting the same girls.
I would, with all due respect, I would favor Misha Tate over Gina Carano. And Cyborg and Gina Carano was a very competitive fight. That's the thing that people don't remember about that fight.
That was forever
Gina
ago.
Carano mounted her. You're right. She's better now, I'm sure. But Gina Carano, she was still fucking girls up
She was
back
fucking
then.
girls
Still
up.
fucking girls
She
up.
was
Gina
tough as
Carano
shit.
mounted
I think
her.
she'll
They
light up.
scrambled on the ground, and there was some control situations.
I think even Misha at 140, I think Misha Tate's gonna give Cyborg some fritz.
She'll get lit up. She'll get lit up.
And
Wow.
then nope.
She'll
And
get lit up.
then if they do it at 135 and she fights
Lit
right at
up.
135, it doesn't get past the 2-minute mark.
You know
in the
what?
first
She's not
round.
going to be able to take Cyborg down. Her wrestling's not that good. And Cyborg's
Misha's-
hard to take down. Cyborg's hard to take down, and she hits hard. I think Misha will get lit up. I love Misha, but Cyborg would be too much
but in
for
the
her.
You know what's
scrambles,
fascinating about this?
Too much for her.
Misha won the scrambles against Sarah McMahon. Sarah McMahon's an Olympic medalist. She's about to fight right now,
She
by the way.
she beat Sarah McMahon up.
Yeah.
You know
She
what's
beat Sarah
fascinating
McMahon
about
up.
this?
Sarah McMahon's world class.
Four guys are talking about passionately about women fighters.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's amazing.
That's what I'm talking about because
That's
what
amazing.
happens with Ronda Cyborg.
Who's Ronda fight up there?
is-
Go. Holly Holm.
Holly Holm.
She's not ready yet.
You know what?
Her
Whatever.
grappling's
Throw her
not
in there.
there.
Throw
You're
her in
right.
there.
That's
Throw-
the fight, though.
Throw her in
If
there.
I wanted to see a fight, that's the fight
That's
I want
the
to
one.
see.
That's the next one I'd want to see. And you know who's really tough is man. She just beat. She was on Invicta. She's like an old school fighter who's really good. She just beat a New Mexico Irene Aldana. Ooh, she's a what the fuck?
Hey, if you're Misha, and
look
you
it up on
came
your
in a
phone.
different lifetime and there was no Ronda,
She's a champ.
Misha's killing
She's a
shit,
queen.
right? You know what I'm saying? She's
But
the best.
Yeah.
She's as good as she is because Ronda is so goddamn good that the aspiration, like the inspiration, the top of the mountain is so high that everybody else, their vibration comes up.
They
their
have to
frequency
step their
comes
game
up.
up.
They have to.
Yes, she's like the Michael Jordan. Everyone's trying to pursue that.
There's something about her, man. She's got this crazy aura of
Who's that?
championship. Ronda.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when I really did almost cry when I was interviewing her. It was the moment was so powerful, and plus knowing her story with
insane.
her dad and the whole thing about this girl. I mean, whether or not that's actually what she was trying to say, but she was saying that she hopes Ronda doesn't kill herself, but Ronda's dad did kill himself. So that was like, it's part of her story. And she had all this extra motivation. And seeing her there and having daughters too, and just this like so much going on.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
There's
I
so
get
much
it. I'm
going
an
on.
emotional
She's
guy.
so goddamn
I'm an emotional
It
guy.
seems like
I
my
get it.
God, she's so powerful.
I think what's really important too about the steroid debate, and just as we're talking about whether or not, you know, whenever we get excited about a fight, we always assume, or we like to assume, that there, in many ways, there's an equal playing field. They're kind of starting, even though they may be genetically different and stuff.
Right.
You want to believe that nobody is actually doing underhanded things that clearly give you an advantage before you even get into the ring, right?
Yes.
And I think that's the heart of real competition.
Well,
that's what makes it so much fun. That's
You've
in a
been around
way-
the sport way too long to think like that, Brian. You've been around way too many
I'm not
professional
saying, hold on,
athletes.
I'm
to
just
think
saying
that way.
that's what we as
Yeah, he's
spectators
saying, like, as a culture.
want that.
True.
You know,
we
that's
want a
yeah.
level playing field.
So when we think about Chris Weidman and Luke Rockhold, all of us are really excited about that fight because we don't know
Best
what's going to
fight
happen.
ever.
We don't know what's going to
Middleweight
happen,
history.
and we wouldn't want to think Luke was doing something or that somebody was doing something underhanded to get an advantage before they even stepped in the ring. That's all, I guess.
Meanwhile, Ronda Rousey's in some crazy commercial
Beating
now.
up a panda
That's what I'm
bear.
saying.
That's awesome.
It's nuts, man. But the thing is, this isn't anything manufactured. That's what's crazy is this is really her. Like, she really is that badass. Like, her technique is spectacular. This isn't like, look, with all due respect, like Paige Van Zandt is tough as fuck, and she's really cute, and she has good scrambles. But when you see her, you see a young fighter that's learning how to fight.
Has a long ways to go.
Long ways to
Yes.
go. When you see Ronda launching bitches through the air, when she's dropping down on Misha Tate after a highlight reel fucking hip toss, boom, drops
Or Sarah
down on her.
McMahon body shot.
You're
It's
just
silly.
seeing some next level technique.
Have you ever
as
talked-
well as this aura
I agree.
as this epic person?
On a podcast, have you ever talked about an MMA fighter longer than we've talked about Ronda today?
Well, because there's so much controversy.
No,
Exactly.
man. I don't know.
Right?
With
Yeah.
guys, there's not too much controversy, right? It's pretty
Yeah.
cut black and white. With Ronda, it's not black
Well,
and
here's the
white.
deal, man. I think the UFC should have more women's weight classes. I think they should have a 145. And
There's
I
not
think
enough
if they
women,
did,
bro.
I think if they did have a 144, you build it and they will come, man.
Gabby
They have a
Garcia.
145
Build it and they will
Invicta.
come.
What about 225
Listen,
at
you don't-
heavyweight?
You just don't. That's true. That too. But I don't think you should have like you don't have to have that many fights. Like if you have a woman like Cyborg and she's at Invicta and she has these fights and they're every now and again. They're not that often. And when she's fighting girls that are a way lower level than her. Why not have those fights in the UFC? Why not have everybody aspire? Because that's exactly what you had in the strawweight division.
You're
until
right.
Jacek stepped up and became this monster at 115, just smashing everybody.
You're right. Well, do an Ultimate
I
Fighter
think
at
the
145
answer-
for females.
I think the
you can
answer-
get every female at 145
That's
fucking
exactly
doing
it. That's
Yeah, but
exactly
Instead
it.
of giving us the same old dudes and all that, do a 145, just all house, 16
Yeah.
145.
The answer might be that there are just too many fighters to begin with in UFC.
No,
And then-
there's so many cards.
Donald
You know what?
Trump
They
done.
should find out what Gabby Garcia can cut down to, and then focus a whole
200.
division on her. And she's not that big.
She's fucking
Dude, she's so shredded.
She's shredded.
Eddie.
But she's 200 plus pounds.
Is she over 200 pounds?
Yes.
Eddie,
she's
she's
over
even
200
shredded?
Yep,
Even shredded?
Yep. She's 6'3".
She is tall. She is pretty
She's
fucking tall.
6'3".
huge.
6'3".
She's
Have you seen-
giant.
on-
She
I
might be
follow
taller.
her. I
She might be
follow her.
6'4".
I follow
Right?
her
She
on
might be 6'4".
Instagram.
She could be. I think 6'3" is fair.
She's tall. I was in an
huge.
elevator with her in China for Abu Dhabi, and I looked up and like, holy shit! I thought I was standing next to Brock Lesnar.
I would ask her to carry me in a photo. If there was a
Gabby, I'm
photo
gonna-
with
I'm
me and
gonna
her,
look her
I'd
up.
ask her to carry me like a baby.
Me too.
You know what? The only opponent she's going to
she can
fight
carry both
are
of
like,
us.
because there's a, you know what?
There she is, right there.
She's
Look how
shredded now.
That's
Yeah.
200 pounds.
She lost a lot of weight. But she's
She lost
giant.
so much
What if she
weight.
just fights
She's
a bunch
still-
of? Because you know America got millions and millions and millions of fat bitches. Why don't they just throw like a
Hey, man.
like
Bro,
a
easy, bro.
Come on,
Take
we got
that
a whole
shit to
shitload
China,
of them. We got a whole shitload
We got
of
a
them.
farm of them.
Can you imagine?
We
Sir,
got
I'm
Can you
gonna have
imagine
that
just a
too.
bunch of fat bitches that Gabby's just shredded, just fucking up? She's 105-0
Yeah,
against.
but you don't want to run any drug tests on her either.
Either.
And
Bro,
by
you
the
bring
way,
in fat bitches to the UFC.
Maybe that surgery that she had might have weakened her chin too.
Like
because
Bigfoot?
She used to have, she had jaw reduction. It looks like, at least.
Yeah, it does.
That's the rumor. What does it say? I'm not lying, nor is Tito. UFC called my manager last night to see if I would fight Ronda at 135, December 5th.
Hey Tito,
Yeah.
hey
Yeah.
Cyborg, how about you take a lesson in business 101? And if the UFC asks you that, you don't fucking blurt it out and tell the world till it's done. Because now Dana came out and was like, "No, I never said that."
Did he?
Yes.
Well,
But still, it
she
brings it
shouldn't
up.
do
It's bring
that.
it up. So either way,
No, it's
Dana
stupid.
wants to make
Yeah, but
Tito's
she's
fucking her.
She's not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do. That's the
You're not
rule
supposed
number
to do
one.
that.
As soon as the UFC says, "Hey, we're thinking about you fighting whoever," please don't say anything.
Brandon,
When I
right now,
put-
let's be honest. Right now,
For sure,
can a
call me
girl
Brandon.
Look at
be
Sarah
that
McMahon.
buff?
Sarah
Naturally,
McMahon,
naturally.
yes, because
She's a
Ronda is
natural
because she's
metamorph.
been wrestling since she was a kid, and Ronda's
Sarah
been doing
McMahon,
judo since
when
she was
I
a
It's
kid.
possible.
When I
then. It's
interview her,
possible.
when I put my hand on Sarah McMahon, it's like Gleason T-Bow.
Wow.
She's
It's
so
possible?
yoked.
Wow.
I don't know.
possible.
I'm not an endocrinologist.
They've been
but
doing
that's
it-
what most girls look like to me.
Okay.
That to me, if
Well,
I
they
saw
went
them
from her to that. Jesus
Hilarious.
Christ.
Jeez, okay, let's watch this shit.
It is weird that you have women ring girls when women are fighting. I think Schaub, Big Brown, you need to strip down.
Dude, I'll do it, man.
Wax up.
I
I'd
won't wear
love to see
Reebok,
that.
but I'll fucking do it.
You won't wear Reebok.
Nah, I'll wear Reebok Speedo.
Were you bullshitting me about Reebok saying that I have to wear their shit?
No, in the interview it said we rushed this out to get the fighters done, and then they said, next we didn't even think about Joe Rogan or the ring card girls.
Well, that's another thing. Just like you were saying about Cyborg not talking about that, they shouldn't talk about that. Don't like. The whole
it's
thing
super
is silly.
sloppy. Their whole thing's super sloppy because people they're like, we know we're taking a lot of criticism on the outfit stuff like that.
Well,
but
how about they spell people's names wrong?
I know.
Damn, she's stuffing Sarah McMahon. She's stuffing her. Look at her.
She is.
Who is
Amanda
this chick?
Nunes. Amanda Nunes is badass. Dude.
Damn, she Brazilian?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's badass.
Oh,
Ooh, she slipped
she
there.
just slipped.
She
maybe broke
twisted her ankle.
Man, these
It's
women-
over.
Yeah, but basically what the Reebok guy said is, we rushed to get this done, so we've made some mistakes, but we're learning.
Why are you trying to scare Joe?
Doesn't matter. Dude.
I'm not at all. You can't really scare Joe.
Listen, man.
He's different because Reebok can say, "Hey Joe, jump," and he's not going to do it.
I would just not do the weigh-ins. It wouldn't be that hard. I would go and watch. I watched
that
the Ronda
Onyx
weigh-ins.
shirt. See ya, Joe.
Yeah,
See
I
ya.
watched the Ronda weigh-ins from the audience because they had a Brazilian guy that was introduced.
How did he do it?
Not so good.
Oh,
He needs work. Needs work on his enthusiasm. Just
He's
kidding.
no Joe
He was
Rogan.
fine. I don't know. I don't understand the language. Speaking.
Wow,
Look at this.
look,
Sarah
she's trying to-
McMahon.
she's
Look at
trying to
him
get her
take
back?
Taking it back. Lose the position.
Yeah, this.
Sarah McMahon.
Gabby, what's the woman on the bottom? What's her name?
Amanda Nunes. Tough girl. Very
Amanda.
tough.
She's tough,
tough.
but
Damn,
when you
really
watch
tough.
them and then you watch Ronda, it's like, bro,
Total different
it's like
level.
LeBron versus a fucking pickup game in the park.
No, it's
I
like
don't know about
LeBron
that.
versus me.
You know,
Yes.
LeBron was in
Straight
that.
up. Straight up.
LeBron was in that
Pickup guys
movie.
know how to play.
These girls look good. They look strong and fast.
You know, LeBron had a big part in that Amy Schumer movie,
Trainwreck.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I love it.
The first 45 minutes, I was screaming.
I
It
heard
was
it's one of the
amazing.
funniest movies ever.
It's
Dude,
great.
the first 45 minutes,
John
I
Cena's
couldn't
the
stop
the
going,
best.
"Ah!" But then, when you get really raunchy in a movie.
Sarah's hurt.
She get her in the eye. Looked like
caught
she
her
got in
with
the
a
eye.
bomb, dude. She caught her with a bomb.
Damn.
She's a pretty big underdog,
Sarah's
too.
tough, too.
Is she?
They're all tough.
Nunes is tough, dude.
Yes, she is.
So Sarah was an underdog. Sarah's not good on the bottom.
No,
man.
Sarah
She's
was
a
the
turtle.
favorite, I thought.
Well, she probably is.
Yeah.
Because she's an Olympic medalist, but she's not very good on the bottom. And I noticed that in the Misha fight.
That's a good back
That's a
take.
long
right there.
time.
That's a
Girl is-
professional
Oh,
back
she's
take.
getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Bro, name a
she's fucked,
wrestler
yeah.
who's really good on the bottom. It's
That's
tough.
the problem because
especially
they're
a female.
so dominant.
Yes.
They're so used to being on top.
They
Look,
spend all
Big
their
John's
time
about to
dominating
stop
on top.
this. Sarah's moving.
She's about to get choked out,
Oh,
son.
my goodness.
It's
Ooh, that's a
close.
shin
It's
crank on the
close.
chin.
I bet
It's
you she
close.
taps to it.
She's going
No,
chin to
she's
chin.
tough.
She's gonna tap.
She was looking to tap.
She's going to tap.
She's
It's
tapping.
over.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
damn.
Oh, my goodness.
Back to the
Amanda
drum.
That's a bad
Nunes.
bitch right there.
Amanda
She beat
Nunes
the
is
shit out of her.
badass.
Damn.
She is badass.
Holy
She's really badass.
shit.
Dude, look at that. She battered her.
Wow, she just said
fucked her
that she
up.
was the girl to beat Ronda. Wow.
damn.
Dude,
Every
Amanda
girl says
Nunes, I
that.
got a whole new respect for
Yeah,
this
but
girl
she
right
can't
here.
say she's the girl to beat Ronda because she just got ground out by Misha Tate. Oh, she's American top team. Powerful, Amanda. Good for
Wow.
her. She's
That was-
badass.
that
It's a
was
great walking
professional
around,
groundwork
too.
right there.
I love that she did this. Hopped over the fence. Fuck it.
Mike Brown.
Good for her. She's wicked. She's wicked, man.
That's 135, huh?
Yep.
Big
Damn.
win.
We got a new
she
star.
looked great.
Got a new star right there. 135.
But she was
Feed her
striking
to
against a
Ronda.
wrestler, so she was striking
You fucked
against
up,
a wrestler.
bitch. You
But-
fucked up.
But
Now
I'll
you got to
tell you
fight
what,
Ronda.
Sarah McMahon hits hard, and she
That's a
fucked
good fight
Misha
for
Tate's
Ronda right
eyeball.
there. You know what
She
I mean?
fucked
not.
Misha Tate's
I'm not saying
orbital up.
she's going to beat Ronda. I'm saying I would want to watch that shit.
Come on.
I would watch
look
it.
at-
I
look
want to
at-
watch her get fucked up.
Watch this, watch this,
Yeah.
watch this, watch this.
Oh, man.
Let's see it.
You're
Look
the
at
biggest
look at
Ronda
this.
fan ever now.
Boom! Oh!
Damn.
Look at this.
Yeah.
God damn. Sarah McMahon broke Misha's orbital.
Her eye was fucked up from that.
She hits hard, man.
For
and
sure.
Amanda battered her, dude.
Dude, you know what I don't want to see happen? Paige Van Ant's fight.
Joanna?
No.
Ooh,
Yes.
That's
No.
horrible.
No.
Because Paige is so damn hot,
She's
and
so
Joanna
cute.
is just
I would love to see
ruthless.
that. I would love to see
different
that.
level.
Eddie.
Total
I would
different
love to
level.
see it. Hey, you know what?
Why?
Paige Van Zandt is a fucking hustler. She might be able to pull it off, but you know what? I put all my money on Joanna. I'll never bet against her. But the bottom line is, I would love to. If that fight was coming on right now, if you just Paige Van Zandt, Joanna, I can't say her
I'd be
last name,
sad.
you'd freak the fuck out.
No, I wouldn't.
It's not a
you would-
competitive fight. It's not a
not
smart fight
competitive.
to make.
But you would want you wouldn't really care for the fight.
No, because I don't
Oh
see
my
Paige's
God.
face get
Oh my God.
destroyed. Have you ever seen another
Jesus.
female fighter
Like
destroy
Juliana
a girl?
Pena?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen another female destroy a girl's face like Joanna did to Pena.
It's
ever.
that's the
Jessica
beautiful
Pena.
part of the
Jessica
game. That's why we love the game.
Juliana Pena, the
I know, but when
135
it's
was
a-
also badass.
Come on.
She hasn't fought in a while.
Super
She's a
badass.
fighter. Paige Van Zandt trying to beat
badass.
up everybody. She just smashed. Who did she beat?
She beat.
The last
Felice
chick?
Herrig. She beat
Yeah,
Felice
she beat
Herrig.
the
She
shit
beat
out
the
of her.
braids off her. Yeah, she beat the shit out of her.
Were you sad?
Yeah, but no,
No.
that was a
It was
competitive
different.
fight.
It was
And
different.
Herrig,
Oh,
Herrig
you don't
was
think
actually
Felice is
the
that pretty?
favorite.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
So
I think
why weren't you sad?
Johanna's a monster, and she's going to throw elbows at Paige's dime piece face. And I don't want to see that get wrecked.
I agree with Brendan 100% on that.
I just think you shouldn't fight someone if you're not ready. And I think she's really learning MMA when Joanna's a 6-time world Muay Thai
Yeah,
champion.
she just doesn't have the experience yet.
Who's got
You're right,
nasty
Joe.
Anthony
takedown
Hardon.
defense.
You're
Her
right, Joe.
takedown defense is fucking
Give
stellar.
Paige like 4 fights and then give her to
Give her
Joanna.
Give her
4
give her
years.
4
Anthony
years.
Anthony
Yeah.
Hardonk, who is Ben Saunders' striking coach now. I hung out with him at the Chicago show, and he mentioned that Joanna was going and training with the Dutch guys at his gym for years, forever. They knew that she was
Gonna be a stud.
Yes, because she's this little girl from Poland training with all these giant monsters. He said there was nobody her size. She was in there sparring with big dudes.
I'm a fan.
She's just crazy, and they knew, man, if she keeps it up, they knew she would be a star.
She won me over in that Pena fight. I was like, holy balls! I've never seen a female like
It's
this.
Penne.
Hardonk,
Yeah, she smashed her.
Hardonk said
Pena, that's right. I'm saying Pena. My
Yeah.
bad.
that
Pena.
she's the
too.
best striker,
Period.
period
Yeah.
in MMA.
It's arguable. I said that today, and I did some UFC
You said that
countdown
too?
shit today. I'm like, she might be the best technical striker in all of MMA.
and
Forget
the
about
combo
women's
with her
strawweight
takedown
division.
defense, you take her striking and her takedown defense. God damn,
She's terrifying.
she's gonna be very hard to beat.
Hey,
she might not ever lose.
You know what's a good story is Juliana Pena versus
Yes.
Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
That's a good
Yes.
story.
Yes, eventually.
If
Why is that a good story?
there. Because she was on the Ultimate Fighter with her, you know.
Right.
She's Misha Tate's training partner. She doesn't like Ronda.
And you know what? She is mentally as strong as you gotta be to go against someone Ronda. She's
gangster.
tough.
I'm telling you right now,
She's
I'm very
gangster.
impressed with Amanda Nunes, man. She's no joke.
No, she's no joke.
Are you
for
kidding?
She's no joke.
She's
Sarah McMahon's back to the drawing board now.
dangerous.
Good Lord, is she ever? That's tough.
rough.
Man. She has a rough story too,
ultimately,
man.
every girl's
We
gonna
gotta
be
stop
that
talking
good.
over each other so much here, boys.
She has a rough story.
She has a rough
Sarah?
story. Yeah, I think her brother died or something like that in high school. That's why she started wrestling or some shit.
Sucks.
Nunes can crack too, man.
Everybody want to think I prepare very hard for this fight. Everybody, I live for fight. I die for fight.
They're all
Everybody-
getting better, man.
Everybody gonna pay.
They're all getting
attention
better.
to me now in the UFC. Dana White, I love you.
Well, how long has
beautiful
women's
that they're all
MMA
getting
been
better.
around, Joe?
Not very long.
2000.
Not very long.
2000
What
what?
would you be saying? Translate.
I just want to
Sick.
thank Bryan Callen for his acting and his comedy. For me, it's my big inspiration. It's my pleasure for me to watch him so much. So I wish he was here. And to kiss him just one time, his lips. I know he's married, but he's, he's skinny, but he's a beautiful ass.
How would Joey translate what she's saying?
Listen, Ron, I'm coming for you, bitch. You better run. You better hide. Lock your fucking cats up. We're raping everybody up in here. Hide your mom. Hide your mother. Hide your acai. Put your fucking beans and rice and Fogo de Chow's at half-mast. Run away, cocksucker. That's what he said when Eddie beat Hoyler Gracie. He called us up and he goes, Fogo de Chow's got their flag at half-mast today. Fogo de Chow has their flag at half-mast. That's one of the funniest things anybody's ever said ever.
That's hilarious. Got that flag.
He called
at half-mast.
while I did the podcast the day after, right? Wasn't it the next day?
Yeah. The next day.
That's one of those things I wish
Dude,
I thought of. That's so funny.
He's just so brilliant. He called us up. He's just like the funniest fucking guy ever. He was on the podcast when we were talking about suicide. It was fucked up. We were talking about knowing people that died, and I talked about this
Look at
girl
Brendan
that I
laughing.
this girl that I used to date that died. And I said, Joey, do you know anybody did you ever like date a girl and that she wound up killing herself? He goes, no. They should have. He goes, they should have. You get my fucking. He goes, I had chlamydia for 7 years. You get that fucking infested dick in your mouth. You just shoot yourself right in the head. You're crying. It was the funniest thing anyone's ever said in the podcast. Ever. I'm literally, I can't breathe. Tears are rolling down my face. This is the pause. He goes, no, they should have. They should have.
The reason I'm laughing is I heard the podcast.
Oh my God.
You know, you talk about Ronda being a phenomenon MMA. What about Joey fucking Diaz being a phenomenon, man? His followers are so goddamn. He's got some followers that would die for him and
Well,
kiss.
super low.
His periscopes. He periscopes every morning and he smokes a bowl and periscope, and he's got like 2,000 people watching him smoke weed every morning.
He's the best comedian ever.
Yeah.
I've seen them all. Ever. I've seen them all. I've seen everybody. I've seen live. I saw Kinnison.
Callen.
I saw Hicks in his prime. I worked with Richard Pryor, who's out of his prime. I saw Bill Cosby. I saw Rodney Dangerfield in his prime. I saw all these guys in his prime. I think Joey's better than all of them. Yeah. I think he's the funniest guy that's ever lived. He's the funniest.
Crazy
I don't
funny.
want to give up the bit. He has this new Bill Cosby bit. I was
Oh, no.
screaming and slapping the table. I was sliding under the table in agony.
I want to see it.
God damn, he's funny. He's the
amazing.
funniest guy ever.
Tell us
so
off
funny.
air.
Off air, I'll tell you.
He's so funny.
I don't want to give it up, but I don't know if he's at the store tonight. I don't know where he's at tonight, but god damn, he's good.
You know,
dude.
Bryan Callen,
I think, you know what? I
your
think
set?
he's right after me tonight. Hold on a second. I think he's at the store.
Tonight?
Yup. I'm bringing him up tonight at 11:30.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
bringing him up.
Sick.
I'm at the store at 11. It's Duncan Trussell, Bobby Lee, Duncan Trussell, me, and Diaz.
Jesus, power hitters.
It's a good lineup.
Boom. That's an hour of power right there.
Yep.
Joey's the best, man. And I love him. He's just a good dude.
How can you not love him?
Warm, sweet
He'll call
guy.
me. He'll call me. I mean, me and Joey are cool. We're cool, but he'll call me like, "How you doing, man? I love you. You doing all right?" I'm like,
Love
"Yeah,
you,
I'm
brother."
good, man."
Yeah, he said to me, he goes, you know, Joey Diaz is just a really good guy. What do you mean? He goes, just call me up and ask me how I'm doing. And told me he loved me.
He wanted to make sure I was all right.
He's beautiful.
He's old school gangster, man.
He's
He
beautiful.
don't want to text. He just wants to talk to you. He goes,
Yeah,
I gotta hear your voice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he goes, I go, how come you don't like text messages and voicemails? He goes, I'm insecure. He goes,
Yeah,
"I
my
wanna
fingers are
fucking
too
talk to
fat."
you." He goes, if I fucking talk to you, I know. What are we cool? Everything good? I
Yeah.
love you. All right, I love you. He goes, we're losing that shit. He's right.
Yeah.
He's right. He's 100%
How many
right.
times does someone text you something? You're like, what is that?
I know.
mean?
Yeah.
He's the only guy I talk to on the phone. Joey Diaz.
I gotta agree.
I don't talk to anybody. I talk
No,
to
I
Joe
talk to these two.
occasionally, but generally it's all texting.
You're right.
Everything is texting.
I talk to you occasionally.
Yeah.
I talk to Brian on a fairly regular basis, and I talk to you fairly regularly. and Joey, and that's it.
That's it.
And Duncan, and
Yeah.
Ari, and Ari.
I talk to Joey every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
But Ari mumbles
Seriously.
so bad, I can't talk to him on the phone. I have to,
What's wrong with him?
I have to be able to read his
Ari
voice.
Shapiro?
Because he just talks like this. I'm a rumble. Yeah, so this guy, fucking New York City, whatever.
Just
Is he still in New York?
Yeah, man. Dude, Ari is balling completely out of control right
Really?
now. His podcast is killing it. It's always like top 15, top 20 on iTunes in the comedy section. Selling out everywhere. Goes on tour internationally for like a month. He's doing a month like in Australia, doing a month in Scotland.
Good for
Just
him,
does
man.
whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Has an apartment in New York City that he's got somebody else leases it while he's not there. He has like a laptop. He has my old couch. Oh, he sold it.
He's not
sold my old
materialistic
couch.
at all. Like he's the most unmaterialistic guy in the world.
But he's got money for years now.
Yeah.
he's
just been saving it.
Squirreled away all his money because he doesn't spend it. He's so
Yeah.
frugal.
Good.
I was
That's
trying to get him to
boring.
buy a nice
Yeah.
car. I was like, dude, treat yourself to like a nice BMW 3 Series. Hey, I go, come and drive my car. I'll let you borrow my car for a few days.
The
Just drive
opposite
it
of frugal
around.
over there.
Yeah, I'm the
Let's
opposite.
just give me the best shit.
I'm more like
He's always
Joe.
been
Give me
that
the
way.
best shit.
I'm more like
Joe's
Joe.
always been that way.
Yeah.
I think it
I'm like
works.
Joe.
I don't like to. You know what? I
agree with you,
I'm the
man.
exact same way. Me and Joe are a lot. We have cars that have trash everywhere. Our office is a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't like to think about money. I go like today. I went to Cheesecake Factory. Me, my wife, and my son. $40 check. I tipped him $15.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
way better.
Or $10. Sorry, $10.
Joe's always
That's not
been-
bad,
Joe's
right?
always been
It's not
$40.
great. It's not. I wouldn't brag
40
about
cent?
it.
Yeah.
I would
There
leave
you go.
100.
Yeah, I'd leave a stone cold 50 if I was going to say it
Yeah.
on this
Joe,
podcast.
Joe, we were in
You're right.
10 on 40?
We were in
Yeah.
Seattle, and Joe.
That's not bad.
Check this
It's
out.
not great.
We're at the airport in Seattle, and me and Joe, and we get coffee. I just get a coffee, and Joe goes, gives the guy money, and then I see him put something in the jar, and he goes, "Get out of here." And I go, "What are you doing?" And I look, and it's $100 bill in the tip jar, and I go, "The fuck?" He goes, "Yeah, I call that a love bomb. Then I get the fuck out of there." He was aggressive about it. He was so aggressive. I put $100 in jail. I get the fuck out of there before they even know what the fuck happened. Like aggressive. I was like, "All right, bro, take it easy, man.
Well,
Take
you don't-
it easy."
you don't want
I mean, did you
credit
date
for
the
it.
guy? Who?
No,
I mean,
you don't want credit for it.
awkward.
I know.
You don't want to see like, hey man,
was
did you
awesome,
just give me
bro.
$100? You don't even want to get credit
yeah.
for it. Just do it and get out of there.
Yeah.
Just get out of there and know that when you're over by gate 22, this guy's gonna have a good feeling when he looks into his tip
I
jar.
love you for
Yeah.
that.
You don't feel it, but they feel it. If you can make someone feel happy like that, but it doesn't bother you at all.
Oh,
If you, do you know
priceless.
whether or not you have an extra 20 or an extra 50 or 100? I don't know. Doesn't
Me and
make,
Cal were talking
it's
about
not
this.
real.
Me and Cal were talking about this the other day. Like, if someone needs money, I just give it to them. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck, man.
I stopped loaning people money a long time ago, but I've given
I
people.
give it to you. I don't
Yeah.
expect to get anything
Yeah, yeah. I've
back.
had a
Because
few
if I
friends.
expect to get it back, then we're
Yeah,
going to have problems. And then
exactly.
there becomes this weird kind of dynamic between us. So if
Yeah.
I just give it to people and then whatever, man.
Yeah, I've had a few friends like that.
See what happens with red wine? You just keep drinking it.
I mean, I'm doing good. I'm not Joe Rogan, Scrooge McDuck rich. But
Yeah, but
I
luckily,
do
dude,
all right.
you guys are on your way. That podcast is goddamn gigantic. I see those shirts all the time
crazy.
now. I see the sex, drugs, and podcasting shirt the most for some reason. I see that bitch everywhere. Look at that sexy motherfucker.
There he is. It's me. There's a lot of
This
it.
is a good goddamn fight right
Yeah,
here.
it is.
Great fight. Who
Yeah,
else
it is.
is Orlovsky and Frank Mir on this one too? Anyone
Dotson
know?
and Mighty Mouse? Yes, Orlovsky and Frank Mir are on that card.
Because it sucks because these are two of the most talented guys in the UFC. Mighty Mouse might be the most talented in the world by far in the UFC, but it's not. These two can't carry a pay-per-view. They just can't.
You know what it is, man? I really think that it's going to take some time, but I think that Mighty Mouse is such a good guy. He's so well-spoken, and Dotson is the same thing. Dotson is just spectacularly fucking talented. It's just going to take a while before people realize it, but I talk about it as enthusiastically as I physically can.
I know,
'Cause
man.
I'm very high on this fight. I can't wait for this fight.
We're
I
gonna
agree.
need like some Russian destroyer to come in to make
They
it
had
interesting.
one.
You know what I mean?
Ali Bagutinov.
And he got
But
fucked
He got
up.
popped for PEDs. He tested hot
Blood
for
doping.
EPO. He was on EPO.
Yes.
And Mighty Mouse still ran a train on him.
How about
For
like
5
some
rounds.
Chinese guy comes in with like some serious kung fu?
You
and
need
he's
a
fucking
rival.
Everybody in?
You need a rival.
You know what I'm saying?
You need
we need
something.
a
Comes-
we
comes
can't
in with
have
Bruce Lee
two.
outfit
We can't
on.
have two brothers going at it at the
Right.
flyweight. We need a
It's
different,
tough, man. It's a tough
a
sell.
Brazilian. If we see a Brazilian, that would be
I'm
interesting.
surprised there's not
right?
more small Brazilians killing the game.
A little tiny Brazilian who's killing everybody. Who's like,
That'd be dope.
Well,
Yeah.
you said something very controversial recently that the MMA media picked up on. Surprise! You said that Brazilians they have a four-part diet. You like jiu-jitsu, wrestling, steroids, and what was the other one?
God, you got heat for that.
you
There's
love
one
it.
guy
I
who's
get
like
death threats
Yeah,
every
I know.
day.
There's one guy's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! You fucking fuck, motherfucker!" He used "fuck" 50 times. times. I was like,
I get death
got a
threats
point.
now.
Guy's
I
got
got
a
a
point.
legit point, man.
Well, you look. You know, I've heard mad accusations behind the scenes, like mad accusations, and I can't talk about it because it's not responsible. But it's that old thing from the fucking CNC Music Factory song. Things that make you go,
Yes, 100%. No, I just don't throw these bombs out without having information behind it. But again, there's certain stuff I can't talk about. So I throw out these bombs, and I get the people just talking shit to me like, no, I didn't just make this shit up.
Yeah,
you
that's
idiots.
the thing. You're
There's stuff
coming-
I can't talk about.
You're coming from a place of knowledge. You're
Yes.
not some dude who works in a tire shop who's talking shit.
Yes,
Who's
no.
never strapped on a cup.
Yes.
Yeah. If anybody's allowed to talk about it, you know, this is a big fight for me, man. I really am into this fight.
this
Look how
Dotson-
fucking goddamn fast
He's
John
ridiculous.
Dotson is. And not only that, John Dotson knocks motherfuckers dead.
Look at him.
He knocked out TJ Dillashaw. Look at this. Look
Oh,
at that. Come on,
Jesus.
son. Who the fuck knocks guys out
I
at
agree.
flyweight
Dude,
like
he's
this
so
kid?
powerful. Me and him is my second fight ever.
Look at him. Look at him.
Listen to this. My second fight ever in Washington, and I have my headphones on, and John Dotson and I are in the same locker room because Greg Jackson was corners. It was by far my biggest fight at the time, only second fight ever. And I was fighting this Olympic wrestler, Johnny Curtis. And I have my headphones in, and I'm so nervous. I'm like, fuck, man, this wrestler, man, he's about to dry hump the fuck out of me. And I'm getting ready to walk out, and I'm listening to Rihanna in my headphones.
Which one?
I forget which one, but it's like more of an up-tempo
Want
beat.
you to
Rude
stay.
Look at Tim Johnson's mustache before we go any further.
Let's keep him away. Keep him away from the high
to
school.
you, sir. Kudos to you, sir.
Kudos to
Continue.
you.
Continue.
So I'm walking out for this big fight, and John Dotson goes, hey, we don't know each other very well at all. He goes, hey, are you listening to Rihanna, man? I went, yeah. He goes, fuck, that's lame. I went, oh, I don't know. I went, oh, thanks, man. And just kept walking. I'll never forget that,
He
man.
said, fuck, that's lame.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, that's lame.
That's funny.
Literally, as I'm walking
Well, he's
to
being
the
funny.
octagon.
He's being
No,
silly.
he's a silly-ass dude.
He's a silly
He's working
dude.
at Buffalo Wild Wings at the time.
Wow.
He pulls the mustache off. This guy. Usually,
Oh, yeah.
it's a pedophile thing, and
No, he's
he
an
pulls it
animal.
off.
And
He's a handsome guy.
Rochelle's a bad motherfucker, too. He's at Team Takedown
Big boys.
with Hendricks. They're
He's one
doing
of
a
the-
Hendricks-Tyron Woodley fight. Ooh,
That's interesting.
Who?
That's a great fight.
Yeah, it is. Look at that goddamn Tim Johnson mustache. I love you.
go.
You know what? Real soon, that's going to be popular amongst high school kids. And
I
then
agree.
We're all going to wear them.
100%.
That's gonna be hipster.
Mustaches?
Oh, I'll be the first one here with that bullshit mustache. Just fucking.
That doesn't look good on you, sir.
Well, you don't know.
I think slowly
That's
the
not
one that
true.
goes
He
down,
could
the
pull
one
it
that
off.
goes down.
I don't
like
know.
that,
If he had
I've seen
thick
it.
one like
I've
that.
seen it.
it's
Yeah.
going to come
First
back.
of all, it doesn't come in that thick.
It
one.
doesn't.
You could work on that.
Yeah.
You figure out a way to fucking.
It comes in
put some
like a
testosterone
conquistador.
in you.
It looks
You
like
know what's
that.
going to happen? Is it's going to come in, it's going to be popular. Everyone's going to have one of those Tom Selleck mustaches.
Yeah.
Then it's going to get played out,
True.
and it's going to be gross. And then the new young kids are going to look at you when you're older with that mustache. And
Right back
'cause
in
when
it.
He looks like an overgrown
Eddie
musketeer.
overthinks everything when it comes to style and fashion.
Because at one point, the Burt Reynolds child molester mustache was fucking
They
getting you
came
pussy.
in. No, they kind
At
of
one
came in.
point.
They
That's why
came back for
wore
a
it.
while. They came back for a little while, and then they faded back out.
yeah,
Look at now
mustaches
beards.
means-
Look at beards
Yeah.
are so in. Who would have ever
No, they're
thought
coming
Grizzly
back. No, they're-
Adams would look cool?
Beards are going away now, though, because beards are like a fucking tramp stamp.
Not
like
for taste.
everyone
You think
has
so?
one. Everyone
You think
has
so?
one. Yeah, everyone
no,
has
I think
one.
beards are pretty strong.
No, I'm
still.
telling you, they're not, man. It's on its way out.
Colin McGregor.
You think so?
Yeah.
They're on
The,
their
the
way
way
out?
the way Joe always wear his is what's in right now.
I'm a trendsetter, bitch. Been doing this back. It's called being.
Is
a
that-
I
the
read
5 o'clock?
I read GQ every
It's
week.
called-
my
How about
man.
the
it's called
5
shaving
o'clock is
once
in
a
now?
week.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
The 5 o'clock's in?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to rule that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about me? What
I was
should
doing
do?
5 o'clock before it was cool
I know,
because I
man.
was lazy.
I'm not good with style.
That's what I just said.
What'd you say?
I just said that.
What'd you
so
say?
it's called being lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You don't
Yeah.
even listen.
Oh my God. I'm ripping off
You're all
your
kinds of
material
smart.
subconsciously.
Your repeated punchlines seconds later.
Fuck yeah.
It's an
Who
echo.
can do that?
It's, the
Not very
it's
many
called the
people can
Bravo
do that.
Echo. The
Yeah,
Bravo Echo.
the beard and skinny jeans is like a tribal freaking band tattoo.
Well,
Not
it's
cool
also
anymore,
like
man.
cardigans went away. They were in
Yeah.
for a while. Guys were trying to look lame on purpose.
Yep.
Rolled up pants seem to be in. A lot of guys are rolling up the bottoms of their pants.
Oh,
roll up
shit.
pants.
You're not mad at that,
How long
son?
is that
Listen,
going to
man,
last?
I got to turn
How
you
long
on to
is that
these.
gonna
I got to
last?
turn you on to these fucking jeans. They're called barbell jeans. I just started wearing them.
shit was tight to
dude.
get up
Wait, what are they?
These motherfuckers, dude. These
Wow.
are. Look at this. They're made out of like this stretchy shit.
Oh, and then they bounce back.
Dude, they're like sweatpants.
Look.
you have no restriction.
You're wearing stretchy
Like,
jeans?
Totally, 100%.
Girls been wearing them for a while now.
But dude, they're loose. They're like
good for
loose,
street
stretchy
fighting.
jeans. Street fight. I'm not thinking
Good for
about that.
turning
She's like,
sidekicks.
Brian's
Sorry,
like,
guys.
But guys, what if you get jumped by ninjas?
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
just
guys. Not
saying,
worried about it, man.
For like sitting
for wheel
around,
kicking, for
they're
wheel-
the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn by
Hey,
far.
when did
It's like
when did
sweatpants.
I need
what
those.
year did tramp stamps get gross? On a dude. What year?
On a
What?
dude?
On a dude.
They were
Like,
always
dude.
gross on a dude.
No,
Only Cody Donovan has one that I know.
You have your memory is
Well, it
No,
depends
bro.
on which dudes
No.
you're fucking.
Wait, you have one?
No,
You
no, I
fucking
don't.
have
no,
one?
no, I don't
Yeah,
have
you
a-
do.
I wish I
Let me
did.
see your lower back.
Arch your back, lick your lips. Let me see what's going on. There
Nope.
you go.
Nope,
There
you don't
go,
got
Eddie.
one.
There
He's
you
got
go,
nothing.
Eddie.
Nothing.
You got a back
I'm just
on
checking,
you, though.
Eddie.
You got a back on
Because you
you.
He does have
defended the shit out of him.
calluses on his coccyx from doing the guard.
No, what I'm
So
saying
much
is,
guard
at
work.
one point, it wasn't not cool. It probably was never. But at one point, nobody had it.
That's
Then
incorrect.
some dudes
They were
started.
never
males.
cool, bro.
No,
For males, it's always been a
right
critical
away.
error.
The first dude. Are you telling me the first dude that got a tramp stamp? People thought he was gay.
No, he
The
came to his
first dude?
buddies. His buddies
I
went,
think
God,
a
that's a
lot-
bad idea, bro.
If you're a Tommy Lee,
Right away.
maybe.
So you're saying right away?
Right away.
Good.
It was never cool.
It was-
Now, if a girl has it, I see a girl with that, I'm like, yo, do you have good parents? Nah, my dad sucks. Cool, let's talk. I do those kind of
But for
guy
a girl,
comments.
but for a girl, even it's kind of not cool, right? Like,
Not now. Well, now,
even
now,
now, like,
depends.
it's a little slutty
doesn't
thing
doesn't
now.
bother
what
me
it
at all.
looks like.
None of
do
it bothers me.
girls still
Piercings,
do girls still get tramp stamps?
No,
I
absolutely
think
not.
they don't even get them.
No.
They don't even get
But
them.
listen,
I
if
think
they get
tramp
the
stamps
ribs.
are at an all-time
Girls are
low.
ribs, right?
I think if we saw a graph of the tramp stamp, you would see 1993 at the fucking peak, and then bam,
What's wrong
by
with this guy?
2015, that shit's fucking.
It's true.
Where do you get them?
It's true. There's not as many, but if a girl has something artistic back there, like really good work, like you know, it's like to the tribal stuff's kind of like, why are you doing that back there? But every now and then you'll see something that looks really good.
You see like a Yakuza tattoo.
Hey,
That is so
personally for
rare.
me,
That is so
personally
rare,
for
Joe
me,
Rogan.
Yeah,
I don't give a
it's rare.
shit. If a girl has a tramp stamp, if she's, who gives a fuck if she's
should
hot
start a
and she's-
website
oh,
called
I don't care.
reallygoodtrampstamps.com.
Who gives a
I
fuck?
agree. I'm sure it's out there.
Who gives a
or it is
fuck?
now.
Let's
right?
see if really good tramp stamps.
I don't give a- I
Can you
don't-
imagine?
I don't care.
Can you imagine a guy, a hot chick? She's cool. She's making you laugh, and then you turn around, you know, and then you're like, "Oh no, I'm out of this bitch." I'm
no,
done.
no.
Fuck no.
Guess what, guys? Reallygoodtrampstamp.com does not exist.
What?
Yeah.
So anyone listening,
Get
go
book
for it. Fine.
Hey,
Do it.
this heavyweight
Collect.
fight.
Let's bring the
this
tramp
heavyweight
stamp
fight's
back.
probably not going
Right
to last
here.
long because
Right
they're both
here.
wrestlers.
It's
so
not
as soon as you
bad.
get
Let's
knocked
see.
out.
Let's see what this fight is.
Does she
all
have a
about.
tramp stamp? Does she have a tramp stamp?
No,
She's
dude.
pretty.
Come on,
Who's
man.
that young lady?
No,
I
did
don't
you
know.
see the new
That's
Brazilian
Christy.
ring card girl?
Which one?
The
These guys.
new one.
All right, Tim Johnson and Jared Rosholt. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of really pretty ones, man, for
Bro,
sure.
this new one I just saw the other
right,
day.
here we go.
I almost fell off my seat.
Tim Johnson, Jared Rosholt. Tim Johnson's the one who looks like Bronson from that Australian movie.
Yeah, right.
English
Good
movie.
Was it English?
English, yeah.
It's a big
It's
fella.
a
The
real
Australian
guy.
guy Tom Hardy was the actor, right? Is that what it
Yes,
was?
correct.
English.
Great
Australian,
movie.
All the same
Got a
shit
belly
to
on
me.
there. There's a couple of big white guys. Just
Big,
big whites.
boys. Big fucking boys.
Giant whites.
A lot of flesh flying around right now.
A lot of stakes. Like, there's a different stakes when you're fucking dealing with a 230-pound man punching you, right, Brendan?
Yeah, a jab will rock your world.
You were talking about that, about the 225 division. You got a good point, man. I think that's exactly the right weight, too.
I think
225
Jared,
makes sense.
Yeah,
because
that's the
you're
right
talking
weight.
about, you know, if I weigh in at, you know, I've weighed in as light as 231, 232, and then I fight a guy who's 265, basically 35 pounds 30 pounds
Yeah.
heavier. That's insane.
And you would get a lot of those guys cutting weight down,
All
too,
the
to get to
time, man.
225.
Yeah.
You would get a lot of guys. I mean, we have guys that have cut to get to 265, right?
Oh yeah, well,
Tim Sylvia,
Soa
Lesnar.
Soa
Yeah.
Paulaleli, he just lost, right? He had to cut
Yeah.
to 265.
Dude, I was there when Tim
Carwin,
Sylvia,
Eric Pele.
when Tim Sylvia was at his most muscular best, when it was like when he beat Rico and like those days. Tim Sylvia was giant. And he
Good
used to
luck beating
cut-
that guy.
He used to cut weight to get to 265. A lot of people sleep on Tim Sylvia, but I'll tell you what, the Tim Sylvia that beat Rico Rodriguez, he was a monster.
One of the best heavyweights, especially at that time, would be one of the hardest heavyweights to beat.
His
You're talking about a
shoulders
guy,
were
how
huge.
tall is he?
Yeah.
6'8"?
Something crazy like that.
Crazy takedown defense, great stand up. That motherfucker was bad.
Who's that?
Kim Sylvia.
Tim Sylvia.
And
He
game
doesn't
as
get enough
fuck.
credit.
Game
How-
as fuck.
Super game.
Frank
How-
Mir breaks his arm. He's trying to punch him with the other
Didn't
arm.
even know.
Do you remember the Nogueira fight?
Yes.
How did Nogueira win?
Guillotine.
How? though?
Because
He reversed him. He bait him into it and reversed guillotine.
Baited how? Go backtrack. Like how?
Was it the one from half guard and he let him get up and then got it
How,
and then
how
guard?
did he get to half guard?
I forget.
pulled guard.
Did he pull half guard?
Pulled guard. He got hit. He got tagged. He got hurt. He pulled guard.
No, he just went for a shitty single.
Oh, and then went to
that's
his
right.
whole,
and then
That's
pulled
That's right.
deep half.
There you go.
Swept him
That's
with a
right.
deep
Shit.
half. Got on top.
That's right.
Top half, and then guillotined him.
Bait him
So
into the
he
guillotine.
couldn't take him down.
Didn't Tim
And he
Sylvia
was
hurt
losing.
him? Didn't Tim Sylvia
Tim
hurt
Sylvia
him?
was fucking him up standing. So, and he couldn't
Big
take him
time.
down, and he was like, I'm losing this
You're right.
motherfucker. I
That's
can't
right.
take him
You're
down.
right.
So what did he do? What did he do? He said, I got to pull
Went
fucking
to his
guard.
back.
Okay, so he
wasn't-
pulled guard by going with a fake takedown.
like
That's
a
right.
shitty single, and
That's
then
right.
he just
and they
fell.
just came
And he went to
came
deep
underneath.
and then he just swept him,
Swept him.
he outsmarted him.
And then baited him into sitting
Yeah.
up,
Yes.
grabbed the neck, and then choked him out.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was
how-
just like went right through him. He had to pull guard to get that fucking
How
guillotine.
goddamn tough is Nogueira? Did you see the fight with Stefan Struve? He's so
I wanted to
tough.
jump out of my TV and be like, "Can someone please stop
Oh
this?
my god!
Fuck this,
He's
man!
too tough. He's too tough.
He's too tough for his own good.
Yeah.
He was getting.
He's way too tough.
destroyed. His body was getting just smashed.
That
hard.
made me feel sick. Speaking of great heavyweights, Fedor.
Yeah.
In the talk with the UFC.
Yeah.
Why'd they just stop this? Why'd
They
they?
separated them because
Why?
they weren't
Not
active
shit
enough.
was happening.
What do you think? You just give him Verdum right away and say, fuck
Yes.
the
It's
world.
Fedor.
Say,
Yes.
fuck the world.
Yes.
We're going to do it. Fuck you guys.
You know-
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Eddie,
I
you don't have to be so aggressive. It's
yeah,
business.
easy, brother.
No, because you know
Easy,
what? Because there's going to be a
Eddie,
bunch of
that's assault.
douchebags out
That's
there
assault,
going,
brother.
he should have to earn his way to the
It
top.
doesn't matter.
No, it's
man.
Fedor.
You're
No
always-
one's really going to say that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I
you're
had a
always
guy
gonna
call
have
me.
people complaining. It doesn't
Always, no
matter.
matter what you
It doesn't
decide.
matter.
He lost to Bigfoot.
Full
He
mount.
lost to, he
Look
lost.
at this. Rochalt.
He's trying to get the full amount.
Arm
For sure,
triangle.
let go of
No,
that
he's in full
headlock.
mount, man. He's in full mount.
Oh, yeah, he is now. For sure, let
This,
go of that
this
headlock.
dummy doesn't know what he's doing.
He has no
He
idea.
could go Von Flue choke.
Yep.
Should he
if he
jump
wants.
over to the other side with both feet?
No,
He's
he should
going
go
to.
Von
He's got
Flue
an
right
arm
here. He's going
triangle.
Von Flue.
There you go.
Yep.
He's got an arm triangle
Yep.
or Von Flue.
No, he has Von Flue.
Or Kimura.
What's a Von?
Kimura.
There.
Go to the other
This
side.
Yeah, this side's Von
Oh,
Flue.
he's out.
This side's Von Flue.
He
He's
let
gonna
go,
put him
though.
out. He let go, but he still could
But
get choked out here.
I had a Fox reporter call me. He was like, "Oh, I want to get your thoughts of fighting Fedor." Like, you got no interview, man. There's no thoughts.
That's so
I don't
dumb.
even deserve to fight that guy.
They just know you're a loose cannon. You'll say
They know I'm
nutty
gonna say
shit.
some. They know I'm gonna drop some bombs. Not when it comes to Fedor, though. I was just like, I got nothing for you, man. I wouldn't disrespect that guy like that. He needs to fight for the title.
I think he goes right to Verdum. I
Oh,
think
so if they wanted
I
you
had
to
to
fight
guess.
him, if they said, "Hey, let's get Fedor in here, we'll introduce
A warm
him,
up?
and yeah, we'll get him Brendan Schaub," you wouldn't do it?
I probably would for Fedor, but they're not gonna do that. They're gonna get. He needs to go right to Fedor.
Yeah,
I mean,
you,
he needs to
never
go right to
know.
Verdum.
You never know. You never know.
Rochalt with some good side
It doesn't
control
make
here.
sense, man.
I personally, I would give him right to Verdum. Let's
How
not
about
take
Kane?
any chances.
Kane Velasquez.
Yeah, let's not give him any. Let's just go right to what he wants. The
That makes
rematch.
sense,
The
Callen.
story is the rematch. That's the story.
Let me ask you this about these shorts. Are you allowed to wear regular shorts or tight shorts?
Yeah, you pick. Reebok makes both.
Don't you think they should just go with only tights so the grabbing them is no longer an issue?
No, because some guys are self-conscious about it and they don't feel comfortable in tights. So you're gonna force me to wear
You're
fucking
already in
tights
your
now?
underwear.
Yeah,
It's
but
not a
but
problem.
some
People
guys like
grabbing shorts is not a
but it's not a
problem.
game
That's
changer.
not a
It's
problem.
not like
That's
an
never
epic
comes up.
problem.
Oh, it does come up occasionally.
Yeah, but it's not like holy
Grabbing-
shit. These guys
yeah.
keep grabbing shorts.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I feel
I just
you though.
feel like it's like
It's not a
even if it's
problem.
1% or 1/10 of 1% of clinch situations, you can avoid that.
True. I'm not trying to see fucking.
It's not a problem, though.
This
You
dude
should-
with the mustache and some tights,
Right.
though.
Yeah.
It's bad for marketing, bro.
But Rochalt's wearing, is Rochalt wearing tights or shorts? It looks like shorts.
No,
right?
they're short.
Yeah,
He's
they're
just so
shorts.
goddamn big. They look like tights.
I like that American flag on his chest. Pull that chest apart.
It's an interesting. Oh, I see. He's
got
American
America,
underneath
son.
his skin. I got you.
Heart of American.
Goddamn America.
There you go.
Not like this fucking guy from Australia that used to be in prison.
Was
I'm
that-
about to fight?
Damn, that guy's
He looks like an
mean looking.
Australian prisoner.
His body looks.
Oh man,
He could. Yeah, his body
if
is.
he fucked you in the ass,
He's,
you wouldn't
he's
be
got a
shocked.
relax. He's got a relaxed
You'd be
physique.
like-
He looked like a fucking.
He's rather
It would be
relaxed.
the humiliation of not just a big guy fucking you, but feeling his gut slap
you-
against your
I don't know.
ass.
Nothing worse.
But you wouldn't be
Nothing
shocked
worse.
at all. You wouldn't be
Feeling
surprised. You'd be
the-
like,
the sides of
figured.
his gut wrap around the
Nothing worse.
sides of your ass.
Bro, I fought Chris Tushner, and that went through my mind. I thought, if I lose this guy, he's the worst body I've ever seen.
How dare you? How dare
How
you?
dare you.
Knock the
There's
gentleman
got to be a
out
way
and
he could.
talk
He
bad
could
about his
definitely lose
body.
that gut. That gut is.
Well, all they have to do is just not eat the same foods. You know, I mean, that's the thing.
Oh,
about
he kind of rocked them.
the standard American diet. I mean, these
Yeah.
guys are big, giant dudes, but listen, it's real simple: calories in, calories out.
100%.
If your body has got, if you're carrying around that much body fat, you're taking in too many calories.
and the wrong kind of calories.
Now,
the question is, though-
still 225, 230.
But is there a benefit? Is there a benefit to carrying a little body fat like these guys are if you don't have a weight limit and maybe you're not as big as, say, a Bigfoot Silva?
little?
Or
A little. My boy Tony's he said, fuck it. Fuck it. A tan for what?
a tan.
Calorie
See, but you're
restrictions
talking
for
about,
what?
like looks, but forget about looks. Is there any benefit to like having this extra weight, like
No.
especially if you're on top.
Hell no.
What about
yeah.
Does it
padding?
make that much of a difference?
It's rather unsightly.
It's unsightly.
I'll be the first to say it, everyone. I think it's rather
Have
unsightly.
you ever had a backpack? You ever take your backpack off and it's just your laptop in it and some other bullshit? You take it off and you're like, "Phew, that's light."
Yeah, hell
Think about that. That's like 10 pounds.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
these guys might have like 2 or 3 fucking backpacks on all the time.
Yeah,
they
for
just
sure.
got used to it.
Yeah.
And if they got rid of that shit, they would move a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a
You
coincidence.
know
Mike
what?
Dolce
That's a
could
good
help out.
analogy. I never looked at it
That's
as
a great
backpacks.
analogy.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
fucking good when you take a loaded backpack off. Like, holy fuck.
When you take your
nothing.
T-shirt off,
Yeah.
you feel way better.
Yeah, dude. Look, I've worn backpacks, but when Ranella and I were hunting, Brian,
Yeah.
we wore backpacks and carried rifles
Yep.
for miles and miles. It's annoying when you can take that stupid. I don't know how much does a rifle weigh.
You feel like a feather.
25, 30 pounds. I don't know.
Yeah,
20,
my
25
rifle's pretty
pounds.
heavy.
Yeah.
It's a heavy
I
rifle.
think when you take that rifle off and you set it down, you know you feel lighter.
Yeah. I think it weighs about 15 pounds, right? A rifle?
Well, it's probably at least
30's a lot.
At least 15. Let's say
Yeah.
15.
Well,
mine's a really heavy rifle.
Your
though. It's very
30's a
heavy
shitload,
rifle.
though.
It's got
Your
a super
rifle,
heavy
I bet your
barrel.
rifle's 20, easily 20 pounds.
But either way, the bottom line is it's awkward and you're carrying all that weight around. You've got fat around your legs that impedes your legs from moving as quick as they should.
For sure.
Especially like kicks and stuff. Could you imagine if you had to throw kicks and you had like 5 pairs of pants on? How
It'd be
goddamn
tough.
annoying that would
but
be.
think about, well, first of all, and this is the way that Johnson dude, that belly's not helping right now.
Sir.
This
Sir.
is the way that Johnson dude looks training for 8 weeks.
Look at
now
that.
think about when he
Yeah.
says fuck it and retires.
Oh, shit.
Think about when he says fuck this noise.
I know, this guy's in good shape.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in
shit.
good shape.
That was a lot of
He's in the
grease.
middle of the second round still kicking. Once he retires, it's the off to the races.
Oh, didn't Paul Hart say that about Jake Shields, that Jake Shields was greased?
He says that about everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone.
we thought that about Nate Marquardt, but
And
Nate
Nate said,
Marquardt
"Oh, cool
explained
story."
It.
Yeah.
Nate Marquardt put rubber pants on. He got a real good sweat before he went
For
out
that
there.
exact reason,
Yeah, he's
and
like,
then
I'm
knocked
not,
his
I'm
ass
not
out.
stupid because I'm gonna come out there sweaty.
Yep.
Yep, with shave your legs and all that
Yeah,
shit.
fuck
If
yeah.
you didn't shave your legs,
What,
like, who's got
what
the
happens
fucking
to Paul
razor?
Harris now? Where would he?
He's suspended and
He's
they
asking
took
to
away
fight
his
Brazil.
title.
Yeah.
They stripped him of his title.
Well deserved.
Well, I think they're going to bring him. I mean, if they get rid of him, and Roshaw looking for the head and arm. I think if they get rid of him, he goes to Bellator. I think Bellator would be crazy to not
They'll
take
I
him.
take
agree. For
It'd be
sure.
crazy to not take him. He's got so much controversy behind him.
He's a bad boy.
Everybody's afraid of him. You just get him some ayahuasca therapy, take him out to the fucking jungle, give him a
That
straw
shit ain't
hat.
gonna work, dog.
Give him a fucking coconut with a straw in it. He'll come
You know what?
back.
I think if
Fuck
someone
no.
else signs
Scary
him,
guy.
Brian goes, hey, he goes, I need you to do me a favor. You need to whoop Paul Harry's ass. I said, I ain't whooping his ass. I'm scared of that motherfucker as
told
much
you.
as everyone
It's terrible.
else.
I'll give you
Terrifying.
steel. I'll give you steel ankle girdles and goggles.
will it make your organization look bad if you signed him?
Yeah.
Will the public turn against that organization when they
No.
start petitioning?
Bellator don't give a fuck. They had Ken Shamrock and
Look at this.
Kimbo
Look
Slice
at
as
this
the main
Americana.
event.
This is different, though.
Americana, look at the
This is
tap.
different.
Look at the tap.
That's his
Look at that
shit.
left hand. That
That's
left
his
hand's
shit.
not defending. It's thinking it's happened.
He
Look at that hand.
He's
That hand is
screwed.
thinking. Yeah, but this is okay up here. Up here's okay. It's really when you get it down to your body that it's just you have no.
he just
room
needs
for
to free
movement.
that his.
Does he not know what to?
He just
Oh,
doesn't-
there you go.
Sometimes guys just don't know about just sucking it up next to the guy's ribs, or he's exhausted. That's possible.
Well, but
too,
they're
you know?
focused on the arm that's being attacked instead of using the other one to escape. That's the way out.
Well, the guy on the bottom, yeah, but the guy on the top, the guy on the top. Once you have that double wrist lock, you got to concentrate everything on getting that fucking elbow to his side. That's everything. Getting the elbow to the side,
Keeping it tight.
changes. Yeah, well, bringing it down. I think he was
Yes.
going for the Americana, right? So if he brings it down towards the rib cage, the amount of movement that you could tolerate is so small.
Yeah,
up
there's not much
here-
range.
Yeah, up here you could.
Yeah.
There's so much range up there. A guy can
You're
fuck.
right.
If a guy is really strong, like some Alistair Overeem motherfucker, can get you up here and it'll hurt. And you'll just tap just because you know it's going to get ripped apart anyway. But anybody can get you down here. Like once that thing gets down to your ribs, boy, the tolerance of the shoulder joint.
Yeah,
in
there's
that
not
position.
much movement there.
Powerful Ronda in another commercial. Jesus
That's
fucking
our
Christ.
that's our fourth one, I think.
Money.
What's Overeem? What the fuck's up with Overeem?
Overeem Junior Dos Santos. I just called it today. I did a countdown thing for it today.
What? That's official?
I don't know, but I just leaked it.
Well-
Sorry.
When's that going down? Oops. When's that going down?
Well, sometimes I do things that don't ever take place. There's
Overeem
a
who?
bunch of fights that I have done
Junior Dos
countdown
Santos.
shows for that have never taken place. I did 2 theoretical fights today. I did 2 theoretical fights that may or may not happen, but they haven't been signed. That might have been one of them. I forget.
Another one, Cyborg
Pretty
Rousey.
sure. No, I didn't do that. But I've done some before where the fights never took place, or along the way, something falls out, people get injured. I think they've been fighting. They've been trying for this fight for a long time. But what's going on right now is that Junior is coming back from surgery. And,
he's never been the same after those Kane fights, man. I'm a big Junior fan, but he's never been the same. That Stipe fight that he barely won, dude, he's just never. You can't go that many rounds. You only have so many rounds in your career, man. It sucks.
It's 100% true. There's no way anybody can avoid it. It's just the way of the game. We've seen it too many times. There's no one who gets out of it without. I mean, even Mark Hunt. When Stipe beat the shit out of Mark Hunt, that was like. You could see that this is a different Mark Hunt. This is a Mark Hunt that's like at the end of the line.
Well, I was talking to
tough as he is.
I was talking to my buddy Cody.
That guy's tough.
My buddy Cody goes to Vegas to have his brain researched by some clinic there, and they're using fighters, and they're doing a lifetime test where you go every year, and they do 5 years, 10 years, and Cody went back for his 5 years, and so he did it 5 years ago. They said when you get knocked out, it depends on your brain. It can affect certain parts. For some people, it's the way they act. For some people, it's the way they think. For a lot of people, it's their motor skills. It just depends. For a lot of people, it's their speech. So he was saying it just depends on basically the way your brain's designed. And he was telling Cody that there's certain fights, and he was having Cody go through all his fight history, and he goes, there's certain fights where for whatever reason you took one punch and you will never be the same. Ever. Damn. It doesn't matter what you do, but you will never be the same fighter ever again. Because it affects a certain part of the brain? Yeah, it affects a certain brain that will never, ever be the same again.
Yeah, I had a Kirik from mixedmartialarts.com on the podcast, and he was talking to me about this guy that we knew that they told him he could never get hit in the head again. They're like, don't ever get hit in the head again.
Because of what?
Because of an aneurysm? He's been just cracked too many times, or one time too many, or you can get head kicked, especially if you get head kicked.
Yeah, man, it's so hard and nasty. Me and Cody were talking about with our original team. I'm not gonna mention names, but we were going through it. I'm like, bro, who's doing well now? Who's the same mentally that we can talk to? There's not many, man. There's just not many guys at this, and we had a ridiculous team.
If you're watching a guy like, say, like Anthony Pettis when he knocked out Joe Lozon with that nasty head kick, or he knocked out Cerrone with that body kick, how many times can you let Anthony Pettis kick you before you're never the same again? There's a certain amount of numbers you can get hit with. That guy hits you so fucking fast and hard, and when he hits guys, they slump. They blam, and then they slump. Like Lozon. Lozon's tough as fuck. You watch that head kick and you go, Jesus Christ.
The Iaquinta fight?
Yeah.
Joe, it's like, it's tough, man. But the thing that people forget, you're only going to get those crazy hits. The body doesn't know whether you're doing it in training or you're doing it for money. Exactly. The body does not know if it counts for the UFC or in training.
Well, did you see the glory? Joseph Valtellini relinquished his title because of post-concussion syndrome.
No, I didn't see that.
Valtellini was the glory champ. Bad motherfucker.
Super bad.
Dude. Right up there with Nicky Holtzkin. They had a great fight, and Nicky stopped him in the last round. Nicky was winning the fight, but it was a good fight. And Mark DeBon, he's another guy that he fought. He head kicked DeBon, knocked him down. I mean, he's fucking very, very high level. And he goes, you know what? I got to stop. I got to stop and take some time off. So he did commentary in this last card. It's a reality that everybody wants to avoid that's a part of this, because it's everything you do. You throw your whole heart and soul into it. It just doesn't seem fair that everything you love and everything that makes you who you are and gives you your identity is also stealing your mind.
But that's why people respect fighters. Exactly. That's why we look up to fighters, and that's why fighters are a lot of people's heroes. But there's a price.
Yeah.
Well, it's also combat sports. There are two parts of your body that are not made for combat sports, no matter what: your knees and your head. Regardless.
I thought you were going to say your dick and your balls.
Yeah, me too.
And your dick and your balls.
I thought you were going to say your dick and your brain.
It's the back, too,
I have
Brian.
contact.
The back is worse because they can fix the knees.
Yeah.
They can do some pretty good fixing of the knees.
They can basically fix everything except your brain. With science these days.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
There's some back stuff.
Your knees
that they
really aren't an issue.
fix.
That was a bad point.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But your knees are always the first to go, though, aren't they?
Not really. Your brain for sure goes before everything else.
Well, your knees can go early, but they can fix them and make them better than they were before, as long as you don't have too much meniscus and cartilage damage. Yeah. And now, apparently, they're regenerating cartilage with these stem cell treatments.
Crazy.
Yeah, and this is like what we have now. What's it going to be like 5 years from now?
I agree.
They have
I wonder what percentage,
now.
Though,
they have a scaffolding now that allows them to regrow meniscus.
I wonder if they have to take a cadaver. I think
no,
right?
it's an artificial meniscus. It's something that they create. It's like I think it's like they take the cell. Oh shit! This fight is getting crazy. Johnson just hit Roshaw with a bomb of a right hand. Now he's got him down on the ground.
I wonder what percentage of NFL football players have had knee surgery.
Oh God, it's
Knee
gotta be
surgery?
80.
Yeah,
I mean, a ton. It's
Probably
they're
like
getting hit in the
90%.
knee. They're getting hit in the knees though.
90%.
Well, they took
more
away
than
chop
half.
blocking. Like you can't tack out the knees. There's no chop blocking.
Yeah.
There's certain rules they put in.
But scramble, crazy shit happens. Just like sometimes guys don't mean to punch a guy in the back of the head.
Shit
but
happens.
Crazy shit happens, and that happens in football too.
Well, in the NFL now, the
Yeah.
guy's running fucking 30 yards, runs a 4.3 in the 40. What? What? Football
nuts.
is gnarly as fuck.
So nuts.
It's so crazy to think of how fucking powerful these guys are.
It's
I love it.
It's insane.
It's insane.
I couldn't stop staring at Alden Smith. He was in just
the
a
guy
pair
that
of
we
shorts.
were looking at on the guy that we were talking about on the TV last night. Is that the guy you were talking about?
The guy you got,
The
he
super
got cut
athlete,
by
Yes,
6'6"
that guy,
guy
yes.
with
he got cut by the
banana-
49ers.
He got
banana
cut.
size
He got
The
fingers.
cut.
49ers released him, but I can't talk about it. But I have some shit that I know because I talked to Tarek, his head coach,
Yeah,
and you'll see.
he's okay. Huh?
Okay.
He's fine.
I love that guy.
It's a bummer.
I love that guy.
Oh Jesus! Look at this fucking exchange.
I don't know
Tough
who
guys.
won. I didn't watch close enough.
I didn't
but
watch close enough either.
Anytime a heavyweight fight goes to decision, no one's a fan. Believe me.
Oh, that was a wild fight, man. That was a
Yeah.
wild fight.
That was a wild
I think
fight.
our definition of wild's different, but yeah.
That was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. I'm going to say
Listen,
wild.
it's not
where
the
I come from.
greatest. My God, Brendan.
I'm just saying it's not wild,
Let
bro.
the gentlemen have their bout.
He's being rather
Judgmental.
judgmental and confrontational.
do
Bryan
that.
Callen gonna eat into the
No, I'm
mic
not.
for sure.
No.
Yep.
We tried.
I
to
knew he
hide
was gonna do
those.
this. Where'd you
Anything
get
that
those?
I'm not
crunches
going
and
to
crisps.
eat into that.
Yeah,
We can hear
that.
it.
We can hear that shit loud and
Come
clear,
on.
dude. Yeah. These are good microphones. This isn't your setup.
This
over at
isn't Fox.
These are real microphones. This is all high tech shit.
Hold on now, hold on.
Yep. Can still hear it.
There's microphones that we can get that'll be even more. They'll catch even more of the atmosphere of the room than this. But I think this is the right.
This is my
compromise.
favorite studio, man, I've ever
Mine
been in.
too.
I
love
love
it.
this studio.
Me too. I got to
It's the
recreate
best.
this bitch in the new spot.
I was telling you guys a little bit off here because we were renegotiating our contract with Fox, and that the heads of Fox, the suits, they hate the kid in Big Brown, but they love our numbers. So we're
How do you know they hate you?
They
Are you
just didn't know. They don't
paranoid?
know the podcast.
No.
They don't know.
They don't know. Well, but they listen to it because like, what's going on? We're getting all these comments, and then me and Brian are talking about dick jokes and honey dicking and chicken heads.
It's not very corporate.
Yeah, it's not very
Well,
corporate.
tell them what they tell
They're
you.
like, this is Pete. He goes, is there any way you guys can talk less about dicks? Is there any way? I went, no. That's what we do,
not,
bro.
Probably not.
We just can't.
We're too
Here's-
young to do that. I'm 48.
Well, here's the thing, man. Once they start asking you, it's just never gonna stop.
No, that was the term, though, because we
Yeah.
came to an agreement. And they go, we're going to let you keep doing your thing because you have great numbers. You guys do that. And now we're going to do, we just signed this deal to do digital shows of Brian and myself, like Robin Big.
What's Robin Big?
But basically, like, how would you describe Robin Big, Jamie?
What is it?
It's a reality
Never seen
show,
it.
but like that you do stupid stuff. Like Brian and I are going to attempt Naked and Afraid. We're going to go fucking out in the woods butt naked.
Who let you do this? Why didn't you guys talk to me first? don't do this. Don't do a reality show.
it'll be too.
No, it's not reality. No,
it's not reality
it's an
show.
extension of the podcast.
Yeah, it's just 2 or 3 minute sketches.
yeah.
Okay.
Like sketches.
Naked and Afraid for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan
either
learns
way,
how to be an actor.
Your podcast numbers are undeniable now. They
Yeah,
can't.
it's
everybody-
going well.
Like you're getting 50 Cent as a fucking guest. All
crazy.
these different
Yeah.
people are your guests. It's undeniable. So once that happens, there's really nothing they can do. They fucked up. It's like what happened with the internet. The government, I'm sure, would not like everyone to have access to all the information in the
I
world
agree.
all
Sure.
the time. But the door's open. There's nothing they can do about it now. Once it gets open like that, that's what it is.
They were cool about it. They're just like, hey man, is there
What is the
any
Kings of
way?
Leon? Is that
They're
a
a
band?
band.
They haven't done shit in a while though. Things
Yeah.
are rough in Nashville. That's the star there.
That's it. That's all it's there.
That's it.
No Big Brown in
Nothing.
the audience
No.
smiling.
No one's invited Big Brown to fight. No one invited Big.
Big Brown's on the outs.
Their latest album has a really good song called "Wait for Me."
Yeah.
Most of the album, not that really into, not my cup of tea. but
I'm
"Wait
worried,
for Me."
I'm
That's
worried
a
if I
great
show up
song.
to a UFC event, they're gonna put me in the nosebleeds and be like, "You gotta wear all this Reebok
Well,
shit."
lucky for you, you know somebody with tickets.
Yeah.
Over in St. Preux.
They're not going to do that to you, man. They wouldn't put you in the lowest place. Listen, you're an ally and an asset for the UFC. You're a huge UFC fan. It's just
Huge fan.
But someone like Fox, they're going to have a problem with what you're doing because it's so unconventional. And if you say something ridiculous, they're the ones who are going to get blamed for it. Who let these fucking guys get on the Fox network?
That's also why our numbers are so big, because I don't sugarcoat things, and I realize I'm gonna get in trouble.
This is why I told you guys shouldn't be on anybody's network.
I know you've always said that,
You
but that's
don't
why I said to
need
Fox, don't censor us, and they're like, cool, keep doing your thing. As soon as your numbers drop, we're gonna kill you and Bryan.
But you shouldn't have a contract with anybody. There's no need. There's no need for anybody to have anything in writing that connects you and them to what you guys are doing. What you guys are doing is you guys. There's no need. Like, it's not, you're not gaining anything by being affiliated with someone. In fact, you're losing money. You're losing money, you're losing control, and you're losing your mind because you're having to have these conversations where they tell you not to talk about dick. You shouldn't be connected to anybody. It should be only you. This is 2015. You don't need that anymore.
Another Ronda commercial. Another one.
Unstoppable.
Dude, she's beyond Bruce
Ridiculous.
Lee. Come on.
Ridiculous.
Bruce Lee never got this big.
Oh, real quick.
If he didn't die,
Real
Bruce
quick.
Lee would be doing commercials left and right, right?
She would fuck Bruce Lee up.
Joe Rogan,
How about that?
real
I
quick,
said it.
Sure would.
Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, Bryan said he could beat up Bruce
I
Lee.
believe I could beat him in a fight,
He's dead serious.
and I'm being serious.
Well, he weighed
I believe you.
135 pounds,
Yeah.
and you're at least 140.
Hey,
So
man, I'm
there's something
170,
there.
bro. A little
There's
respect,
that
number one.
possibility. There's also the possibility you were some sort of a Taekwondo fighter.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm wearing the shirt, bro. So I don't know. I don't like the way you just implied that maybe I wasn't by the way you said that, because you took a sip of wine in a very.
I'm so glad there's at least one video of me knocking somebody out online.
I know,
Just
I know.
one.
Just
Thank
one.
you. I'm like, something. Somebody fought something.
Something.
Because otherwise I sound like you.
There weren't a lot.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Bryan always goes, no, my mom has them. She'll send me. I'm
Yeah.
like, cool.
I
Tell her
actually
to
do
send
Joe
have-
used to say that because I used to
I
ask
actually
him, I
do
go, do
have
you have
some
any
video.
tapes?
And
For
nothing.
the longest time, I was like, shit. And I experienced his turning sidekick like firsthand. We'd be in his garage, and he'd be murdering the
I've
bag,
seen him
and I
kill.
didn't know if that was normal. I'm like, is that normal?
everyone's
Is that the
not.
normal?
It's
So I
not,
didn't know.
man. I
so
was around
I
for
went
years.
to. So this is what happened. I would go to back to jiu-jitsu school, and there was one bag. It was a Jean-Jacques Machado Academy. There's one kicking bag that's heavy on the bottom. It's not even hanging from the ceiling. And in jiu-jitsu, there's always karate black belts, taekwondo black belts. In jiu-jitsu, it's very, very common that these black belts from the striking disciplines, the traditional martial arts, are taking jiu-jitsu. So I didn't know if he was like, if it was normal. So I would have a guy kick the bag, a black belt, and I'd say, throw a turning sidekick. Let me see what it feels like, or it looks like. And then he'd throw it. Then Joe would come and fucking throw it, and everybody would just stand back
Completely
and say,
different.
what the
Dude,
fuck
he's 48.
just happened?
At 48 years old,
No
he's
one else
kicking.
kicked the bag. No one else kicked the bag.
At 40,
Just me
at
trying to
48
fucking
years
work
old,
on it.
yeah.
Just me. I go, okay, so it's real. And then I would get into that. I would. There was one time he went to go get his car.
We talked about this on
Did we?
one of the other Fight Companion
we did.
podcasts. Yeah.
Oh,
We did.
okay.
Well, we didn't
Boulder.
talk about this. We were sitting
try
with Mark
these, Joe.
Delagrate.
They're great, dude.
It was me.
That card's
me,
amazing, by the way. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. That card's amazing. Anthony Johnson,
Jimmy
Manawa.
Ooh.
Someone's going to sleep, son. Paige
man.
That's your girl.
versus Alex
We
Chambers.
were sitting with Mark Delagrate, me and Joe and Mark Delagrate, and Delagrate was saying that I'm. You may laugh, but I spent a long time kicking, and I spent a long time around really good guys who could kick really hard. I've never seen anybody kick the way he does,
That's
ever.
what I'm
And he's
saying.
48 years old. And Mark Delagrate said, I can't hold pads because my forearms, I couldn't sign. He was trying to sign checks. He goes, my hands were shaking too much after holding fucking pads for you as you were kicking them. When I saw that Instagram, personally, I've spent a long time around good kickers and trying to kick really well myself. I've never seen anybody kick like that. I've never seen
There's
that.
dudes who kick harder than me. You should watch videos of Melvin Manhoef kicking.
Oh my
Yeah, he kicks, but you're not
Oh
that
my
far
God.
behind, bro. You're really not. You're
Well,
not that far behind.
All I know
Especially if you trained it.
Anybody that holds pads for him, and I've been
It's
around,
crazy. He's got
everyone says
crazy
the same
power.
thing. Holy goddamn shit, he hits hard.
he's got
and it's
weird
not just,
power.
it's every strike. It isn't just the turning sidekick. It's every goddamn strike.
It's just leg stuff. I just grew up doing it, man. Taekwondo gives you this
Your
weird
hips are open,
dexterity.
too.
I don't know
You
if
have
this
this weird
super
flexibility.
I did it for a long time. I don't have that.
Well, I have a loose, like a snap to my hips. I don't tighten them up. It's all loose into the end, and then in the end, you're digging in.
We got the pickles out, Doug. We got the pickles
Fuck
out
yeah.
now,
He's
Callen.
got
I
chips
fucking
and
love me some
pickles.
pickles, man. There was one podcast where we just went balls deep in these pickles.
That's those Grillo's pickles, though. These are like regular fucking store-bought pickles.
Those
You gotta
things,
get Grillo's.
those things are really good, though.
They're okay, but Grillo's are the shit.
They're okay.
Grillo's are the shit. I think if more guys did yoga, I think yoga would help your kicking
I love
a
me
lot.
some yoga, man.
Yoga is the shit, dude.
I agree.
And I think stretching and flexibility, like Eddie Bravo's guard is like one of the most preposterous guards you can get caught in. It's just his leg dexterity is ridiculous. It's so unusual, and a lot of that is because of his flexibility. His flexibility is crazy, and I see
not that
guys.
crazy.
It's
It's an
crazy,
illusion.
dude.
It's an illusion.
It's not an
He
illusion.
always says this.
It is. It's an
Downplaying
illusion.
it, bro.
Please stop.
No, it's
Please stop.
fucking
'Cause
nuts.
you're way more
It's an
flexible.
illusion.
You're way more flexible in certain ways than me, and I'm very flexible.
It's an illusion.
No, it's not.
I'd love to roll with you
But
sometime,
listen,
Eddie.
but
It's an
listen, but I've seen people trying to emulate what he does, but they don't have the flexibility.
Yeah.
They can't. They don't have the dexterity. They don't have flexibility, and it makes such a giant difference. It's those numbers that you get in. It's just those numbers and the idea of what you're trying to do, and then there's all the physical shit. There's some people who are just born with different bones.
Yep.
They're just built. Some people are born like Hodger Gracie. These long ass fucking arms. They can just cinch darces in from anywhere.
Yep.
Long triangles that can get both your fucking arms trapped in like in a dead orchard. You can do things with your body if you have these long bodies that you can't do. But then there's these Paul Harris bodies.
Yeah,
Like
just
you got this goddamn gorilla. I stand
monkey
next
strength.
to that guy. I feel like I'm you. That's what it's like.
Really?
I
He's
stand
that
next to him. He's like, I feel like I'm a
That was
dancer.
dark.
No,
What do you
it's
mean?
like
I'm built like a
Bryan is
dancer. I have a beautiful body.
slender guy.
Yeah, I have a beautiful,
And
expressive
I
body.
always feel like a claw. I always feel like an extra wide
calves are
claw.
like
I see a big ass fucking arm over there.
You're not
That's what
mad
I
at
see.
it. I have a.
Look, are you looking at that arm? No, seriously.
On Brian?
You do
Show him,
lift,
Brian.
right?
Yeah, I lift.
He's the body of Kermit the
100%?
Frog.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
What, man?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Well, he's talking about
Kermit
your
has skinny
arm.
legs. I have
Kermit
trouble
is
with jeans, bro.
You're built like Kermit the Frog.
Hey, bro.
Oh, come on.
Sir.
Look at that arm.
Sir.
Hey, flex for it.
Sir.
Show him the
Guys,
tries.
I'm relaxed.
Look at that.
I'm relaxed as
Come on.
shit right now. I'm relaxed
Dude,
as
did
shit.
you just say Kermit the Frog?
My legs are way
God,
bigger than
that's
that.
so funny.
I got big. I got.
Kermit the Frog
Kermit
is
the
so
Frog.
funny. You just
Imagine
think-
Kermit's
My legs
body.
are way bigger than that.
Kermit's arms.
His arms are one size all the way down.
Hello there, Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog.
Hey, that's a good Kermit the Frog.
That's not bad.
Kermit the Frog. That's not bad. Not bad.
Brendan Schaub doing Kermit the Frog. That was actually
Kermit's all I got, man. Kermit's is the farthest I go.
I'm picturing Kermit's arms with no movement at all.
Nothing. Just like pipes. Just straight pipe cleaners.
Oh, it's so silly.
Eddie,
It's
man,
why is
you
it
and
so
I-
funny?
because Eddie has Eddie.
I don't see it.
Kermit
Thank
the
you,
Frog
brother.
is like the perfect reference. That is like seriously the. If you're gonna make fun of a dude's arms, Kermit the Frog's arms.
Kermit
That's the funniest shit of all time. Kermit.
What can you do?
I take offense. I'm pissed now.
Eddie.
I think you have Uriah Faber arms.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Jesus Christ, Eddie, the fucking Instagram post that you and I both posted. You posted a caption with it. There's a dude who's sucking this guy's
my
toes.
God.
Yeah.
Bro, I sent that to
Yeah.
my brother.
Oh my god!
Oh my
But
God.
Eddie Bravo had the best caption on his. Eddie Bravo says, "When you partying and Rodman has the last rock." It's the dude sucking on Rodman's toe for cocaine. The reason why it came up to me was because the guy has Kermit the Frog's body.
Yeah.
We were talking about how this guy's like so meek. He's probably like only like 3 feet tall, and he's just like used to being humiliated.
Right.
So he likes big women
He's
and
a-
suck their toes.
He's a gimp.
Oh my
fuck.
god!
Those aren't women's toes. That's a dude's. That's a dude's
Rodman.
foot.
Come on, man.
That dude, that foot is like this, and this dude is just deep throating these toes.
So weird.
Have you not
Oh
seen
my
it?
God.
I
saw
sent it to you, right?
Yeah, I found it
I
disturbing.
Snapchat Joe's and sent it to everyone.
Dude, that's probably how Dennis Rodman's feet actually look.
Eddie Bravo.
Right?
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo on Instagram is not you. Who's
he's-
Eddie Bravo on
he's
Instagram?
at the real Eddie Bravo.
I'm the real.
Oh, I gotta follow
It's
you.
Yeah.
someone named Lindsay Sturge. Who the hell's that?
I don't know.
On Instagram?
I don't know.
There's someone named Lindsay on Sturge
had me crying,
who
man.
must be an Eddie Bravo fan.
She took my shit.
That's
So,
weird.
so I had
dude.
to do that douchey thing by saying the real,
The
Eddie
real?
Bravo, as I feel really douchey. That's
Nah,
like
don't. Someone took your shit.
I thought that originally. I just thought that's what you're supposed to do. If like
Look at this.
This is just incredible. That's a real fucking foot.
But the caption too.
Playing around this crib, and he got
Bro, look at that second toe.
Somebody told me once. I forget. That second toe is insane. Somebody told me once that if a girl has a second toe that's bigger than the big toe, that she's undoubtedly a freak. No matter what she tells you,
Really?
she can tell you she goes to church. The girl's a freak.
Yeah.
Like, if
Really?
you look- yeah.
That's not a girl though. That's
the
not a
word.
girl's foot.
That's not a girl's foot. You're
No.
right. In that pic, it might be a girl's foot.
I don't think so.
It might be like some.
I think
What's that
it's
girl who played
anatomically
volleyball?
impossible.
No, the girl who
No.
played volleyball, Gabriella Reese.
Yeah, there's some
If she was
big
a black
girls,
chick.
man.
Okay, here we go.
Rebecca Lobos.
Derek Brunson, Sam Alvey. This is a good goddamn fight right
Story
here.
about Sam Alvey on The Ultimate Fighter season 14. I was a guest coach on there, and he drove me fucking nuts. I didn't think he was
Why?
making shit because he quit nonstop all the time.
In
he
practice?
Quit. Yeah. And
Like, how did he quit? Like when he's sparring? or-
things would be going rough, and he'd just stop and then be like, "Oh, I'm hurt," and would sit out all
He
the
looks
time.
nervous, man.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit!
Yeah,
he is a tough
God.
fight.
Brunson has really good kicks, man. He caught Yoel Romero with a switch kick to the head. That's when I realized like what a freak Yoel Romero is, because Yoel Romero took it right on the neck and just stunned him for a second, and then just went right back to his normal.
Does
natural
Yoel have
movements.
a fight coming up? Did he sign anything?
I do not know. That's a good question.
I think he's
hoping he'd have some
Weidman's
breaking
biggest
news or some
threat
shit.
in many ways.
Yoel, yeah.
No, I
He-
think Rockhold is. I think it's the greatest fight in middleweight history.
You're out of your mind.
It's well, he's not out of his mind for sure. It's a good fight.
It's not the greatest.
What's
no,
better?
No, Brian. No, you're wrong.
They're both in
Could-
their prime.
could
They're both
easily
fucking
be.
monsters
Could he-
in their
look,
prime.
You got to tell me how you watch him go through Lyoto Machida like fucking hot butter, and you don't want to see Rockhold fight.
What?
Well,
against
I thought Lyoto
Destroyed-
Machida. I actually thought Lyoto Machida won that last round, or at least was
Don't
on
listen,
his way
you
to.
got the wrong fight. You got the wrong fight.
The fuck you talking about?
Rockhold destroyed
I'm saying
Lyoto Machida. in
Machida.
2
No, I was talking about
rounds.
Machida Weidman. I'm sorry.
Either way, he
you're right.
lost. Either way, he lost.
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
Machida and Weidman had some great exchanges, and there was one exchange particularly where Machida poured it on, but
was
Weidman is really fucking durable. There was his legs
Yes,
never
he is.
went.
Yes, he is.
got tagged with some shots, but it was never like, oh my god, he's going,
Right.
he's going out. It wasn't like that.
He's a beast. What I'm trying to say is I think that Yoel Romero is a bigger threat to Weidman
I disagree.
than is Luke
His
Rockhold.
cardio is going to be an issue.
Well, his cardio's definitely going to be an issue, but I don't think he's a bigger threat. I think he's a huge threat. I think they're both huge threats. It's
He's a
like,
different
Whoa,
threat.
look at Derek Brunson going off.
He's a-
Long
he's
ass
a
fucking
different
hard
threat.
punch.
This guy's
Ooh.
tough, man.
He's not. He's just swinging for the fences. All these
He's
are
trying to knock him
100%
out.
on him. Look at
Alvey
this.
better close his mouth, though.
But see, this is one where you should relax. Relax.
Ooh, he got wobbled.
Relax.
Oh, boy.
But he can move better than this if he
God.
was relaxed.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
he was relaxed here and not just fucking teeing off with 100%, he's wasting energy.
I agree.
If he was more efficient, he'd
Damn,
be
look at
landing
him.
more shots.
He's ferocious. This is what I
yeah.
want to see, though. I
yeah.
want to see guys like this.
yeah,
bad.
but for him as a fighter, he could do better. He stopped it. Stopped it.
that was
Mario
smart.
Yamasaki
That was
stopped
good.
it. Yeah.
That's a good stoppage.
I love that
For
shit.
him as a
I'm
fighter,
a huge
though,
fan.
I am too. But if he just took it down a
Yes.
notch with the wildness and was more accurate,
More control.
more composed,
Yes.
more control.
That's experience.
Well, yeah, it is experience. You've all been in that situation, especially if you're angry at somebody and you find yourself chasing them.
Emotion. You're being emotional and you're
We have enough
rushing
guys.
for the
We have
fight.
enough smart guys like that. Let me every now and then. Can I get a guy that's gonna go out
You're-
there?
more
and
than
just
not,
pop,
you're
pop,
getting
pop,
that, though,
pop?
Eddie.
You know what
More
I
than
mean?
not, you're getting that until you get to
I'd
the
rather
higher
see
levels.
this.
I
I'd
want
rather
to
see
see. I
this.
want to see him develop to the highest skill level possible. I think Derek Brunson's a bad
And
motherfucker.
that's hurting a guy, and like
Yeah.
you say, being controlled and then
Yeah.
timing it for the exact time.
But Eddie,
Oh,
this
we
is
can't have
like-
one
this is-
motherfucker that
but
goes out there and throws bombs
we
nonstop.
can, but
Jesus
we're
Christ.
not looking for unique individuals that don't reach their potential. We're looking for everybody to be as good as they
Because
can be.
fighting like
You
this,
should be
fighting
trying to
like
make
this,
him
you're gonna be
quit.
50-50.
You should be trying
fighting
to
like
make
this,
him-
you're gonna go
but Eddie,
5-10
okay,
in UFC.
here's a perfect example. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, when she had Jessica Panay hurt in the same type of situation, she didn't do this, okay? Everything she did looked crisp and controlled
Calculated.
and was way more devastating.
I love fighters like that.
It was more devastating.
But they can't all be like that. Can we have crazy motherfuckers like this
Look,
every now and then?
It's not
He's
that.
gonna get to a
He's
higher level where this doesn't work.
He just needs to get better. That's all it is. He's really good.
Take that.
Really good.
Take
He's
him away
really
from
good.
me. Take him away from me.
But
then.
it's not even a matter of the fact that he can't perform the punches or kicks correctly, because obviously he can. It's just a matter of composure while executing. Like, I guarantee if you got Derek Brunson and you were like, if Anthony Hardonk was working pads with him and you got to see him throw some combinations, he would look smooth as butter.
Instead of wild
Guarantee
like
you.
that.
Yeah.
He's just fighting emotionally
Yeah,
there. I've been
exactly.
there, man.
And he broke the dude. He did it. I mean, he really did do it. He broke him and he beat him
you're
down.
you're going to get to a certain level, and it happened with me when I fought Ben Rothwell. I threw a
Right.
spinning back elbow, rocked him, and I rushed in like he was doing. And Rothwell went, "Oh, cool story. He's hurt." Just threw a left hook. Fight's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I would have been more controlled, smart, calculated, you
Kind
wouldn't
of like
fight.
Orlovsky did actually with Travis Brown.
Yeah, he took that fight smart.
Yeah, he kind of kept
And
waiting.
he got caught.
Yeah.
He got caught bad.
Got caught hard. He got hurt.
Orlovsky's also,
Came
he's a
back.
guy, former world champ. He has a lot of experience. A lot of guys, when you get rocked like that, especially, you want to get in and you're like, oh, he's hurt. I'm going to jump on him.
Right.
That's when the guy's most dangerous.
Look at this. Carl's Jr. is selling a beef burger with no steroids. That's what it said. It said no steroids.
You know, Carl's Jr. signed Ronda Rousey.
Damn. Who didn't?
I don't believe that.
Right?
Ronda Rousey is going to be so goddamn rich when she retires. It's going to be preposterous.
Yeah, she's already pretty rich.
She's already pretty rich. But the amount of rich she's going to be like Oprah rich.
Yeah, she's not a materialistic person at all. Doesn't even.
What if you guys got back together again?
It might be a good move for you right now.
You might start texting.
No way, man.
Come on,
believe me.
I wish they would. I love Ronda.
I did her.
Give her another chance.
I did her a favor, man. I'm not the guy for the job. I'm just not, man.
Yeah.
Not man enough.
I'm
No,
too
you know
much
what?
woman there.
I'm too much. I'm too much. I'm
You're
too
too
much.
man?
Yeah, she needs a guy who's going to take a back seat. That's not me. She also
Really?
needs a guy who's going to say, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am."
Really?
Well, she's surrounded by, she's so
Right.
successful. She's surrounded by people that worship her and go, yes, that's a great idea. And when I went, I don't think that's a good idea. Now I'm a hater. No. I have no financial gain from you. I don't need anything from you. I've earned everything myself.
I don't think we should have this conversation.
I agree.
Out of respect
My bad.
for her
My
because
bad.
she can't defend herself.
You started me. You got me
I'm
on
sorry.
it, Eddie.
I
My bad.
apologize.
We're
I
all-
apologize.
Eddie,
I
you stir
apologize.
trouble.
You
I
stirred the top.
apologize.
You said
All
get back.
I
respect.
apologize.
All respect to Ronda.
I
'cause
apologize.
I really do respect
Me
her
too,
a
man.
lot. And
You know what? We've been talking nothing but good shit about her
She's
this
the
whole
best.
time.
I think
all
that,
of us.
I
We've been-
think that
I fucked up.
We've
I'm
talked
sorry.
about this before.
I'm a fucking
I
idiot.
think
No, you're
that
not.
you kind of have to be out of your mind to be as good as she is. You have to be, and I think that she'll probably admit it as quickly as anybody. And I think that in that position that she's in, when you are that powerful and that strong and there's such a shining star, man, the finding a guy to match that with you, like finding a guy that you mesh with perfectly,
It's gonna be tough. Well, that's the struggle. That's the balance, right? Like people who are that great, it's gonna be tough in your personal life, man.
Right.
What do I always say
It's
to you,
sort of
Joe?
like-
I wish I was more batshit crazy. I'd be a way better fighter.
Yeah, we've
if I
said
wasn't
that.
so
Yeah.
fucking
And nice.
If I was so nice
Yeah.
and friendly and creative, I'd be a way better fighter,
and then,
man.
and the opposite, like Bobby Lee, it's very hard for him to find a woman that can control him and dominate him correctly.
Who?
Bobby Lee. Because
The
Bobby
comedian?
Lee is the opposite. Bobby Lee is like this really small, feeble guy who's afraid of everything.
Yeah.
So he's got to find the right woman for that situation.
Yeah.
Him and Ronda
most
might be a
women,
match.
For most women, it doesn't jam up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, most women want to be like
Yes.
taken care of,
Yeah.
like throw me against the wall. Bobby Lee's like throw me against the wall, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
But he's funny, so there's a
He is
they
funny.
try to
Funny
find-
helps out, man.
they try to
It's a
find
weird
this-
dynamic, man.
People got to find the right person for the job. That's
really
what's
do.
up. That's really what's up. And the funny shit is, like, Jay Leno and I were having this conversation about it. Name drop. Watch it. We were talking about this guy that showed up at his studio once and just started asking questions about some actress and said, "Do you think I could meet her? Because if I met her, I'm pretty sure that she would know that I'm
Oh,
the one."
God.
And he's like, Jesus Christ. Like, could you imagine being a famous woman and have a bunch of dummies out there that think that
Nightmare.
if they got to you, that they could be the one,
Yeah.
and that I just got to meet her.
Bro,
if I
think about
meet her.
Rhonda. She has all these keyboard warriors jacking off to her all the time. Hey, God, if I could just get in front of her, man, I'm the guy for the job.
Just smell her ass.
Enjoy that.
Just get
If I could
close
just
to
drink her bathwater, man, I would fucking.
If I could just suck her big toe. Oh shit, Peniel Dariush, Michael Johnson.
Who wants to bet on this fight?
Down.
You want to bet on
Neil
this?
Dariush.
You
Eddie?
know what? I like both these guys. I would never bet against either
I would
one of
never
them.
ask you to bet.
I'm excited about this fight, but if you pick one, I'll pick the other.
I got De La Rouche.
Okay.
And he's an underdog.
Dariush. It's not Delarouche.
Yeah, man.
Dariush.
Delarouche.
I've had some wine. I've had a little bit of wine.
I got more wine.
Hey, I've been known to fuck up names from time to time.
Most certainly don't want to bet against Benil Dariush because I'm a big fan.
No, you and I aren't betting. We're just for the fun of things.
In the favor of just sport and fun.
Or dinner. You want to bet dinner?
Okay, that's dinner.
Thanks, brother. I'm taking the underdog. It's whatever, though.
Is he an underdog?
Yeah.
Dariush is the underdog?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a very skilled fighter. I like the way he fights.
Dude,
and I also like what Rafael Cordero's done, man.
Me too. I was cornering Brian T-City, the kid who's tearing up in the UFC right now. I was cornering him on a low-level show in L.A., and Dariush was in the back warming up because he was the main event. And I was watching him hit mitts, and I was like, holy fuck.
Really?
Who is that guy? And T-City was like, oh, that guy's the next big thing. So I went and talked to him. I saw his fight, and I'm like, dude, what's your deal? He's like, man, I'm just trying to get better, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, what's your background? And he starts telling me, like, jiu-jitsu's my passion. He's this world-class jiu-jitsu guy. But I saw him just wreck some dude on the feet. I was like, you're good at jiu-jitsu? He goes, yeah, man, it's my thing. I was like, holy fuck.
He's very good at jiu-jitsu. You see his fight with Jim Miller?
Phenomenal. He dominated Jim Miller on the ground.
Dominates him on the ground, man. Dominates him. Crazy shit, man.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
Dominate
Life
Jim
is
Miller
crazy.
on the ground. You're fucking pretty good. Of the jiu-jitsu. Look at that.
Yeah, Jim Miller's tough as fuck, man.
They don't get any tougher. And he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He submitted that Brazilian world champ. Remember, by armbar.
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
Jim Miller's one of the
Fabricio
one of the best.
Camoes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's elite, very elite on the ground. He also submitted Charles Oliveira, got him in a leg lock. He's elite. He's one of those guys that I always watch fight, and I always appreciate his fights. He's fantastic, but I'm always like, man, how many more of these does this guy have in him?
It's a bummer, right?
Yeah, because that style is just so taxing. Miller's just fucking super aggressive.
Speaking of that style, we got a buddy, I won't mention names, fought in the UFC, and his style was kind of like that Leonard Garcia style. And I talked to him on the phone and could not understand him.
Damn it.
Literally could not understand him. And I go, what are you doing these days, man? I'm teaching a little kickboxing, and I'm working at this school.
Dude, did you know Shane Mosley's fighting soon? Shane Mosley is fighting Ricardo Mayorga.
That's such
They're
a
gonna have
bummer.
Rematch.
Such a bummer. Have you ever met Mosley?
No, but I've seen him talk.
Punch drunk, son.
Not just punch drunk, but how about the fact that his body seems to have deteriorated? Like he shrank. His muscle definition was gone.
That bums me out, man.
He was on. There was one of those shows. Is that white wine? Get that fucking shit.
Yo, what's up with
away
that
from
white
me.
shit? Where's the red, dog?
Yo, I'm a man, bro. I don't drink white
I mean,
wine.
if it's all we have. Hey, what's up with the red right there? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't put that angel piss in here. give me that red,
Angel
dog.
piss. Angel piss. He calls it angel piss.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Give me
Listen
some of
here.
that red, dog.
All right, man. Hold on. Hey,
Benil
hold on, man.
Dariush.
I'm a fan of this kid.
he's
man.
What weight is that guy?
Smart
155.
fucking dude too, man. Benil Dariush, a smart
Very,
dude.
very calculated fighter.
Wicked on the ground, man. Look at his ground game. Nasty fucking submissions. Michael Johnson,
He's been on a
man.
tear, right?
Michael Johnson's been sparring on a regular basis with Nicky Holtzkin. Nicky Holtzkin's
Really?
been training with the Black Zillions. There's some great videos of them going to war. They've been sparring exclusively down there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
Nicky
didn't know
Holtzkin's
that.
also been working out with his Dutch kickboxing coach, the kickboxing coach for Holtzkin. They're showing him combinations that they use.
That's trouble because he's getting enough athlete to pick it
dude,
up like that.
He's picking it up. His sparring sessions have been fucking legendary down there with Holtzkin.
Hopefully
there's
not
some
too
videos
tough.
of it. Well, no, there's some videos of him getting. There's one of him getting rocked. Holtzkin caught him with a left hook.
Someone made that.
Who is that?
The frog.
That's good.
Already, that's nice.
That might be a good T-shirt.
That's a great idea.
Right?
You know,
The
I always
fighter
thought
and the kid, you with the Kermit the Frog
Yeah,
fucking
man.
flippers.
I always
Me
thought
as
that
Miss Piggy.
I always thought that Dutch kickboxing, like the Anthony Hardong style, I always thought that was the Dutch's version of Muay Thai. But hanging out with Anthony, he's telling me, he's giving me the history, and it really has nothing to do with Muay Thai.
It's more karate based.
It's karate based.
Yeah, it's karate based, but they did incorporate some of the Thai techniques, and they definitely did incorporate but they use it's more like a Shotokan or not Shotokan, like Goju-Ryu, like one of those hard styles.
He said the main difference is the
Uechi-Ryu.
footwork. In Muay Thai, you kind of just plod forward,
Yeah.
and there's no footwork. With what they do, is like Machida. There's a lot of footwork in and out, and you just don't stand there and take shots.
Yeah, they also have it's a fucking hard style, man. It's a hard style. There's the Holland style of kickboxing. They had some some innovations of their own too, like that combination that everybody calls the Dutchie, that left hook to the body and the right leg kick behind it. That's something that's like really classic to Muay Thai, but the Dutch really took it to another level. They throw like boxing style combinations that the Thai guys didn't. And then when Ramon Deckers went over there and fought the Thais.
Ooh, he's a beast.
Oh my God!
God, he was fun to watch.
A monster, and he fought the Thais at their weight. It wasn't like Cayman or a lot of these other guys who were like bigger. Like guys from Holland are huge. The average height of a guy in Holland is 6 feet tall. Yeah, and a woman is 5'10".
Is that where Overeems are? Both Overeems are from?
Yeah.
You know what Anthony also said?
Peter Ertz.
You know what Anthony said? He said that a low-level boxer can beat a low-level Dutch kickboxer, but an elite Dutch kickboxer will always beat an elite boxer.
That's interesting.
Because they will never withstand the leg kicks.
Dutch kickboxer.
Exactly. No, but he's
but
right.
he's right.
No, he
the
said
leg
they
kicks.
can never.
100%. They don't even know how to counter.
But
it.
especially with boxing gloves on. Especially with boxing gloves on.
No, I agree.
The whole game gets way trickier when you have little gloves.
Right.
That's why you see Joe Schilling got knocked down in
The
Glory.
stance is different.
And
Everything's different.
Those
man.
gloves sneak through.
For
they
sure.
sneak through. And
But
you're
he was talking about the
worried about
difference-
takedowns.
But he was talking about the difference between boxing and the Dutch style kickboxing. He really was talking about boxing like it was, primitive. Like there's so many things that you do wrong in boxing that when the legs are involved, you get smashed.
it's a different
I think I
game.
said Joe Schilling got knocked out in Glory. I meant in Bellator. But a great kickboxer fighting a guy who's a karate guy.
Yeah.
Was a fucking tough karate guy, though.
Very tough. Dude, I can't get enough of boxing right now. I watch every fucking boxing match.
Dude,
Wow.
did you see
Everyone.
Kovaalev's last fight?
Yes.
God damn,
I did.
he's good.
Lord, he's
God
good.
damn,
He's a
good.
beast, man. He hits so
Kovalev
hard.
is a monster,
Kovalev hits
dude.
so fucking hard.
How do you have the time, Brandon?
such an
you don't,
athlete.
you're
Dude,
single.
No, I have a girl. They're usually on Saturday nights, though.
Yeah,
I watch
DVR
all
those
fights.
bitches. I watch them when
I
I
don't even
DVR.
have time for the fucking UFC, and you're such a UFC expert. You know every goddamn fight of.
I record them, man.
Holy shit!
That's
You
also
must
my
watch
job.
fights twice. Every
It
fight.
just depends.
You
Yeah,
watch.
it
Most
depends.
fights you watch. Important ones you watch twice.
Important ones, yeah.
So Kovalev is
Damn.
Kovalev is just such a smooth boxer.
I want to see him
man.
fight Andre Ward. I think that's
That's a
fight.
phenomenal fight. Andre Ward needs to
fight.
do something.
I mean,
well,
I know.
he's recovering from shoulder surgery.
He is, but he just fought.
Yeah,
he just fought
for
and
the
he
first
won.
time.
Yeah,
He
They
didn't have
brought him
like
up
13
super
months off or
slowly.
something crazy like
16
that.
Look at you
months, I
guys,
16 months from
boxing
shoulder
experts.
surgery.
I don't know shit. I feel like
but
a
Andre
chick
Ward,
right now.
pound for
Ward
pound,
is-
I think he's the best fighter right now.
He's very
He's so
smart.
good, man.
How would
Gold medal
he
winner.
do with Kovalev? That'd be a
Is he
really
white?
interesting fight.
Such a good fight.
Is
No,
Andre-
he's black.
Oh.
But he's a gold medal winner.
His dad was white. His mother was black.
Really?
Yes.
He's a half.
Andre Ward. Yeah.
He's so good, man.
Yeah,
And
he's-
cool because now boxing's on ESPN, NBC. It's so dope, man.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'd really like to see that fight. That'd be a ridiculous.
There's a
fight.
lot of really good fights in boxing right now. The middleweight division is heating up. You
Gennady.
got Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, and Alvarez is going to fight what's his face?
Cotto,
Miguel
yeah.
Cotto.
You got Thurman.
Yeah,
God,
man.
they're
God
fucking
really
good.
good fighters.
Damn.
You got
A lot of good
Garcia.
fights. A lot of good fights.
I feel like a girl right now.
Boxing's weird, man.
really do.
A lot of listeners probably like, what the fuck?
I love boxing.
It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
but,
shit.
But kickboxing is more fun to me. I'm a big fan of Lion Fight, man. I love watching.
I love
Lion
Lion Fight.
It's
Where do you
real
see
Muay
that,
Thai on Access
Access TV.
Real Muay Thai,
Tiff
man.
Time Bomb, man. Tiff
Wicked.
Time Bomb, dude.
You
She's
see
she's a
guys
world
get
champ. If
knocked
she gets
out.
into MMA, it's gonna be trouble, man, with her stand up.
Oh yeah, her stand-up's nasty.
She's always kind of talked a little shit to Joanna.
Yeah, she has.
I'm
But
a fan
she
of
said
Tiff Time
Joanna
Bomb,
was
too.
basic. She said she thought her stand-up was basic.
Tip Time Bomb. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
That's her name.
She's a
badass.
cutie too, man.
She's very
She's
cute.
good looking
Time bomb.
too. I saw her hit
Damn.
mitts in Black House, and I was like, good lord.
She's legit.
That's one of the
100%.
best nicknames ever.
What's she
You
weigh?
know what I'm looking forward to, man?
not
I'm
sure.
looking forward to some of
115?
these
She's small.
jiu-jitsu girls getting into MMA, like jiu-jitsu world champions.
Kira?
Yeah, Kira fighting.
She's
You know
training.
how hot she is. If she got to, she would be fighting 115.
She's a looker.
If she got in there, oh my god,
Sign me up.
She's like 5'7", 115, I think she weighs.
Kira?
Yeah, Kira Gracie.
Kira Gracie.
Dude,
She had a baby
she's a,
too.
She's
recently.
a 10.
She's
Really?
a fucking
She's a 10.
10.
God damn it.
10.
God
she's
damn
a 10
it.
and a legit
Really?
She will
strangler.
She will armbar your dick, Brian.
Yeah,
I don't know about
she's
that.
a strangler.
100%. She will armbar your
bullshit.
fucking face.
Yeah, man. She's. I mean,
her.
she's no Bruce Lee, but she'd give you a fight.
I love her.
She's no Bruce Lee, man. You'd have your hands full.
Michael Johnson getting.
This can be a good
Vaselined
fight,
up.
man.
Fuck yeah, it is. This is a great fight.
Eddie, do we have a bet on the main event? OSP
I
Glover.
got OSP.
Do you really?
Damn, I have OSP too. But I'll take
There's no
Glover.
way.
I'll take Glover just for the bet.
How much?
What do you want?
Here we go.
Oh,
you guys
shit.
don't think that Glover's a tough fight for him?
Hell
Or is
yeah,
it-
it's a tough fight.
So do you think it's? But if the Glover before he fought John Jones, do you think Glover has had too many tough fights?
Hey,
like
Glover's
the
tough.
Phil Davis
OSP's
fight?
my boy.
Yeah.
So that's just
and
that's
he
that,
just hasn't
you
been
know?
training right. He's doing something wrong.
Yeah, Eddie can't really bet on this because OSP is his boy. So this is one of those
Well,
situations.
OSP's the favorite.
Yeah, but Eddie can't. He can't. You know.
She's so
he's
hot, Kerry
biased
Grayson.
here.
She's so
He's gonna
hot.
bet
But
on
he has the
OSP no matter what.
favorite.
But even if he wasn't,
He's
But I'll
not,
take
he's not
Glover.
training.
I'll take
he's-
Glover.
He's very good at the twister, and he's
Well, he's not going to Twister
10th Planet friendly.
Glover. He's not going to Twister Glover. That ain't happening. Glover
Famous
competed in
last
Abu
words.
Dhabi.
Dude, trust me, this
Famous
motherfucker.
Glover's
last
grappling's
words.
better than OSP's, my man.
OSP is a phenomenal athlete, man. He's
That's great.
yeah.
Okay,
and,
here we go.
And his jiu-jitsu is very dangerous.
Let's bet on it then.
oh my god,
How much you wanna
want
bet?
You guys are getting crazy.
500
500.
deal.
Dude, I love it.
Oh,
I'm liking it. Did you pay him the last bet?
I don't
bucks.
have.
No, they covered it
I
even.
honey,
remember?
yeah, I got
He
him.
honey
dicked
dicked
him.
I
him.
honey ticked him into the Frankie Edgar Uriah Faber fight.
So you guys are
it was so fun, though.
That's the best way. Just keep doing it back and forth, and just keep a tab on. What
Yeah,
are you gonna
keep-
pay each
yeah,
other
just
money?
keep it going.
Come on, we'll keep a tab going.
If it gets dark, what if it gets dark and we have to have a meeting and shit?
Hey man, you owe me $50 million.
Or if it's like,
Bro, you have to
$13,
pay me, man.
It's
Give me
$13,000.
$500,000.
It's $13,000, but just give me $5 right now and shut the fuck up.
Where's Dario? Where's
I
Dario?
can't let you just walk away.
And Eddie'd be like,
I
how
gotta
about
get
this? How about
something.
this?
I gotta get something.
Instead of me giving you $5, I'll bet you $5 on the next. If I win, we call it even.
Yeah, then we call it.
There you go. But then you lose, and fuck, you lose a thumb.
You
I
lose a
buried it in the
thumb.
back room back there.
I'll bet you a thumb.
Michael Johnson, here we go.
Now let me ask you this: where's Darius from? Where originally? Do we know?
I used to know. I can't remember right
It's
now.
somewhere in like Azerbaijan or something.
Herb looks sexy.
It's from the steppes somewhere.
This is the best fight on the card, I think.
Darius.
You better get
Did
Reebok
you
on,
honey dick
girl.
that?
She's a lovely
I
young
mean,
lady.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating
Who?
crackers.
Which one?
That ring card girl, I don't know her name.
Chrissy
This
or
guy,
Vanessa?
this guy reminds me of,
Yeah, they're
of
both
a
very nice ladies.
Gegard Mousasi kind of thing. He's kind of
Oh, that's racist.
relaxed.
So what happened with Dariush and I need to watch that fight with
It was his last loss, right?
him and Ramsey.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
'cause I had
didn't-
no idea.
But that just shows to anybody can get caught. Anybody can get caught. At any given time, you zig when you should have zagged.
He has
Someone
confidence
clips you.
now, though. You know, he's ripped off a couple big wins. So is Michael Johnson's confidence. Fuck,
He
too,
does
man.
a good job of keeping his chin tucked. You know, he doesn't keep his hands up high, but he keeps his chin tucked pretty good.
He's from Iran.
See how he's from Iran. Thank you, Jamie.
There you go.
Powerful young Jamie. But see how he's keeping his chin tucked here?
But I bet you he's a Syrian from Iran. Why do I know that?
Did you know that it's
You know why I know that?
It's a sin.
Why?
It's a
Because
sin.
What?
he's a Christian. And so if he's a Christian in Iran, he's probably an Assyrian.
powerful knowledge of the world.
Oh, Brian will drop
Callen.
some world shit on you,
There
man.
you go, brother. How about when I guessed all their nationalities? Those
That was
girls?
amazing. We in a coffee shop. No one spoke English. Brian started saying, "You're from Afghanistan. You're from Belarus. You're from Croatia." And I was like, "This fool's on drugs."
I
And all
got
the girls started clapping.
And I go, and you're from Turkey.
Did you see that HBO
True story.
special on
It's
Iran?
like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Come on, brother. You know I got the guns. I got
No,
the Kermit
bro.
guns, and I got the knowledge. I'm fucking getting pumped right now.
I got them Kermit
I'm in low energy. That
Kermit
weed
guns.
last night.
The weed last
Dude,
night's
I'm still high.
firing. You
I'm
want
still
some more
high.
of it?
Nope.
Okay, right here.
I'm good. I went to a different planet. That was very interesting. I'm not a seasoned weeder.
You see that HBO special about Iran where you can die if you're gay, but if you have a sex change, they'll let you live?
Yes.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
I love Vice, though.
So all these gay
Because
dudes
you're
are having
supposed to
sex
take
change.
advantage of science. Science has never been something that Islam had a problem with. You
What
can
did
take
you-
advantage of.
Yeah, but what did you say? They're trying to kill you if you're gay.
Oh, that's a
not
problem.
very scientific.
That's insane. Yeah, there's no
That's not
science
something
behind that.
That's
So
what,
it's
by,
huge,
the, by the way, by
There's
the
a
way,
bunch of transvestites that just wish they were like dudes.
Damn,
They're like,
that
damn, they didn't
sucks,
want to be
man.
chicks.
Oh, that's so.
by,
They didn't
by,
want
by
to-
the
Just
way,
a shitload of Caitlyn Jenner's
by the way,
over there.
yeah, and then like,
But they're not pretty.
It was either that or die.
no, it's actually though.
Or jail
Believe
or
it or
something.
not, they say that, but there are gay communities in Iran and places, and
Yeah,
like anywhere
underground.
else, they're kind of left
Hey,
alone.
look at what's
They're
going
usually
on
left
here.
alone.
There's a
Really?
commercial that's
Okay.
going on
Good.
while the fight is going on.
Yeah, for a movie.
They
that's
just
weird.
showed a commercial in the corner.
A movie preview.
Like full videos and shit.
You know how much they had to pay
Is
for
that
that
a
shit?
new thing?
I've never
Dude,
seen
that's
that.
some crazy
I-
VIP treatment right
I
there.
am not
I'm not a
appreciating
fan of that.
Yeah, I'm not appreciating that.
Especially these two
This is
freaking
not
world-class
just
fighters.
Yeah, this is not just words like
isn't
Monday Night
Fight Pass.
Football.
They should
coming
have
up
the stock
next.
market on the bottom.
We should just show naked chicks. Just show shit that's gonna distract
Dude,
you.
what if the
Ass
Ring
up,
Girls did like a
buy Reebok?
Just like on the corners.
I
Just on the
love
corners. There's
watching
chicks
Oh, nice
dancing on a
left hand.
pole.
Yeah, just
Right?
a girl naked throwing a Monster Energy drink down her pussy.
Yeah. Or just,
Oh, Jesus.
These guys are no joke. You're wearing your pants a
some
little.
stand-
You remember
comedy
that
on the
Bill
side.
Hicks bit about that? Bill Hicks got a great joke about advertisers if they could do what they wanted to do. You just see a girl and you'd focus on her and you would go down to her pussy lips. You'd see she's spreading her fingers, spreading her pussy, and looking you in the eye, and it just says drink Coke.
Snickers or drink Coke? Yeah.
Yeah.
It just says Snickers.
It's
I
such a
think.
great bit. It's so true. If they could do it, that would totally work. I mean, it would turn a lot of women off from Coke.
Think if you could do whatever you want and there's no freaking repercussions,
It's
how
called
different society
what you're
would
doing
be.
right now on the internet, son.
This is true.
Yeah, it's
That's why
true.
Fox is panicking. They can't control Big Brown.
Is
and
it
they
me or
can't.
it-
What do we do?
Nobody can
What
control
do
the
we
kid.
do?
in Big Brown.
They might pull some JFK shit and the UFC might just
Listen,
snipe me out
Listen,
in my
man,
Porsche.
they're not.
Oh, damn.
Nice straight left. Beautiful timing by Johnson.
Damn, I missed it.
That was pretty.
Ooh.
Oh man, he's teeing
Ooh,
him
he's starting
up.
to tag
Oh,
up on
He's
shit.
tuning him up. Oh, he's
Dude,
tuning
Michael
him up.
Johnson's on fire.
Dude, he's been sparring.
Damn.
Mickey Holtzkin.
Damn, he
man.
looks fast
Holy
too, son.
shit. He's a fucking animal
See
right
now,
now.
Dario probably
to tell
feels
you,
like there's
Brendan.
something going on here.
It's like he's hypnotized.
caught him with a
He
nice.
did catch him. Try to tell
For sure
Brendan.
mix up the takedowns, though, huh? Don't be so flat-footed, right?
Yeah, but he thinks he just wants to stand with him.
Ooh.
Yikes! He's.
I think
countering.
he's so
Wow.
fucking confident in his stand-up from sparring with Holtzkin. Look at this, man. I think as good an athlete as he is, he's picking it up at a very high rate.
I agree.
He's got really good training down there in Florida.
Great camp.
Henry Hooft is so fucking clever as a kickboxing
Is this
coach.
where is he? Down in top
He's a
team?
Blackzilian guy.
Boca Raton, yeah.
Will he ever
Yeah.
throw a wheel kick?
One day.
I'm sure he
maybe,
will. We might see that
When he
shit
trains
this
with
fight.
me, he
Edson
will.
Barboza, holy shit, right?
Oh, he's
Edson Barboza,
terrifying.
holy goddamn shit.
His
we
wheel
haven't done
kicks,
a...
oh, that's great. But you know what's the scariest thing? His switch kick is so
Crazy.
So fast.
Remember how fast
It was
that
like
was?
Whack.
Dude,
the
we
guy
were-
he fought, that
we were
Felder guy,
cage side. I
that
couldn't even
Felder
see
guy
it.
was good.
Yeah.
Holy
Felder's
shit.
really Felder is really good.
Yeah, he's
They were
tough
both
as
throwing
shit.
serious wheel kicks, serious karate,
Well,
traditional martial
yeah.
arts
Felder's-
shit,
yeah.
like with death behind it, like
Felder's
super kung
tough
fu
as
theater
shit.
death.
He's
Yep.
tough as shit.
Yep.
When he did that switch kick and he caught him in the ribs, his side was lobster red. I mean, it was so it was like a hematoma almost. Didn't miss a beat. He was
Yeah.
protecting it a little bit, but
He
overall,
took a lot of shots to the legs that cut down his movement. Like you
Yeah.
could see, especially in the third round,
Welting up.
He was very labored in his movement because of those kicks. It slowed him down, but he is tough as fuck.
Dude, Edson Barboza, holy motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
That guy hits hard.
muscles on muscles.
Holy
He
shit.
might be the best kicker in the UFC.
Dude, he's scary.
Might be the best kicker.
That's the last guy you want
He's
to
the
fight.
only guy
That's
who's
the
ever
last
stopped
guy you
two
want to
guys
fight.
with leg kicks. He stopped two different guys.
Anthony Hardong said that.
What's that? Pettis is up there.
Yeah.
Pettis
Anthony
is up there,
Hardong-
but
Yeah.
Edson's scarier.
Anthony
Barboza might
Hardong
be
said
better.
that
Yeah.
Donald Cerrone has the best kicks. He thinks.
Hardong
That's a
said
bad
that.
motherfucker
said
too.
it.
Top
Yeah.
bad motherfucker
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Donald,
Yes, he is.
Donald's as game as anybody that's ever lived.
He's amazing.
Game as anybody. He's so much fun to hang around with too.
I love that guy. I love him.
Dude, this is a good fight. But Dariush's got to figure out how to get this fucking fight to the ground.
Yeah, it's hard.
because
You
right
can't figure
now,
him out. Oh,
look at this. Dariush is coming after him now, though.
press him.
Dariush is not stupid. It's just that I feel like the level of sparring that Johnson's been getting is such a high level.
It's gonna be hard to take that dude down,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
I mean, you're gonna take him. It's gonna be impossible.
Yeah, he's so quick. His sprawl's so good.
I mean, he wrestled in
Hips.
college, right? What's
Yep,
his?
yep, yeah, he's a good wrestler too. When he first started fighting in the UFC and the Ultimate Fighter, showed a lot of wrestling talent.
Darius is bigger than him. He looks bigger, but it doesn't seem to
Well,
matter.
he's
at this
a
point.
long guy, but
Yeah.
Johnson's thick.
Oh, damn. Darius is no joke. These guys.
Johnson has like a nice snap to his punches too.
Yes, he does.
Like he's popping it at the end, you know.
Speed, man.
And this is the second round, so when you start to see these guys slow down quite a bit, you know.
It's some real good footwork, Johnson.
Fuck yeah.
Looking like T.J. Dillashaw. Except he's not switching.
Dude,
stances.
nobody. Oh, but Darius
Damn.
tried for the fucking knee there. Dude, nobody looks as good as TJ right now. God damn, TJ looked good in that Henry Barrow fight.
So good. Him and Dominic next or what?
It depends on where Dominic is at health wise. You know,
That's the fight, though. That's the money fight.
That's the fight. But he obviously doesn't want to come back too soon. I mean, he's already done that a couple of times.
Twice.
Blown himself out, fucked his knees up, and it's just the whole thing is just such a disaster.
I think
over
TJ
again.
even said he'd go up to 45 and fight Conor.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
That's a phenomenal fight.
T.J.
dude.
Dillashaw,
TJ
Conor
seems
McGregor.
alone.
Yeah.
TJ
He's
seems.
talked, dude. That would be
That's what he wants. He said if Dominic can't go, he wants Conor.
Oh shit!
Wow, that would be
amazing.
crazy,
Dude.
TJ.
That would
I
be
feel like TJ's a
fucking
lot smaller than
insane.
Conor, though.
He's a lot
he is.
smaller.
He is a lot
That's a little
smaller.
dude. But you know what? His
Good luck
wrestling's
hitting
really
him.
good.
Good luck
And-
hitting him.
And his jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu's very good. I remember back in the day when he was first coming up, TJ, I'm like, that little wrestler, he understands jiu-jitsu right away. He's young in this game, and a lot of wrestlers, it takes them years to figure out you got to fall in love with jiu-jitsu.
That's such a high stakes gamble though to fight a guy like Conor because Conor can knock him out.
Yeah.
Like Conor's
One
not,
shot.
and Conor's not slow. He's
Hell
definitely
no.
not slow with his hands. You know, so like when TJ fought Barrow, you know, Barrow the first fight he got caught off guard and TJ cracked him. Nobody expected TJ to be as good as he was. And after that first round, that dude was on autopilot and TJ just beat the brakes off of him.
Like
right?
a punching bag.
Just
yeah.
beat his ass. But the second fight, you could see Barrow was not the same human being. He's not the same human being. He's not.
What do
He
you
wasn't
think
in a
that is,
Gagnon
Joe?
fight. Shell shocked. It could have been
I know what Brendan's thinking.
Extreme loss of confidence. You also have to deal with post-concussion syndrome because that first fight, he took a fucking beating.
Beat down.
He took a beating from the first round to the
Yes,
fifth
sir.
round.
Yep.
And especially that last combination when TJ head kicked him. Come on, son.
You're right.
That's terrifying shit.
No, you're right.
So you got that. You got the recovery of that. We all know someone who's had a fight like that and never really totally recovered.
True.
So you got that, and then you got confidence loss because he was this monster who hadn't been beaten in 9
Untouched.
years and just was running through people,
How long
finding a
does
way
it
to
take-
beat everybody.
How long does it take to get over, like your last fight, you retire, you got beat down, you got your title taken, you never come back. Obviously, you're going to be sad from that, like the next day,
Yeah.
and then 2 days later, and a
Yeah.
week later. When does it get to a point where that fight doesn't matter? The fact that you're a boxing icon or an MMA legend, you're beyond that last fight. Like, how long does that take?
You're asking the wrong guy.
It's different- it's different for everybody.
I'm not a legend. You know what I'm
some
saying?
guys, look, no guy has ever gone from the Ultimate Fighter and become as good as TJ did, as quick as TJ did. TJ is like a real freak, and he's also a sponge, and he's a super nice guy with. Even though TJ is like ultra competitive, right? Obviously, he's wicked competitive.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a big ego. It's weird. He's like super
just
confident.
works hard.
He works hard. He doesn't have any road bumps.
You know what's a
There's like
bummer?
personality road bumps
think-
that some
you
fighters
think
have that
Hannah-
keep them from learning.
You know what's a bummer, Joe?
What?
Is the kind of the I almost want to say the trash talk between Alpha Male and Dwayne now. Like Chad Mendes goes,
You're
we
right.
fucking made Dwayne Ludwig.
Well, it's true. It's true.
No, they
They did. No, listen, they did. He needed disciples, and he found super athletes that were willing to listen, and it showed what he's capable of. But also what made him is how good he is at it. He's
Yes.
undeniably one of the best striking coaches I've ever seen.
For sure.
And his relationship with TJ and the progress that TJ's made cement that. But you also consider Rafael Cordero, you consider Duke Rufus, you consider Faraz Zahabi, you consider Mike Winklejohn. There's a lot of really good striking coaches out
I
there.
agree with
It's
that.
really, a lot of it is dependent upon their students.
I don't think you can say they
Dwayne-
made 'em.
But Dwayne found a great stable of studs. That's like every athlete or every trainer's dream.
It's a collaborative marriage. It's a symbiotic
Yes,
relationship.
Exactly.
True.
And
And,
neither
and
one
nobody
is
should be,
full
nobody should be
responsibility.
taking
Yeah.
nobody should be taking credit
Yeah.
No.
for anybody else.
I think
it just
There's
bummed me
it's
out
so
because I
unnecessary.
love Team Alpha Male. Obviously, Dwayne and I are very close.
I'm
so
very
when I saw
close.
that, I'm like, come on,
I'm
man.
very close with both of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm very close with TJ. I'm very close with Danny. I love Chad Mendes. I love Uriah.
Me too. I love all
guys, and
those
I love
boys.
Dwayne too. And I, on it, this is like a not really talked about very much. But we had one point in time thought about buying their gym. We
Alpha,
thought about
yeah.
setting up an on-it gym through them, and we had considered doing it, but we knew that they were having some disputes with Dwayne, and they were trying to sort it all out. But we were talking about going into some sort of an on-it partnership with them because we sponsor a lot of those guys.
Well, now Campman even left
and
the
we
gym.
want to start making some more on-it gyms, and having an on-it MMA gym
That's
was an
awesome.
idea that we bounced around a few times. And I think that when you have a stable full of guys like Chad Mendez, Lance Palmer, T.J. Dillashaw,
Joey
Cody Garbrandt,
Benavidez,
Joey Bardavidez,
Danny Castillo,
Uriah motherfucking Faber. I mean, Jesus, goddamn
Monsters.
Christ.
Yeah.
These guys are savages.
Yeah.
And if you get a guy who's as nuts as Dwayne is, and Dwayne is fucking nuts about training and about like the fanatical approach that he takes to training guys, he's obsessed. He's like a true mad scientist. I mean, the day TJ fought Barao, he and I had lunch, and there was like 5 or 6 other people there. We're all laughing, joking around. Can't wait for the fights today. And Dwayne is sitting there. He's like, what he's going to do? He's going to fake to the left. And the whole deal about when you see Barao does, he's flat-footed.
obsessed.
Flat-footed guy's never going to be a guy like TJ. He goes, because he's just going to set up these angles and like. He went out and did exactly what Dwayne said he was going to do, but Dwayne had this maniacal, fanatical thing.
It's like TJ's his tapestry. He's like a painter.
Exactly.
You
He's
need
an
that. You
artist.
need that though.
He's an artist.
I don't think those guys would be where they're at without a guy like
Exactly.
Dwayne.
Exactly.
And Dwayne wouldn't be where he's at without them.
But Danny Castillo has gotten a lot better. You see Danny Castillo in his last fight, he's throwing all these head kicks.
Yeah.
His footwork looks amazing.
Yeah.
And he's learning from TJ and he's learning from Dwayne too. It's like
Because he's in Denver with
yes,
those boys.
Exactly. But that's the point. Is like it's too bad those guys couldn't work it out.
I know.
Because that is like literally the dream relationship. If they
Even-
had a mediary,
Even Campman's out now. Martin Campman's leaving.
Well, he might just be tired of
Well,
training people.
he said his family doesn't want to be in Sacramento anymore.
Yeah.
That's what he said in the interview.
Well, that
so
makes
now they're
sense.
looking for other coaches. They asked, I think, Kenny Florian.
Kenny Florian considered it apparently.
He considered, but I don't think he can do it because of all his obligations here with media and
Right.
stuff like that. But Kenny
Right.
would be great, man.
He would be great.
Kenny's a phenomenal coach and smart
very
as
smart.
fuck.
Very smart.
These guys are actually taking shots to the head, and they don't seem to be phased at all. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes you watch fight and you watch these
They
guys.
take a
get
lot
hit.
of Tylenol, dude. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Martin
what it
Catlin was
is.
the head coach,
Yeah.
the head MMA
Yeah,
coach.
he replaced Dwayne.
Oh.
He
And then he's
replaced Dwayne.
gone.
He's leaving now, too.
Campman's a really ooh, nice uppercut by Dariush.
Michael Johnson has been hit 4 times, and he just keeps coming forward.
This is a great fight, I guess. We'll have to go over and watch it. We're not talking shit.
Right?
It's a good fight.
That's the problem with these goddamn fight companions. We miss amazing fights because the company's too good.
It's too fun, though, man.
By the way, right? Dariush right now is winning this round. He's tagged him 5 times. He's tagged Michael Johnson 5 times.
Might be the only round, though.
Yeah. Well, look at this. He keeps hitting him, but it's really not fair.
It
really
looks like
landing
Johnson
too
has
much.
slowed down a
Yeah,
little
Johnson
bit, man.
slowed down. Now's your chance.
You know, who knows how hard a time he has making 155. A lot of these dudes have a hard time making that weight, man.
Yeah.
You see Diego Sanchez dropped to
He's
45.
crazy. How crazy is that?
So great. Fighting Ricardo Lamas, right?
He's so
In
crazy.
Mexico.
So crazy.
Phenomenal fight.
Hey, now let me ask you this: what do you think about Rockhold dropping down to 185 now with the lack of IVs? When they take away your IV, You think
That
that's gonna
starts in
affect him?
October, right?
Right. When are they fighting? Why did I think they were fighting after that?
I thought they were fighting in September. Am I wrong?
You might be right. No, I
Do
don't
you know,
think you
Jamie?
are. Oh, beautiful left hand.
Damn.
Where is it in September? Where is it taking place?
You're right. Because in
Jamie will find out for us.
either way, but yeah,
either way.
Rockhold's a fucking huge,
Oh, Dariush with a
huge
knee.
85er.
He's big,
And
dude.
and those IVs, I mean, they got to have them, man.
But do they? Because Joe Silva was trying to tell me that there's doctors that say it's actually more effective to orally rehydrate.
not
You
true.
just have to do it correctly.
Come on.
It's not
I don't,
true.
Of
I
course
don't, I
Joe
don't think
Silva
that's
says
true,
that.
Joe, because in hospitals they rehydrate you with IVs, right? And,
Right.
Yes.
But
A lot
that's
of times-
also
Maybe they're
because they
lazy.
have to regulate and ensure that you get the right amount of fluid at the right time. And maybe there's a method to rehydrating
Well, a lot of
orally.
time when you just drink, obviously you'd have to talk to scientists, but when you drink just water to rehydrate, it strips the electrolytes and it actually doesn't rehydrate you. If you use the
Right.
IV, it goes straight to the bloodstream
Right.
to rejuvenate those
That's
muscles.
what I would have thought, but I'm obviously not medically qualified to talk about it. But one thing that Jeff Nowitzki told me is that they do it because people can use IVs to mask steroids.
Who's Jeff?
Jeff Nowitzki is the guy that busted Lance Armstrong. He's the guy that's the new USA drug dude.
well, blood,
He's
he
the
works
guy-
for the
blood
UFC?
doping,
Yes.
I think, right? Not
Yes.
not
So
steroids,
Joe
but
Silva, the guy who works
blood
for the
doping.
UFC, said IVs are bad.
Well, no,
They're also
he
banned.
didn't say IVs
Not
are
bad, but he said you should
Yeah.
use
But he didn't say that it was more effective. He doesn't engage. The Nowitzki guy is very impressive. Okay, he doesn't engage in propaganda. Doesn't engage in hyperbole. He's very logical and very calm, very fair. I had a really good conversation with him, and he's doing the podcast soon.
That's gonna be amazing.
Because I need to ask him a million questions about how these guys do things and how the cyclists got away with it. And we were talking about the Tour de France. That was a good fight. We were talking about the Tour de France and how this guy who is at the leader, he goes, he's got to be doing something. He's breaking all the records that the juicers were making. He's like, this guy is setting new record times, and somehow or another he's testing clean. And he said, who knows what they're doing. But the thing is, they have steroids that they're developing testosterone that's not based on plants. Okay, because testosterone now, though, somehow or another they grow it with yams. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
And there's somehow or another they can test and they can find that it's non-endogenous, that it's exogenous, I guess that's the word. They can't do that if it's animal stuff. So they're figuring out a way to get testosterone from animals. They're getting animal testosterone. They're injecting it
because
in people.
It mimics human
it's
testosterone.
Bioidentical.
Okay.
It's bioidentical, and they can't figure out how to test it. So if guys are doing that, then it doesn't even look like they're on testosterone.
That podcast can be so dope.
Damn.
Dude, he's telling me crazy shit. Telling me crazy shit about gene doping, about the next level. I talked about this with Rhonda Patrick on the podcast recently. The next level, by the way, you guys have to have her on.
Yeah, we got to have her on.
She'll blow your fucking mind.
Let's get her on.
I listened to her on yours.
To ask her, this is what you do, because for the fighter and the kid, ask her to just study steroids and what steroids you could hide and what steroids would do what and why you would take certain things and what the benefits of it. She'll look through the research on it and come on your show and blow your fucking mind.
Drop some knowledge.
Really? She's the smartest person I've ever talked to.
Wow.
Ever. Yeah, when I get her on the podcast, I just wind her up. I just give her a subject, like the last thing was cold shock proteins. She was talking about cryotherapy and the positive results of sauna, and that sauna people had 40% less mortality across the board, 40% reduction in mortality, whether it's cancer, drugs, heart attacks.
She was saying sauna's an advantage. Yeah, she was saying sauna's
spectacular advantage for your body.
Really?
For longevity,
Super
for
advantage.
health.
That's what she was saying.
Huh.
There's something about heating your body up to 170 degrees. You put it in that 170 degree environment for as long as you can
kills
take
pathogens or something?
No, it creates heat shock proteins. She went into this big thing about heat shock proteins that are only created heat shock proteins and from cryotherapy, very similar cold shock proteins. Dude, you got to listen to the podcast because it's not even me. It's like I would lob a ball at her and then I'd sit back for 20 minutes while she just goes off, and you got to take notes. You got to write shit down.
Damn.
She's a monster.
Getting your body at a certain temperature.
Yes.
You release
triggers a compensatory response. That compensatory response is called either heat shock proteins or cold shock proteins, and norepinephrine, which is something that it has an effect on mood and What's the word? Neopinephrine.
Wait, what happened here?
The fuck is that word that she used? But anyway, whatever it is, it regulates mood.
Dariush won.
Dariush won.
Wow.
Michael
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
upset.
off, Joe. Sorry, brother.
No worries. Look at Michael Johnson's furious, man.
I think Johnson definitely won that fight, by the way.
I do not think I was paying attention.
I was just enough. You owe me dinner, though. Not that you haven't paid for 100 dinners.
I felt like Dariush was actually connecting
I got robbed out
more
of dinner.
Norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine. Thank you very much, sir.
That fight hasn't been booked yet either.
Oh, it hasn't? Which fight? Which one?
Weidman.
Really?
Rockhold?
No
They haven't have a venue yet?
I saw
What
a rumor that
the
maybe December 5th, but not official yet.
Oh, you know what? I bet it's the big one because they're trying to do a big one December 5th. That's what Knucklehead should have kept her mouth shut about the UFC calling her up.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying, listen, can you make 135? If you can make 135 in Dallas, December 5th, let's do this. But she's gonna have to get on the scale before they ever.
She's gonna have to make that weight before. Yeah. Rhonda's doing movies and shit, so it has to work for Rhonda's schedule.
Well, it's gonna be December 5th. If it's the big fight,
sounds like Rocky 2.
This is what they're trying to do. December 5th, they're trying to do a gigantic arena in Dallas, that huge football arena.
Cowboy Stadium.
And if they do Cowboy Stadium, it is going to be the motherfucker of all motherfucker cards, dude. It's going to be like McGregor versus Aldo, Ronda versus Cyborg, and if they sign Fedor versus Verdum, and that's also on the card.
I also saw Overeem versus.
Holy shit!
Overeem will be versus Dos Santos.
I also saw.
Most likely.
You think they'll ever do a Super Bowl card like that?
That would be the big card. That would be the card.
Supposed to, yeah.
It would do and then Joanna versus Claudia.
Once a year, right? Once a year you have a super card. Once a goddamn year, give me a super card. God damn it.
Well, they're apparently planning UFC 200 for
That's
next
Rafael
July.
right there, right?
They're already advertising. Yeah, there's Rafael Cordero, great guy, awesome coach, but a
So friendly.
beautiful dude.
Yeah.
always like
Great
that
person.
beautiful smile, and just a warm, friendly guy. Just truly loves his students.
Damn.
Great guy.
So they're already showing these teaser trailers for UFC 200, which is next July. So they're planning it. There's a fucking stud. Matt Hughes and
Two
Robbie Lawler.
studs.
Damn, Robbie Lawler healed up like
Partners
Wolverine.
in crime.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he
healed
did.
up like Wolverine.
Like
you can't
a-
even tell
like
that he
damn,
was
look at
split
his
open.
lip.
Wolverine, man.
You can't even tell he was split open.
It's awesome.
Two rough-looking
Yeah,
dudes,
UFC
man.
200 is gonna be fucking
Dude,
nuts.
how about they're gonna do Robbie Lawler versus Carlos Condit?
Brian Callen was calling for
I
that
can't
fight.
wait for that
Ooh,
fight.
that's a good. How about this fight right here? Max versus Oliveira.
Oliveira.
Max Holloway's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Is this going on right
Went to
now?
decision
This is
with
coming.
Connor.
This is coming up. I called this one today too. I did one of those countdown shows for this. Max Holloway impressed the fuck out of me versus.
Where do you
Cub
do those
Swanson.
countdown shows, Joe? Here?
I do them near this area
Gotcha.
somewhere.
What were those white things
Just-
hanging from
I-
that guy's ears?
California.
Well, no,
Go to
I-
California.
Well, I didn't know if you had to go to like a UFC studio or what.
No, we go to a sound studio.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just a place. There's 100 of those
Yeah,
fucking
and
places.
you just sent it in.
Have you ever done those? I do one for the video game too, man. I've been doing the video game again.
I did one for them for the top 5 greatest fights of all time, and I went to Unbreakable Gym and just like,
Damn.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Eric Silva, Rick Story. Holy shit.
That's a great fight. Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. I fucking love that.
Cote
fight.
Berkman's a fun
Hey
fight.
boys, what date is that? August 23rd. Are we doing this or what?
It's a Sunday.
That sounds like a good day to do a fucking fight companion.
I'm
Who's
here.
Dude, who's here? Let's see.
Brendan.
August.
Hell yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
We're going to On It
I'm in
next
town.
week, but that's it.
Let's
then
do
we,
it.
Then we go to
Come on,
Costa
Austin.
Rica next
Yeah,
week.
it's a Sunday. I like it.
Or
I'm,
next
I'm
month.
here. I'm
Are you
here.
sure you're
I'm
not
here on
doing
the
it?
23rd.
Let's
sure
do
you're
it,
not
boys.
doing
I'm
it?
100% not doing it.
No, that's a fight night.
That's a fight night.
Joe says not.
Let's do it.
That's
Sunday
Brian.
night.
That's Brian Stan. Dude, it's gonna come to one day. This is gonna be too fun. It's gonna be like Fight Companion is gonna be more fun than actually being there at the fights.
Dude, when I text you guys, especially when I text you, I'm like, bro, fight campaign for this. You're like, I'm out of town. I'm like, oh.
I know, but it makes
So
it
sad.
when you said the other day, and I said "fuck yeah," and you said "fuck yeah."
So
we
happy.
both got all jazzed
When the
up.
stars
And
align.
Makes
then
my
Eddie,
week.
Eddie
Yeah.
texted me "Fight Companion." I go "fuck yeah."
Oh, shit. The stars are aligning.
And then Callen texts me. We're all texting each other.
It's
We're
better
setting
that
it
way.
up.
The gang is back.
The gang is
The
visiting
gang
every
now
is
and
back,
then.
ladies and gentlemen.
When we did the
gang is
companion
back.
without you, it felt weird, man.
Well, how about Bobby
Yeah.
Lee's girlfriend stole the show?
I know.
She dropped some knowledge, and she was
I know.
hot as shit.
She knew a lot more than I did.
Bobby Lee shut down. Bobby Lee shut down.
Meanwhile,
That's
she
what
was
I'm saying.
Oh, by the way, if you told me Bobby, she was on the Filipino national swimming team.
Exactly what
I
I'm
was like,
saying.
huh?
If you
That's
have
what
a
you're
woman,
saying, yeah.
if you have a woman as dominant as Rhonda, a man, there's going to have to be some sort of an odd balance, all right?
Yeah,
if
has
you
to.
have a man as submissive and small as Bobby Lee, you're going to have a woman that takes up the slack.
I
Or,
guess
or
so.
Rhonda needs like a fucking Thor. Just this
Thor. Yeah. I
badass
think that's-
motherfucker.
I
like
think
a
that's
Thor.
more like
yeah.
it.
Like
I
she's
think-
not going to go
Like
for
a
a real
Brock
passive.
Lesnar. A Brock
She
Lesnar.
needs,
That'd be,
yeah, Todd Duffy that's been in a lab. Like
Yeah,
Todd Duffy.
yeah,
someone took
artificially
him.
created.
Yeah.
She's so rich, she's gonna have some dude artificially created.
But like you
Yeah.
you were the one of the ones that said that Todd Duffy's like insanely physically talented, right?
One of the might be the best I've ever seen in the gym.
really?
I've seen
Physically, you
Todd
mean?
Duffy
mentally,
move.
mentally, it's just he
Well,
struggles.
He's lost a few times by knockout, and that's not even mental.
That's heavyweight.
It's like he just got cracked. But
Yeah.
if you see him move, he's got an extremely impressive way of movement. Like there's like. This is hard to describe, but when you see guys fight so many times, you see like thousands and thousands of fights up close. One of the things you notice is if someone's sloppy in their movement, if they're sloppy in their movement, then they're probably sloppy in their thinking, and they're probably sloppy somehow in their preparation.
For sure.
And it might just be a little bit, but that little bit might be they pull back and then they relax and then they get back up and then they go in.
The way they
Whereas
set it.
some guys have this like super efficient movement, like Anderson. Like Anderson in his prime had this super efficient movement. There was no slop in anything
Right.
he did. So when Anderson moved in on you and when he uncorked shit on you, it was just shoom. It was just coming in out of nowhere, which was half the magic of what he did. Is that there was fractions and milliseconds of things that were missing in his movement that were available in other people's things.
that you couldn't read.
You couldn't read, and he would
Yeah.
do shit like he was setting you up for stuff, and you didn't know. Like when he front kicked Vitor in the face,
Yeah.
he was
Jesus
setting
Christ.
him up for it. He just
Yeah.
saw Vitor's movement, he saw how it's going, and sling,
Yeah.
and it comes out of nowhere, and next thing you know, it's the ball of the foot to your chin. There's some some guys don't recognize that unless you train that way, unless you have this very, very like miserly approach to movement, like all that extra shit, all this sloppy where the hand drops or comes. Everything has to be locked. Like you watch Joanna Jędrzejczyk when she moves in, that bitch is like locked down and lethal. Yep. Everything is super efficient. Like when you see her moving in, everything is just locked into position. And when the techniques come off, it's like,
Todd's that way. Duffy's that way in training.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is why I think he has the mental game's not there for him, because when I saw him fight Frank Mir, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you running with your chin down throwing bombs?
He got excited.
But that's everything. He was
going to win by knockout.
But that's everything.
You're right.
But he's so, I'm telling you, man, in the gym, and he went to AKA, and I asked Daniel Cormier, I'm like, how good's Todd Duffy? He goes, bro, that guy's a fucking monster. I went, right? But for whatever reason, it's just not translating. So, and this is a good way to tell if a guy's mentally strong. And I'm not saying Todd's not, but there's an issue. Look at the guys he's beat, and then look when he fights someone who doesn't back down, who's not scared of your body, who's not scared of your previous records. When you fight a vet who's like, what? You did what? I'm not going to get knocked down by a single punch.
Well, you know,
that's when you can tell a guy's record.
In his defense, he's had a long time off the UFC. He went through a lot of health issues, and I think he's getting back on track, and I think he doesn't have a lot of recent experience. I mean, he's got that one Anthony Hamilton fight where he knocked him out. He looked spectacular in that fight. And how many other fights does he have since he's been back?
That's it. I think that's
since he's back, it's just that one. Yeah, that was his first fight back.
Okay, so
but then before that,
the lack of experience, like his recent experience, like
for sure. But think about, so he's, you know, you look at the guy he's beat. You know, he really hasn't beat any big names.
Right, but he hasn't fought any big names either. He's only fought Alistair when he was in. Fought Alistair when Alistair was on Moon Juice.
Yeah, he fought
they were pulling Moon Juice. They were pulling lava out of the fucking core of the moon,
right out of its thyroid,
it right into his fucking muscle
Moon Juice.
Dude, have you ever seen that
like
fight?
Silver Surfer, bro.
He wasn't even a real human. He was like Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer.
He was just running over.
There's a video of you.
Like, don't do it.
There's a video of you looking at him as he's weighing in, and you're just like, huh?
That was when he fought Brock.
Oh my God.
He weighed 265. That was before all they did was urine test back then.
That's the only fight I've ever seen where when he weighed in, I thought we're all fucked.
Yeah, we're all
fucked. I should just retire right now. We're fucked.
God, you had to fight those guys.
If you gave Alistair Overeem the whole medicine cabinet and said, "Have at it, sir," you would have the most terrifying guy of all time.
He would never lose.
Yeah, at his best when he was whatever he was on, if he was on anything or not. We know he got caught, but who knows if that was one time. I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. I like the guy. But my point being, when he was that guy, like when he fought in K1 like that, when he was just jacked to the fucking tits.
They had strict testing.
He was a monster. Yeah, they made sure you were on steroids. They test you. Not enough. He was a monster. He's a monster. I think that him at that level, when he's at that level, would be super hard to beat. But it's like when you get used to competing like that, and you get used to being at that level, and then you're no longer anymore, then the mental game kicks in.
For sure. Like, him and Dos Santos, look at him. Look at.
Oh my God.
He won.
Look at that photo.
He went first in Mr. Olympia. Look at that
photo. That's so insane.
What a body.
Look at his arms.
You know, he used to fight at 205. Brian.
I know, and he was thin. I don't know why I didn't say at 205, but I remember.
Look at that fucking.
I remember watching.
The crazy thing is, he said it was from horse meat.
Horse meat, and everyone, and some people bought it. Some people, I was like, what?
And then you think like maybe it is horse meat. He's in Amsterdam.
He makes me look like Kermit the Frog.
But you know what's really crazy? He's not even pumped up there.
So weird.
See, that's a guy who's just flaccid and flexing.
Yeah.
Like when you lift weights, it's a thing. Like if you see a photo of someone and they look giant, they might have just lift weights. And their arms literally get like twice as big.
Pumped,
You get pumped up.
He's just chilling there.
He's just relaxing in his underwear on a scale in front of
Brock
millions.
Lesnar got kicked right in the fucking liver. Was like, oh fuck this.
He got kicked right where he had surgery.
Yes.
I mean, that's
on
crazy.
purpose.
The guy had 12 inches of his colon removed, and then he fought a year later.
We got 500 on this, right?
We got 500.
Man, you think he's going to lose in his hometown?
No,
you think he's going to lose in his hometown?
I think OSP's going to win. But just for the fun of this show, I got Glover takes over. But for the record, I think
Glover's
that's not a good bet. I want to annul that bet.
Glover,
if that's how you
I'm
feel,
taking Glover.
I got Glover. I got Glover. I think Glover's going to win by submission. And it's going to really hurt your feelings.
No, Glover's going to block and knock him out.
Glover's
you
going to
wanna
knock him
hurt me,
out?
don't you?
I don't want to hurt
Glover's
you,
gonna knock
brother.
him out?
I think Glover is a very composed fighter, and he has more
When
confidence.
Prue knocked out Pat Cummins, he woke my eyes up.
Me
'Cause
too.
He knocked out.
Didn't I tell you?
That was a
listen,
nice uppercut on his back foot. Boom.
Well, I think he's talented as fuck. I've always loved
He's
him.
explosive
But what
as
he's
fuck.
doing is he's getting better. He's getting more and more skillful. And when he knocked out Shogun with that beautiful step aside left hook,
Confidence is
that
a
was-
big thing
He
for
likes
OSP.
twisters.
That was
dude.
spectacular.
Seriously,
I'll
he's
tell
And
you
it's
good
so
at the
hilarious.
twister.
He's got all these victories by knockout. And he's like, the twister.
Twister, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you.
To
He's-
Abu Dhabi guy.
You know what? I think he's the only guy, or maybe
Black
the
belt.
second guy in history in MMA. He got someone in the truck and got him in a calf crank. He's always in the
Hey, you
truck.
see those scars on his arm? I'm gonna say
It's the
something.
Omega.
Right.
Yeah,
They
it's from
they
it's a fraternity.
burn them.
That would make you like.
Football.
Wouldn't that create some texture? Wouldn't that make it like difficult, like for you to slip out of stuff? Like if you decide if someone was so gangster, they decided to scar all their arms from their wrist all the way up to the top of their shoulder, so they have a more textured skin, so
Like
guys
more
couldn't get out of
thick?
chokes. So you couldn't slip out of guillotines and
That's
slip
some
out.
dedication, bro.
If someone
Damn.
found out that there was a way of creating scarification that made a textured surface, and scars don't sweat the same way
That's
regular
true.
skin sweats.
They like burn their skin,
Yeah.
like Darkman.
Yeah, if
Damn.
somebody did that a long process and created like a super textured skin all
Like
over
a
their
crocodile.
arms.
Like Freddy Krueger, bro.
Just so
There's
they
a
could choke you
tribe.
better.
Like Freddy Krueger.
There's actually a
armbar
tribe in
bitches.
Africa that does that.
Well, think about it.
They do
They
that.
do a lot of scarification. Yeah.
In Africa, they actually they scar their backs, and sometimes they die and go into shock and all that. But they'll scar
Yeah,
their
no
entire
shit.
back to look like a crocodile.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's
Crocodile.
nuts.
So-
I,
Jacare.
I think OSP's by far the better athlete. I just think Glover has more experience. And, dude, when I trained with Glover, his wrestling and grappling, he hasn't showed it much, but he's a fucking nightmare.
Well, his top game is heavy. When he got Kyle Kingsbury in the ground, you could see like, ooh, that's a heavy top game. His arm
Wears
triangle's
him like
nasty.
a sweater, Joe.
He had a lot of hype
sweater.
coming in, tons of hype because of Chuck Liddell.
Right, but also you got to think those 6 years that he was out of the UFC were 6 years of his prime. You know, when he was Chuck Liddell's main training partner, everybody was high on him. When he stopped, he was the first guy to. What the fuck is his name? Looks like the Predator, the crazy dreadlocks. Sokoju. He was the first guy that knocked out Sokoju.
Yep.
He knocked out Sokoju in the
Sokoju's a beast.
WEC, or was it WEC or Palace? Which fight was it?
It was WEC.
WEC.
Yep.
And that was the first time I saw Glover fight. And I was like, whoa, this dude is gangster.
There's so much
Tough as
hype on him, though,
shit.
from everyone, though.
Yeah, but you got to think, man. He's like, what, 37, 38 now? How old is he?
Isn't he 36, Jamie?
Find out how old Glover is.
All
And
man.
the reality
all
is,
fucking man.
the reality is, if
Well-
he's not doing anything, if you get to this stage in boxing, if you get to this stage like back in the day when no one was taking anything, right? Like the Marvin Hagler era.
Yeah.
We assumed nobody was taking anything.
Let's hope not.
Well, guy got to be like 36. It's the fucking end of the road.
Yeah.
Over. All dogs go to heaven. Yeah, it's over.
All dogs go to heaven. The line of the night.
It's over, my
Again,
man.
It's true.
All dogs go to
It
heaven.
is. What was the line of the night earlier? What was the one
Kermit
that
the
killed
Frog?
me? Yeah. There was another one before that too.
Angel
though.
piss.
Angel Piss. No, but there's another one too.
I
Actually.
don't even know, man.
Why don't you just stand up,
Come on.
dude? You could do it. Believe me. If you could do it on this podcast, you could do it on stage.
Yep.
You would love it.
I agree.
You 100% could do it. Listen, what you should do
I
is
just want to do it and hang out with you guys at night.
anytime. You can always
That's
do
all.
that.
I just want a reason to
I
hang
don't know
out
why
at
you.
night.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you don't start writing
Yeah.
and just we'll go over some stuff and just get up and
Here's
have
what
fun
you do.
with us.
Here's what you do. This is your move. Ready? You go on the road with Brian, and Brian brings you up, and you do like 5 minutes.
That's it.
You tell a story for 5 minutes,
Really?
and even if it bombs,
Yes.
you laugh, and then you bring him back, and then everything's groovy because
Yes.
there's no expectation.
It'd be sick.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not scared.
Dude,
I just
I'm
don't want to
telling you.
disrespect the.
No,
I don't
we'll
want to
sell out,
disrespect.
we'll sell
that's
out.
like saying I don't want to try jujitsu because I don't want to disrespect jujitsu.
Right, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like everything else. Everybody
Yeah.
sucks at first.
Yeah.
and you'll be funny because you're funny already.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Dude, you could do it. 100%.
I agree.
I'm down with
Right
you
now,
guys'
there's
help.
keyboard warriors all across America going, "You guys are fucking ridiculous. He's not funny. He's a fucking meathead."
For sure.
They're screaming,
Hating
"Everybody's not funny. You're not funny either. Fuck you. Fuck him. Stop trying to get everybody to do comedy. Stop telling everybody to do a podcast." It worked. Look, the podcast worked.
It did, man.
The podcast is stellar.
Listen,
Goddamn,
man.
the biggest thing both
We're
of you guys
gonna
do
start
now.
doing. I'm gonna get you out for 5 minutes. You're gonna come on the road with me.
I'm down,
It'll be
man.
Fuck
sick.
yeah, man. You could do it easy. By the way,
Just
you
start
guys
by
have
telling a story.
giant, crazy live show if you did that. It'd be nuts. He's 35. There
We got
go.
our live show, by the way, October 1st.
Brea Improv.
Brea
Tickets
Improv.
just went on sale. First live show.
Just went on sale.
Shit. Oh, I'm going to be at the Cod Theater September 4th in Vegas with Ian Edwards and Greg Fitzsimmons.
Ooh. We just had Greg on. He's a funny dude.
He's
he said you guys were
hilarious.
roommates. And then, of course, I went, you ever seen his dick? And he went, no, I didn't. I went, you were roommates? You never checked out his dick?
Yeah, I hear Greg's got a piece on him though. That's the rumor.
He doesn't have a little dick. It's not little.
Well, no,
Okay.
he said it's like
a good-sized
award-winning.
Well, he's a little guy. In
You know what? That'll
comparison.
throw you off.
Yeah, if that was
Might
on
throw you off.
Ben Rothwell, it wouldn't look so big.
There you go.
Are you going to be here next
There you
weekend?
go.
Ben looks like he has a small
He's a
dick. I'm just
giant.
saying. He's huge.
He's so big. He gave me a hug the other day. I was like, Jesus.
He's so big
So big.
and hairy.
What was it like fighting that dude?
I was so cocky, man, I thought I was going to smoke him. I threw a spinning elbow and landed.
Wow.
And I never trained it before. I saw John do it. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that against Rothwell. Never trained it, landed, wobbled him. Guess what? The last words before I went in the cage, my coaches know me. They go, listen, you have better cardio, better technique. Let's drag this in the third round. I went, yeah, cool. Went in, spin an elbow, nuts, knocked out.
Damn it.
I like this.
Gang.
Oh, my
It's
God.
a bad idea.
Here we go. Ovin St. Preux fighting out of Knoxville, Tennessee, bitches.
I think
What?
it's crazy that Bruce Buffer does all this this amazing, passionate shit, and they never show it on TV.
I love watching it. It's one of my
I know.
favorite things to
they
watch.
never show it. They always cut to like a crowd shot.
Bruce
a lot of
Buffer. Bruce
haters.
Buffer might be one of my favorite Americans.
Tara Swift said it best. Haters gonna hate.
And that's a nice song. It's true.
Are those the lyrics?
Yeah.
People
Haters
don't know
gonna
this,
hate,
but
hate.
people don't know this, but Bruce Buffer's going off right now.
Listen to it. Can we hear it, Jamie?
He's going off. We just don't see him.
It's
Let's see if
basically
we can
over.
Here, pump it up. Here we go.
Here he goes.
Keep it cranking.
Dude, he jumps and spins right here. Watch. Look at him.
Yeah, they pulled
Damn.
back on him. They pulled
Yeah.
back.
You got a little
Like they
bit. He
showed us
snuck
a
in.
glimpse.
Why hate on Bruce?
I don't know. They're gonna do the
Best ref in the game right there.
yeah.
Give him the reach around right there.
Big boys.
Got a set of tits on him.
These are some big fighters right here. I like that Big John's doing this.
Me too, man.
Guaranteed a good referee here.
I wonder why Bruce doesn't just give Big John the mic. So you take the mic.
Hey, hear me out here. Hear me out here. Why not? What OSP, right?
Yeah.
USA, Glover, Brazil. Why not have the trunks? If you're gonna do them like that, they have this name, but to make it different, why not have the trunks yellow and green and black, and then have OSP's
Red,
USA
white, and blue.
colors? Yes.
Not a bad idea.
Oh,
Not a bad
wrestling.
idea.
Bro, his wrestling is fucking good. OSP early is tough to take down. Trust me, super tough to take down. As the rounds go on, it gets easier
Look
and
at
easier.
this.
Look at
Damn,
this.
Glover took him right down.
OSP off his back,
Holy
no bueno,
shit.
no
Glover
bueno.
just took him right down, right in a half guard. That was impressive.
Hey, I don't have to pay you right now.
Dude, that was impressive.
I could pay you next time.
Eddie,
Glover
you're
is
kind of fucked.
He's a beast on the ground, man.
Super beast on
He's
top.
so dangerous on top. He's got such good control.
You know what
Nasty
OSP's
ground and
worst thing
pound.
is?
Oh, look at all
this.
that great control. Oh, so
Ooh,
great.
Little ground and pound.
Dude,
Got you right
OSP's
back up to
hips.
speed. You're right, though. You're right, though.
No, you're right.
No, but OSP got out of there, man, for sure. Oh, low, right
It's
to
what you
OSP's
get.
hips, man, are a
Smack
beast
us.
from football.
Someone doesn't have a diamond cup. Diamond MMA cups.
Gotta have a diamond cup.
Took one right to the jewels.
Just like a diamond-shaped piss hole.
Took one to the acai berries.
Acai, that's never fun. Especially when you're trying to grind a guy out
If he's
wrestling.
okay right now, he lied. Because it just takes way longer than
No,
that. for your
sometimes
balls
there's
to heal.
pressure. No,
It
sometimes
takes
there's
way
pressure,
longer.
man. You're
You
like,
need
fuck
5
it.
minutes for real.
I know, but there's pressure. The fans are like, come on.
There's obviously levels of
You
getting hit in the
can't-
nuts.
you
Look at
can't heal
Owen
in
St.
30
Prue's
seconds.
legs. Look at the size of his ass and legs. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
look at the
no.
nasty
Look
kick
at
to the
the-
body.
oh!
Oh, he hurt him.
Oh, you rocked him.
I want my money right now.
Oh, my God.
Right now. Right
Ovin
now.
St. Preux. Look at this. Ovins has got a hold. Look at this.
If you,
Oh, shit.
If you pay me now,
Elbows,
$200.
Oh, hammer fist.
If you pay me now, $200.
No, sir.
$200. Just give it to me now.
No, sir.
Oh, look at these elbows.
Okay, I'll wait then.
Dude, Ovin St. Prue's a monster.
Super athletic monster. Oh, he's
Oh,
fucked
he
up.
hurt him.
He's super fucked up. OSP's about to win.
Glover's very good in these situations. That's how he
Jesus.
knocked out Ryan Bader.
Ouch.
Just that kick to the
Ouch.
body, man.
Oh,
he
run
yanked
that pipe.
down. Nice.
Run that pipe.
Look at this, right in
Straight
the
to
mouth.
mouth.
Straight to mouth.
What?
Oh,
Dude, are you
goddamn.
kidding me right now?
Elbows.
goes.
Glover's ground game.
Oh, no.
This is a crazy fight.
Hey, he's gonna roll to his. There he goes. He's gonna get his back.
But he's high. He's high on the back, man. He's high on the back.
Get behind the arms. Get behind the
flattening him
arms.
out.
Oh,
Dude,
Jesus.
good control by
Dude,
Glover.
are you kidding me right
Head
now?
arm.
Looking for that arm triangle. He likes that arm triangle.
Oh, boy.
Woo! Look
He's
at
gonna
this
explode out of this.
goddamn ground game.
Jeez.
He's gonna
Christ.
explode
There's a
out of
lot of
this.
time
Powerful
left.
Eddie Bravo loyalty.
He will.
I hear you, dude, but you got to be impressed with Glover here, no? You're not impressed?
Yes.
Dude, this is wicked. And plus, he was tested here. I love
Jesus.
Owens' left kick, man. That
Me
left
too.
kick to the body.
It also got him taken down though,
Nasty.
so I
Hellish.
didn't love it.
It did, but the
That-
one before is what started off
that
that
kick was
combination that had
crazy.
Glover hurt.
For
kick
sure,
was
you can't just
crazy.
do this.
Look at this.
He's gonna
Trying to
roll his
kick
back
it
and
up.
get out. Oh, he's too high.
Yep,
He's got to stand up. He's got to
He's
stand
good
up right
control,
now. Stand
though,
up.
man. Good
stand
control.
up. Stand up.
He's not a
There's a
black
little
belt for
critical
nothing.
moment here, right?
Stand up.
But Owens
Stand
can
up.
explode.
What do you
here.
do here? Should you
gotta-
stand?
Owen needs to
right
stand
away?
right now. Hand fight and
Stand,
stand because he only has
stand.
one hook in.
Stand.
and hand fight.
He's trying to create that opening. Trying to create that opening.
Go,
Oh, right there. There it is.
Go!
Oh! Oh,
No,
damn.
get up now.
Oh, shit. He got up.
He's about to get taken
Damn,
down.
that was
of a fight.
crucial.
He's gonna-
That was like a
he's gonna
movie
get
right
taken
there.
down.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Owens landed some fucking hard shots while he's trying to take him down earlier. There ain't no picnic standing up with him.
Fuck no.
And if you separate that left kick to the body and to the head,
Oh, on the feet, OSP's better, I think.
he's dangerous as fuck.
Way
I'll tell
more
you that.
dangerous.
Those fucking kicks.
All Glover does is he's like a
Boxer.
He's like a really good rampage who can grapple, is what I think.
Well, it's also Owens has those two big knockouts over Shogun
Dude, he's
and
got
Cummins.
great takedowns.
Look at
You're right
that.
about his
Very
wrestling.
nice.
His wrestling's ridiculous.
I'm
very
telling you,
nice.
it's so fucking
Dude.
good.
Oh, he's a
But
beast.
look at Owens looking for the fucking Paul Harris. That's what we're going to call it from now on. It's not the Kimura anymore. It's the Paul Harris.
That
He's
ain't-
using that
ain't
Kimura to
happening.
recover, too.
That
He
ain't
is the
happening.
He is the
Got
Kimura
him
to
right
recover.
back
Oh,
in
he's
full
a
mount. Got
mount.
him
Oh,
right to
shit. I
mount.
thought he was in
Damn.
half guard.
Got him
Shit.
to right to mount.
Damn.
Again, this is exhausting for Oven St. Preux. This is
Super exhausting, especially if you're not a grappler.
You
Yeah.
could wind up in guard here. Could wind up in
Oh,
guard
look
here.
at that. Look at
Pass,
that.
pass.
Shit.
Guillotine,
That was
guillotine.
some serious
Pass, son.
top game
Owen
right
St.
there.
Preux loves the Von Flue.
That was
Yeah, he does.
Von
Pass
Flue.
to do it.
Yep, he's
It's
almost
over. He
there.
has
It's
it.
open.
He has
Look at
it.
this.
It's over.
He might get the Von Flue here.
Man,
he might
it's
get
over.
it. That's
Look at
his
that.
shit.
Why is he staying? There you go. There you go, son.
Glover better
Oh, yeah.
let go of that
Glover's
hand.
going out. He's going
Glover's
out.
fucked
He's
here.
going out.
Sometimes the glove's
It's over.
stuck. No, Glover's smart. He's turning away from it.
Wow, this is close though.
Glover's too smart.
The fact that
damn.
Glover
You know
got
what I would
stuck
do
with
here?
his arm
Glover's
caught
too
in
good
here
of a
like
grappler.
this.
You know what I
Look,
do here?
dude, look at this, man. He's stuck.
I jump into top half, go lock down, and let the guy get on top of me, and I finish from my back. It's easier from the back.
What do you do, Eddie?
I
Here?
jump into top half, they take it. I lock down their legs in advance, let them roll on top of me, and it's easier from the back with the lockdown.
So this position right here,
Yep.
even the
Out.
Von Flue,
He doesn't have-
I
I go to my
lockdown.
Yep.
Look at this.
Wow, he
look at
lost
this.
it.
Look at this.
Oh man, Owen St. Preux swings.
Wow, what a fight!
Owens
What a
is
fight!
such
Don't
an
kick,
athlete.
Owens.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, are you kidding me? Kick, please. Kick. His kicks are awesome.
Oh,
look at that. Him
go
trying
on
to take
in
That's a
Glover
bad
down.
idea. That's a horrible idea against.
He's such an athlete. Like the way he moves, he's
Yeah.
got so much fucking horsepower behind him.
He
Look at
does.
that ass.
He does, but at
got a
this
crazy
level, man.
ass.
Look at his ass.
It's got
Are
a
you
Kim
kidding
Kardashian
me?
ass. That's a Kim Kardashian ass. Look at that.
Maybe after she goes to Brazil
Oh,
for one of them
That
surgeries.
critter got a shitter on him for sure.
Hey, man. That critter's got a shitter, sir.
Oh no, you
Do you
didn't.
mind?
Oh, you didn't.
I'm gonna
you
have to go.
Son of a bitch.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to. Who is this?
Some dude who runs fast and
No,
high
it's-
five signs.
He's an actor.
Montel Williams is in it. Some zombie movie? Is this the Day of the Dead or some shit? Is this the new Walking Dead one?
Bro, Montel Williams is not.
Is that
in
what
it.
this is?
No.
You know, there's a new Walking
yeah.
Dead. Rosewood.
Is
Oh,
it
some
called
new
Rise
shit.
of the Dead?
I don't know, like
For
Fear
sure,
the Dead or
kind of
something?
switch it up though.
Well, the idea is to keep it as close as possible because it's the same writers.
Instead of Walking
they're gonna
the-
have like a chain of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's something super close, like Run of the Dead or Jog of the Dead.
It's smart, man, because everybody who loves that show can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of
I
that
saw
show.
the first 2
Is
seasons.
that good?
Oh, it's so good.
Walking Dead.
Really?
I
So
need a
good.
show.
So fun.
Zombies?
I love it.
Let me
New
ask you
one's in
this
LA.
though, Rogan. Let me
get
ask you
into it.
this.
Couldn't get into
Place
it.
here in LA.
What?
The new one takes place
Yeah.
here in LA.
Yeah.
Well, the old one took place in Atlanta. There's
Yeah.
no black zombies in Walking Dead. It's in Atlanta, son.
Well, they pale up. They pale up
That's
once they die.
bullshit.
They do pale up.
There's
Honestly,
a
they
few
pale
black
up.
ones actually.
but there would be a lot more if it's
You're
Atlanta.
dead right.
Dude, he's got.
Dead right.
He looks
That shit
tired.
gets super
Owen
racist.
St. Preux got.
Real problematic.
That is a big, strong man. Look at
his
that
ass.
shit.
His ass is
He played for
ridiculous.
Tennessee Volunteers.
Look at that. It's that kick to the body. His kicks are nasty, man.
Yeah,
He's got so
he's
much power
ridiculous.
behind him.
Ouch.
And he's another guy that just gets more and more efficient. He loves that
Yeah.
uppercut too. He gets more and more
It's
efficient.
rough.
But
By the way, Glover is a
fight-
hell of a boxer.
Glover's more technical and
Yeah.
he throws real short shots.
Yes.
But there's
Look
that
at this.
fucking
There's
kick
that
again.
fucking kick.
Yep. You got a good point, but look, Vince.
I know, but
back to his feet.
It's going to come
Boom,
down to
and lands the
cardio.
left.
It's going to come down to cardio.
And you know what? It looks
or
like
he
Glover
might
has good
connect.
cardio.
Or a knockout.
Oh, look at that high
Well,
kick.
OSP's never been in dangerous rounds like
I don't
championship
think,
rounds.
Glover's never been knocked out, right?
Well, Glover's starting to slow down, or excuse me, OSP's starting to slow down a little
Yeah.
bit here, and we're at 4 minutes.
It's a lot
He
of-
just looked at
and
the clock.
16
It's a lot of
seconds.
muscle to feed
Yeah.
oxygen.
That's a sign
to.
of
A lot
weakness.
of muscle to feed oxygen to.
Well,
Ooh,
he's
good body
he's
shots.
got to be aware of what he's doing because he's exploding. He's not as mechanically efficient as Glover
Glover's
is.
a better boxer.
He keeps
He's a
looking at
better
the clock.
boxer.
That's a bad sign, man.
Yeah. Well,
You know what?
Glover's just wasting less time movement, but the movement that OSP
fuck,
does has
this is a
so
bad
much
look.
pop behind it.
You can only do that for so long, though, no matter how
Yeah.
athletic you are.
Yep, that's the difference.
And getting taken down.
He's going for a ride.
He's tired.
Right here.
And, and
He's
Glover is
exhausted.
so strong.
Yeah,
you see
look,
him smile?
He's smiling. He's smiling. when he picked him
Smiling,
up.
son.
He's like, I'm winning this.
You know
bitch.
what?
He's, gonna
He's
get
wearing his
smashed
ass
right
out.
here.
Yeah, he's a better fighter.
Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo, you want to do check
Twister?
or cash? You want to do check or cash?
200 right now. I'll give you 200 right now.
To get
And then
out.
we call it. I'll give you
200
right
cash?
now.
200 cash?
200 cash right
Don't
now.
let him honey take your brother.
Take it.
Right
Stick
now.
to
your
money.
gun.
Deal.
Take the money,
Deal?
bro.
Oh,
Deal.
shit,
Take the
deal.
money. Take the money. Sure? You should wait a minute. Come on, the fight's still going on. God.
Yeah, man.
No, that's
Come
part
on.
of the deal.
Guys.
You make the deal right now. We cash
Give him the
out.
money. Give him the
Cash
money.
out.
Eddie, good job.
Cash out tax
This is
job,
the
Eddie.
only time we ever
Eddie
pay
cut
each
his
other.
losses. Eddie cut his losses.
the only
Hey,
time we ever really
sometimes
pay
when
each
you get
other.
caught in
Damage control.
you chew your own foot off, but you still got your life.
Well, you don't
Chew
want to
your
get in a
own foot off.
cardio fight with OSP. He's not going to win that one.
No.
Yeah.
Being that explosive.
Yeah, I didn't look good. It's the second round. It doesn't look good.
No.
So I think I made out.
Yeah, you're good.
Well,
man.
what if OSP just can kind of chillax down here and take a little breaky poo and just defend himself well?
Can't
Tough
really
to
do
do
that
when
against
you're
a black
eating
belt.
elbows. When you're eating elbows,
That's
Glover,
true.
To share our elbows is very tough to do.
Don't have the money with me right now.
You know what? Just
I don't have the money now.
Come back. I could
I'll
come
tell
back
you what.
later.
Let's go.
Let's come back
Eddie,
again
okay,
and start
Eddie, I'll
over.
spot you.
How
I'll
about
spot
this?
you, baby. I'll
How
spot
about
you.
this, Eddie? How about this? How about you make an alternative bet since you're going to let him out?
I don't
He's
have
gonna
all
let
the
you
money. I
out
have
for
like
two.
$73.
How about you
I
bet?
owe you.
How about you bet whether or not OSP makes it past 5?
Ooh.
Is he going to make it past the 5th round?
I like that.
no,
That's
he's going to
a
get
good round.
finished. He's going to get
Because
finished.
I'll tell you right now, not a shot.
Hey, double or nothing, Eddie.
Not a shot at.
Not a shot he goes past. I'll take anybody's bet.
Me
Not a
too.
shot he lasts.
Me too. I'll bet at $2,000
Hey,
he
by
doesn't
the way,
make it.
I say he doesn't last till round 3. He just is too tired.
How much do you want to bet?
And we could annul
you
that
$1
last
million.
bet and go back to the original one. If I feel OSP's coming back, I'll make you the offer. You have a right to refusal, okay? But I'm gonna give you the option.
We'll just add it to the
I'll
next
suck your
companion.
Because if he
dick.
starts coming back, I'll go. We annul this shit.
All right, we'll
And
see.
we go back. But right now we're good.
I think OSP TKO third round.
Okay.
Gets TKO'd in the third round.
Okay, Brian, is that what you think too?
Fuck yeah.
Who wants to give me a good bet that it goes the full 5?
Not a shot. I'll bet you anything you want.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Can you give me 10 to 1?
I sometimes
yeah.
fights.
10 to 1?
10 to 1.
All right, 10 to 1.
$100?
Oh,
So you get
damn.
1,000?
No, I don't want to bet that much.
$100?
$1 to win 10. I'm looking to maximize my
Damn,
profits.
he's going for an electric chair right now.
Bro! I mean,
I'll bet you 10 to win 100.
I'm not taking the money anyway, but
Glover's beating his ass, though. That's for fuck sure.
Damn, come on.
He's hitting him with some serious ground and
Come
pound.
on.
Oh, he's cutting him up with that elbow.
no, he's
That
not. I'm
elbow
telling
is
you, Owen
nasty.
St. Preux is not
He's
making
ruthless.
it.
no,
He's
third
not
round
making
it's
it past
over.
third round.
Unless he
He's
knocks
not.
him
See,
out.
this is the Glover that beat Ryan Bader. This is the Glover that was making his run at
He's
the
a
title.
beast.
He's a beast. People slept on him a little bit in this fight.
His grappling
Never
is
been
so
He's getting
underrated.
up. OSP's getting up
So
now.
Owen St. Preux is the underdog in this
Oh,
fight, correct?
oh.
No, he's the favorite.
Oh my God, who
Come
made
on,
those
get
odds?
up. Look at that. He's getting up here. He's
Well,
got the underhook.
I would have thought there'd be even money, quite honestly.
It was almost even. It was like plus 105.
There you
or
go.
something
Look.
like that.
Oh,
Which is
shit.
basically
Oh,
even
shit.
in MMA.
It's back.
No.
He's back.
He's gonna get taken down.
No,
Man.
no.
He's going to get his ass slammed
Glover's
again.
getting tired
But
now.
he's so tired. They're both so tired.
You know what Glover said? He said in the Phil Davis fight in Brazil, he just didn't cut the weight right, and he was exhausted. So he just got fucking grappled for 5 rounds.
Well, there's also a lot of people felt like, he didn't go to American Top Team for that fight. He stayed in Connecticut and trained in his garage.
Dude, there's a long time left in
he
this
did
fight.
his
Look at
camp in
this.
Connecticut
Look at this.
this
Look at
time
this.
too, I thought.
Yep.
No?
Look at this.
That kick.
He's
That kick.
back.
Oh, that
he's
kick to
back.
the body.
Oh, shit. Look at that. Look.
kick to
Oh,
the
shit.
body.
Glover's tired as fuck.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
yeah,
He's
he is.
back.
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, okay. I'll take the bet back.
Glover, smile.
I'll take the bet back.
Man,
You want to go back?
Yo,
You want to
Glover,
revert?
take the bet
Sure.
back.
You want to revert?
Relive it. Relive it, you fucks! You fucks!
We're going back. The bet is back on.
Thank God Eddie Bravo didn't pay out.
Guys, we're back. We're fucking back. I'm eating a fucking Cheeto.
You know what?
We're back.
I lost faith, and I'm ashamed of that. I'm
You
ashamed
lost faith
of that.
in your boy.
I am ashamed
Eddie,
of that.
when you lose faith, you look into my eyes and I give it back to you. Look in my eyes, I give you strength.
I am ashamed of that. But I feel now he's coming back, and he's going to take this, and you're going to owe
Shit,
me
he might
five.
after seeing that.
Yep.
Let me explain something to both you guys.
I have one complaint. Is there any way we can get more Ronda Rousey ads? This is ridiculous.
I love it.
It's a little
She's
much.
not that famous, though.
It's a little much. It's a little much.
She's a different kind of woman, man.
Two guys that can handle her. Two guys.
Thor and Hulk?
Demetrius Johnson.
I think I could.
It says Thor and Hulk. Demetrius Johnson
Captain America, The Thing.
and Conor McGregor.
I think
Not a
I
chance.
I
could.
think Conor
Not a
McGregor
chance.
could handle her.
Not a
Bryan
chance.
Callen.
yes.
She would eat him alive.
No way. Are you
Trust me.
kidding?
I could.
Are you kidding?
I could
Callen,
handle
you
I
it.
think,
can't.
Yes, I
think
could.
Demetrius
You
Johnson.
can't because you're a super fan, which she would hate.
No, I would have sex with her a lot. I would have sex with her a lot, and I'd break her walls down, and I'd be super nice to her and make her laugh.
Let's watch this fight. Let's watch this fight.
I'd make her laugh and have sex with
This
her.
left kick of St.
God
Cruz.
damn it.
And surprise her with my piece.
Quit going for the
Surprise her
takedown
with
on
my
us.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Mickey Mouse. By the way, Oven St. Preux might just pull this out.
Dude, he could pull it out.
He's exhausted.
He's
If he
exhausted.
gets taken
No,
down,
but he proves
this
he's
fight
already
is
proven
over.
that he can come back from being exhausted.
Listen to
That's
me,
what I
listen to
wanted
me.
to see.
He's
Dude,
not.
He could
he's
recover.
too
He
tired.
recovers.
No,
He
no,
needs
no.
to do
no,
something.
He
look,
recovers.
He's hurt Glover.
Oven St. Preux-
Oh, Glover just hurt him.
Left hook.
Oven St. Preux has to run. He has to do a lot of running.
He's
He
looking
needs
for
to
that
get off the
uppercut.
fucking
His
cage.
feints are beautiful. Glover's footwork and his feints, he's staying just far enough that he knows like what Ovens can do right now.
Yep.
That's a
He knows,
bad
like,
idea.
He knows like the amount of spring he's got left in his step. He's calculating it well.
Yeah.
Look, he's going to take him down again.
He's going to pop his hits to lift him up or trap his.
He's going to scoop him right in the fucking air. That's what he's going to do. Boom. Oh, Vince, time to carry some weight.
Yeah.
He's gonna get
Eat
finished
some-
this
eat
round.
some
You got
elbows,
4 minutes of
carry
this.
some weight.
Eddie, would you like
Well,
to
it
go
doesn't
back?
mean that he's going to be on the ground.
No,
for 4 minutes.
he's going to wear him out.
He's too tired to get
He's
up.
going to wear out
He's
Glover.
too- no.
He's going to wear him
You
out.
think he's too tired to get up?
Yep,
Yep.
he's too tired.
It doesn't go past.
Third round.
I think he can still get up, man. I'm not
He's gonna get
underestimating
up.
this guy. This kid's got mad heart. I think Ovens is a tough fucking dude,
I
man.
think he finishes him this round.
I think he's not
No.
as mechanically efficient as he can be in the future because he explodes so much and everything.
Yeah.
But I think that's also his strength.
It's
He may,
paid
be, he
off
may
for
be
him.
training wrong.
Well,
He
it's
may-
also his strength.
He should
His-
talk to
his-
some boxers and run. For a
Yeah,
long
maybe
time.
that would help for sure, but it's also something that he does to people they don't expect.
Right.
The amount of explosion that he jumps
He's
into
had
stuff.
success with
Yeah,
that.
it works,
But
man.
kicks.
only to a certain level. And then when you
Yeah.
fight a true vet who has seen that, you don't think Glover's seen an explosive guy before?
Well, you know what the deal is? He's got to be able to do both and got to know when to do
In
each one.
spots.
Yes.
Yes, you gotta know when to do it.
to do each one. But I think right now he's not quite as technically proficient as like a guy like Glover, where Glover throws short combinations and they're
Efficient.
smooth and efficient. Yeah. I think Ovens hasn't like reached that level yet, but Ovens can hit fucking hard. Ooh, he keeps working for that mount. Look at that.
He's going to get finished here.
Look at this shit. Look at how you earn your
Such
money.
good control, man.
man.
Glover's control.
Not me,
is so
Brian. Don't say
good.
you.
Sorry,
That mount is so nasty.
I earned my money by saying dick jokes on the Fire and the Kid.
Good man, brother.
Once he got on top of Kyle Kingsbury, I could really see that mount. I was like, ooh, that's a scary ass fucking mount.
Yes.
He's strong as shit too, man.
You know, the other thing about OSP, he's super strong. The other thing about OSP is he doesn't train at a high level camp.
Where's he training?
He trains in Tennessee at this.
Oh, my God.
He doesn't have like a lot of high class training
he's getting
partners.
fucked up, dude.
Nah,
he's
it's
getting
not fair.
fucked up.
He's gonna get finished. Here.
He got it under the neck.
That's it.
He's got it
That's
under
What
the
did
neck.
I tell you,
got it under the
Eddie
neck.
Bravo? Give me my 500.
He's gonna tap.
Cash
He's gonna tap.
money.
That's done. That's too deep.
Way too deep.
That's too deep.
And
He's tapping.
he's going to sleep. And let's
He's out.
He's
he went
out.
out. He went out. Wow.
Eddie. I'm sorry.
Dude, he
I
was
said.
thinking
I think
about
I said
tapping.
third round submission.
Hey,
like
respect to OSP. He was thinking about tapping
He's a
and
bad
decided not to
motherfucker, man.
tap.
OSP's
he
a bad
decided not to
motherfucker.
tap. He went out, man.
God bless him. And look at how awesome Glover is.
Glover's like the nicest guy
What a
ever.
great guy.
Stone Cold Killer, nice guy.
What a fucking great guy.
What
man.
what a crazy moment that is when a fighter decides not to tap.
It's pretty gangster.
Fuck.
Sometimes they don't know though. You think you're like, I'm gonna lights out.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
Lights
true.
out.
I've
It's
gotten
true.
choked out. You're like, I'm gonna
But
fight.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this
Asleep.
combination.
Mitrione gave a thumbs up when I'm in a Darce. I said, cool
this.
story, bro.
Look at this fucking right here, man. And then watch when he cinches it up onto the bicep. Whoa.
Like, why wouldn't you tap though? He's not even fighting.
Dude.
Well, he's trying to fight the one
He's
hand,
trying
but he
to
hasn't
fight.
hit
Oh,
it.
that's not
Glover's
good.
got
That's not
that
good.
squeeze,
That's not
son.
good.
And that's
John
where a guy
McCarthy
like,
is so
that's
awesome.
where a guy like McCarthy
John McCarthy's so fucking awesome. I love that guy.
Such a legit,
He's the best.
legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt too. He knows exactly what's going on there.
And he trains.
Fuck.
We've
What?
You know what? This
What
is
a
good for
fight.
OSP though, man.
2 minutes, we're done. Yeah, hey, perfect timing. What a fucking fight companion.
Great for OSP.
Yeah.
We'll learn from this. Eddie, you owe me $500. We'll
I
do
do.
it for the next
Oh
fight
my
companion.
Hey, are you guys
God.
going to be here next weekend? EBI is next weekend.
Oh yeah.
You going to be here?
Next Saturday.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. You going?
Yeah.
You going to be here next Saturday?
Yeah.
If you give me an invite, I'll go.
Absolutely. VIP
In
tickets.
downtown
Bryan
LA.
Callen?
Son.
Bryan Callen. If you're listening, I got a submission-only jiu-jitsu tournament going on next Saturday. It's going to be on budovideos.com Saturday
We'll
night.
be tweeting about it all next
Yeah,
week.
we'll all tweet about
You
it.
could go to YouTube and search EBI4 Countdown Show on YouTube, and then that'll explain what it's all about.
Yeehaw, fucks. All
Yeah,
right,
baby.
Eddie Bravo on Twitter, 10thplanetjj.com, Instagram, The Real Eddie Bravo.
Yes.
The Real Eddie Bravo, Instagram. Don't go to Eddie
Big
Bravo.
time.
Somebody ganked his shit. Some super
Too
fan.
famous, though.
Bryan Callen with a Y, B-R-Y-A-N, Callen. The Fighter and the Kid podcast, the formerly of the Bryan Callen Experience. Brendan Schaub on Twitter, The Fighter and the Kid. Watch The Fighter and the Kid. And when are you going to bring back Eddie Bravo Radio? Is that going to happen?
That's coming.
Eddie,
That's
come
coming.
on the Fire and the Kid.
Yeah.
Also, first
I want
Fire and
Eddie.
the
I want
Kid.
Eddie
First
on
Fire and
the
the
Fire and
Kid
the Kid.
Live.
Count.
Brea
First
Improv.
Fire and the Kid live. Brea Improv. Tickets are on sale. BreaImprov.com.
Thank you,
Yeah, baby.
guys.
I'd love to be on your show, goddammit.
do it.
I'd love it.
Make it
We
happen.
love you, so we'll have you on. Are you kidding me?
We love doing these things, and we appreciate all the positive energy that we get for you guys. And we know we get super psyched when you guys get psyched that we do these.
Yeah.
We get fired up. These are so much fun because we are 100% ourselves on these things, and get to fuck off and have
hang
fun.
out.
It's a very unusual thing to be able to do. So I appreciate the fuck out of you guys.
This is an
I
awesome show.
appreciate
I
it.
We
love
love
it,
you,
man.
man.
I appreciate
my
doing
favorite
it,
thing.
man.
The wine,
We're
the
all boys.
weed.
Yeah,
We've all known each other.
friendship.
You know, I've
Company.
known you guys for 20 years almost now.
I know.
How about
I
that?
know. It's been awesome.
How about that?
We're so lucky. That's, I think, one of the most important things in life is having cool friends.
Hell yeah.
Friends
That's
that are
why I
fun.
drove to the comedy store yesterday. I had no other reason. I said, maybe Joe's there. I see you right in the parking lot. I got out and we hung out for 2 hours just talking.
Had a great
It takes
time.
pleasure.
They always say the coolest shit is the shit you don't expect, the shit you didn't plan for. And like this crew, we didn't plan this shit. It's kind of just happened.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
We're probably in a fucking tonight. You know what I mean, guys?
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, man. You want to go to Playa del Rey?